Shaggy. That didn't sound very good. All right. Oh, it is calling, I think. Wait, is it calling? Oh, here we go. Is he there? Oh, it's a black screen.
What a good start.
Oh, no. I was like, is he there? Can you see me?
Yeah, I can see you fine. Hang on a sec. Let me just see if that's why that's not in.
Yeah, you're right. Oh, goodness. Oh, there we go. Oh, you looking beautiful. Damn fine. Oh, shirt close today.
Yeah, I thought I'd look a little bit professional.
Oh, I like it. I was going to ask you where the ties went.
I can't have too many people losing their shit.
Yeah, look, it's already been a bit of a wild start to the stream. I think we need to tone it down. We need to get a professional kind of...
Depends how... If the night keeps going as good as it's going, I'll just take it off progressively.
You won't even notice. It'll just be very slow and discreet. I like that. Damn, looking very, very good today, Shaggy. How you feeling?
Good, mate. Always good, my man.
That's what I like to hear. All right, how's he sound, everyone? Is he sounding juicy? Is he sounding level with your boy? Is he sounding all good? Give me the heads up. Say a few things when we Shaggy. Let me hear that golden voice.
Testing, Westing. Is that good enough? I did turn you down a little bit, actually, because you're really loud to me. I don't know what it is, dude. I'm apparently always really loud. It's because Discord sits at 100%. So some people have good microphones that are good, and then other microphones are really shit, and it's like you're getting squelched in the ear. And then some are really quiet. So it's a matter of just you sound good now though. That's all that matters.
I feel like I blast people's ears, and it's like, especially because when they first come in, I have this weird habit. I've noticed I do it that instead of just being like, "Oh hey mate," I go, "Oh," it's natural, this weird noise that just comes out of me because I'm excited to see someone. And I always realize I do it the first thing, the biggest bit of energy, and I realize that they haven't probably leveled their mic, their sound out yet, so they have to hear that. And I feel I've had a few people that definitely kind of go, "Oh, I'm instantly turning you the fuck down, Matt." So I feel a little bit guilty.
That's what I normally do. I just don't tell them. I just told you I did that, so it's all good.
No, that's good. I'm glad. All right, I think you look level as fuck right now. So that's good.
Beautiful.
That's good. So you're feeling good. You're feeling.
Always, man. Day off stream. Nothing like being off stream on my own stream and then coming to someone else's stream and be like, "Yo, what's up?" So it's good.
Hell yeah, dude.
Every other podcast I've done, I've had to cut out my stream to do the podcast. So
so this is perfect. Yeah.
This works out. Well, it's got no basketball tonight either, so it works out really well.
Yeah.
It's almost perfect.
Wait, you play a bit of b-ball?
Yeah, Monday nights I play basketball.
Is it just a hobby thing, or you going for those?
Oh, I was a pretty competitive baller when I'm too old now, man. I just literally run down the court, shoot threes, and that's about as far as I go now.
I'll just shoot just casual threes, just a couple of threes.
Oh, that's my game. Run the ball, shoot a three, or drive and dish. I'm like a fatter James Harden, I guess you could say, but right-handed.
Right. Oh, see, I don't know anything about basketball. I know Shaq attacks.
So I have to go catch you later.
No! Hey, I have a jersey. Wait, no, that sounds worse. I have a Chicago Bulls jersey. But that's a posing thing, so I shouldn't have said that. I'm the biggest poser. All right, without further ado, let's get your beautiful face up on screen. Without further ado, my guest today, episode 15. Can you believe it? 15 episodes.
It's gone quick.
It's gone bloody quick.
Gone very fast. Yes.
But I'm very excited to say today we have the well, I almost want to say we've got Steve Strawberry on here today.
Steve-O
Strawberry. We got it's a two for today. It's a 2 for 1. Is it constable or senior? What's the?
Do you want the whole spiel?
Okay, hold on. Let's get you on. I want the whole spiel once.
I'll give you the whole spiel if you want me to. Yeah.
All right. Let's get you on. I'm going to get the whole spiel because I want to delve into all that stuff. Everyone's probably like, "Why is his face not up here?" Oh, we haven't even started, babe. This is just the pre-show. All right. Without further ado, my special guest today, the shaggiest of Steves, although not Shaggy. I want to ask about that as well. Shaggy Steve, everyone. Welcome in, Shaggy. Looking damn fine. Ooh, that's you got a Nike sweatband on your wrist. Is that like a usual?
Yeah, I've got a story behind that as well. If you want to hear.
Oh, go straight in. What's the story?
So season 13 or 14 of Diablo 3. Ooh. I kind of played. I actually streamed it too. I streamed for about 15 hours on Twitch, and literally. Did the ligament in my, so if you ever get RSI, it's right in the middle of your medial ligament there. I did that and hurt my wrist badly, and I was at the gym as well, so I had weakness from that as well as the mouse clicking. So because on Diablo, you're literally just clicking the mouse the whole time. Yeah, so
and I didn't do any, by the way. That was
Yeah, finger movement.
Oh,
so now,
that's crazy.
And little did I know, I've never ever had wrist issues either. But I actually broke. Didn't break. I fractured my wrist when I would have been about, I reckon about 19, playing basketball. I went up for a shot. Actually, went up for a shot, missed it. Went back up for a rebound. Then went back up stronger, and a guy hit my arm into the backboard, and I fractured just behind top of my hand. So, yeah, and ever since then it's been fine.
Those are some tall guy problems. Hitting the backboard kind of with your hand.
Yeah. I went up for a shot, and then the guys like hit my forearm into the backboard.
Shit.
And it didn't hurt that much at the time.
Realize.
But yeah,
like you didn't realize.
No, I played the game fine. Then wrapped my wrist, and then it just got worse before it got better. So
really good. So it wasn't from Diablo. It wasn't from. I thought you meant you broke it.
It's probably. No, it's probably more compounding. But there's a lot of people. A lot of people that play games. Like I turned 32 this year. And I've been gaming on PC for a lot of my life, and a lot of people don't realize, especially if you're right or left-handed, mostly right, how much you use your wrist in gaming.
Yeah.
So most FPS players are pretty good because they normally shoot with their elbow. So most people know how to use a mouse. I've come from like an MMORPG background where you got a lot of small mouse movements where you're moving your wrist like this. So there's a lot of exercises. If you ever actually come into my stream, you'll see me doing this often. Even when I'm playing, I'm doing this constantly off stream. Yeah, at work I've got a stress ball that I'll just squeeze when I'm reading stuff, and that just to keep, because if you don't do it, you'll get built up and you'll end up with RSI. So
it's crazy, right? Because I'm turning 32 this year as well. We're the same age. Crazy.
We're old men. We are old in this bloody content creation world, mate. My God,
old and wise. But it's funny, right? Because I do notice that if I hurt myself now, I do not bounce back the way I used to bounce back.
No,
I
not
still
at all.
feel like I'm young as hell. But if I fuck myself even a little bit, it takes a whole year to recover, if that.
I never feel 31 until I hurt myself. Then I'm fuck, I'm old.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't realize how old I am until. Because what happened was last year, I was about 142 kilos last year, and I did just cardio at the gym for 26 weeks, flat out.
Oh wow!
Flat out cardio. I got down to about 127 kilos. I think I was just skipping and riding the bike. I was doing no weights, and I wasn't really dieting. I just swapped out soft drink for water, and then I went to Bali with the missus and kids last year, and then when I got back, I hurt. Where did I go? I went from I hurt my knee to my ankle to my wrist to my shoulder to my back to my knee. So, and I'm just recovering now from, I had a bit of I think tendonitis or something, or a meniscus in my right knee. So I've been out of the gym for the last couple of months now. So I'm feeling a bit slow at the moment. So
yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That's a lot of injuries. That's
I've done so many. My knees have been pretty good, but it's my ankles, my right and left ankle. I've done them more times than I can count. And that's not running. That's jumping and falling on someone's foot or
shit. Yeah.
Yeah. Where the intensity of my basketball days aren't what they used to be. I said, I play hard, but I don't play as hard as I used to. No way. It's just a bit of casualness.
It's almost like a bit of mortality. You start realizing you're no, I'm not indestructible. I went to this Assassin's Creed event last year. They had this. I don't know if they had it down your way. Ubisoft did this Assassin's Creed event for the new one that came out. It was around last September, I believe, and they had a whole course that you could run. All these obstacles stuff, but at the very end, how in Assassin's Creed they do the leap of faith, they jump off into the haystack. They had something like that. It was a 6-meter jump into one of those inflatable bags.
Yeah. And
I went there and it was pissing rain. I went there with a friend CJ, and it was just pissing rain. No one was there. No one wanted to do it, but I'd gone there and I was intending on filming a vlog. I had my GoPro and everything, and I did the course in the rain. I don't know why they let me do it. It was pouring rain. I did the whole course. I went up, got to the part where you went up the big staircase to do the jump. And I had my GoPro on my head. This guy that took me up there, he thought I was some sort of guy that was, he said to me, okay, don't do a flip. And I was like, okay.
I think I'm going to do a flip.
I wasn't going to, but he's like, I can tell you know what you're doing. I'm like, I have no idea what I'm doing. I didn't say that though. I should have. Because when I got to the edge, I was like, I don't want to fucking do this shit. Once you get up there, you realize how high it is, right? It looked high.
You always look up and you're like, I could do that. And then you
it doesn't look like
mistakes were made.
Yeah, and there was no backing down. People came up behind me. I was like, where the fuck did these guys? So I didn't want to back down. So I'm there and I'm like, okay, just fucking do it. It's pouring rain. There's water in the bag. So I knew I was going to just completely jump into a big puddle of water. And then he was at the point where he's like, you got to jump now. Just jump now. You got people waiting. So he's getting frustrated at me. So I'm like, shit. So I just went, and I jumped in. And he told me to do it a certain way. You have to lay on your back. You can't pin drop because you could jar your whole body. So I jumped back and I got the worst case of whiplash, and I still got it today. My neck is still fucked.
Nice.
I'd say it's 9 months on. And I'm like,
even little things like you go see a trampoline, and like when younger you can jump on it. I see a trampoline now and just go, okay, I can fall off and hurt my back, I can hurt my knee, my ankle. I just look and go, we just got a trampoline literally a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, ring, you didn't and you didn't want to fuck with it?
So my partner's youngest daughter, she's been doing like trampoline lessons, and they got like a really, everyone that buys a trampoline, then they sell it really cheap. Well, we got a second-hand one. So
that's the way to do it.
They were at the back jumping. They're like, oh, Steve, jump on. And I'm like, no. Like, it's not even worth it.
You didn't even have like one cheeky go? Really?
No,
is it
not a chance.
Is it one of those ones? Because, like as kids, we had the rectangle ones that had no nets. They were like, like massive fucking... Like, it made more sense, a rectangle trampoline. But now they have those really small circular ones with the nets.
That's what it is, yeah.
I swear, I see so many people getting aced on that shit. Then on the trampolines...
Yeah, it's like a circle. I guess like a medium-sized circle one, but it's got no net up. But I'm just like, no.
Fuck the nets. People, because then if they land in that, I've seen so many, like, do you ever watch Fail Army and stuff like that?
Oh, yeah. Bro, like the occasional, like, on Facebook will come up and you're like, oh my God.
Fail Army is like the pretty much the thing that you watch and go, yeah, I could die doing anything at this point. Like, anything will kill me. I could be walking down the street and just slip over and break an arm. But you see people on these trampolines, they'll be doing, they'll jump around and they'll land on the net, but then the whole trampoline will just flip over on top of them. And you're like, well, there's always a risk.
Well, you see people like jumping off roofs in the tables, like in wrestling. You're like, God, you guys are idiots. Like when when I'm like 18, that looks freaking mad. Now, like 30-year-old Steve's like, that looks like a really shit idea.
Were you a bit of a risk taker as a young lad? Were you a bit of a daredevil? I could imagine you being a bit of a daredevil. I don't know.
In cars, yes, I did some pretty silly things in cars where I kind of look back at that and go, yeah. The couple of things I did in cars, like, I could write a book on the amount of stupid things I've done with cars.
What's maybe one of the most incriminating? What's like the craziest thing you reckon? Like,
so I used to. Oh no, burnouts were nuts. Burnouts aren't bad. Like, you're in the one spot doing a burnout. I'm talking like high speed stuff. Like, me and the boys, we used to like mess around with like old Japanese cars, like old Nissan Skylines and stuff. Yeah. So. And we're just out in the middle of nowhere, and there was about 7 of us, and we just finished doing a whole bunch of skis. Like, we used to go out in the middle of nowhere. Like, we went out, like, if we're going to hit something, we're going to, like, hit grass and, like a fence. Or, like, we're going to do damage to our cars, not like the public. And we just finished doing that, and we're driving back through, like, a country town, and, like, a highway patrol went past, and a divvy van went past, like, 6 of us. Ooh. And, like, we're all in, like, these, like, modified lowered cars with, like, stockies on the back that we just absolutely fried.
Yeah.
And, we just took off. And I was going, like, off the clock. I had a Sylvia, and I was like off the clock. And like, I think back now, like if I lost control, I would be dead. Like those cars didn't have like airbags, and they were little cars. Over. Yeah, so just that kind of stuff where I'm like, I'm kind of happy I survived that.
I mean, that's the thing. You look back, I think I was talking to Fazzy about that when I had him on the podcast, that it's like P-platers get their license, and it's not until they've had at least a couple of close calls that they start It's like they need those few scares or those few moments of realization.
For sure.
Like, I mean, I watched those dash cam videos. Do you see those? Fucking, like, holy shit! It makes me not want to go on the road ever. Tay and I will be sitting on the couch and watching them, and we're like, fuck, we don't want to drive again because it shows.
Did you see the most recent one? There was a guy driving an old Mazda RX-2, and he's gone over a highway, and a car's hit the back of him, and his car's exploded. It was like a day ago. Oh shit! Yeah, he's like lost control of his car, and he's gone like back end into another car, and it's obviously hit like it's obviously hit the fuel tank, or it's had like and the car just exploded. And I think the driver's still alive, but he's like critical because the car just burst into flames.
Yeah, that's the thing, because I know they can't put anything on YouTube if someone dies. That's kind of like the rule they have. It's like you can put anything up on YouTube, but if they die, it can't be up. So
I saw this on Facebook, so I don't know.
Oh, that was on Facebook. Oh shit, yeah. Facebook's a whole different ball game. I mean, Facebook's crazy. I mean, that's the thing. They can't really stop. Like,
no, if you go live. Same as Twitch and YouTube though. You can go live. It'll probably take a while before it gets taken down, but like you can still do.
It's like funny, right? No, not funny, but there's been a few instances where there's been some really fucked up shit, even recently, as we know on the New Zealand incident, where people streamed it, like, because they know that's the quickest and easiest way that's going to get, like, I mean,
that's what they're looking for.
Yeah,
that's what they want. They want that exposure. They want the clout from it. So that's why they're doing it.
We don't see really that much. Like, why do you reckon they always choose Facebook? Is Facebook really that much of a viable source for that? Because you don't
probably
really
not
as much on YouTube.
Like, I mean, if you go into Twitch or YouTube, they're fairly solidified platforms. So the most recent one I think was a Super Bowl, and you go into like IRL chatting, and there was a bunch of people just like live streaming through a fake account of their Super Bowl. Which, like, if you haven't got access access to it, that's pretty cool. But at the same time, those accounts would have got banned. Or even like you see things of like women doing things that don't belong on Twitch.
Oh, they'll straight
and they might last, they'll last like 15, 20 minutes. But because they're such a big platform, word of mouth, like the thing with Twitch and YouTube, a lot of content creators, they explode from something that happens. Like there was a dude recently, the Bobby J, he fell asleep when he was streaming. And or
and
like
someone with a shit ton of viewers. Yeah,
all these follows and stuff. So, but that's in content creation. That's like people don't intend to do it, and that's like content that's gold.
Essentially,
to get
like
people
viral.
In.
Yeah.
Yeah, you go viral for anything. Like, God, do you remember the T-Rex guy, like, sniffing the friggin' what was cocaine, but it was like plain flour? And it was going...
Was that a stream or was that...
Oh, no, it's just like one of those... what was the old... Was it Vines or whatever they were called?
Vines back in the day. Yeah.
And it was just like... It was like a puppet T-Rex, and it was like sniffing cocaine and like, you want some motherfucking cocaine? And like, it was funny.
Oh, shit, I didn't see that. Yeah. Oh, man. See, I feel like I miss out... I don't know if it's my age or not. I miss out on so many, like, memes... And so many like viral shit. Like, I don't know. I feel like as I've gotten older, like I'll hear about everything so late. I don't know why it is. I'm not sure where the fuck I'm missing out on these. I feel like I'm always the last.
You used to stream Fortnite before you did podcasts.
I did. Yeah.
So I went through. So we'll go into this a bit further when I go like through the path of streaming. But I did Fortnite for just recently for about 9 weeks.
Yeah.
And there was people doing like Yeet. And I'm like, what the fuck is Yeet?
Yeah.
I've never heard of it before. I'm like, what is this Yeet?
Was that kid that did that dance at the school? Is that where it started?
I don't even know. But like it even got to the stage where I'm throwing grenades saying Yeet. And I don't even know the meaning of it. Like just like becomes a second nature. But like, yeah.
You know what's funny though? I always think about words like that. And you think, where the fuck did they start? Like so many words that we say today. Someone had to be the first ever to say it, but the chances are that they never got the credit for it. Like words are one of those things you would never get credit for it, and you could say, I was first to say that, but no one will ever fucking know. It's such a thankless job.
Would you really want that though? Like on your tombstone?
Hell yeah, dude. Yeah.
Shaggy Steve, the creator of Yeet. Like I don't know.
Yeah, dude, 100%. Like that's like a cultural phenomenon. Like at this point, like, so many people say it.
I know, like, I think back to, like, adults now, say, like, in their 50s, 60s, where they talk about back in my day.
Yeah, we're getting there,
Don't you ever think, like, I try and explain people to now, like, what I do now, like, on Twitch. And I just recently flew back from Sydney, and I had a guy next to me, and he was a sheep farmer.
Oh, and shit, okay.
He was there with his wife and his 3 kids, and they literally were, like, in the middle, like, so it's between Victoria and South Australia where they were.
Okay, yeah.
And they raise sheep, like they raise sheep for cattle, and they also sell them and breed them and whatnot. And I was telling him, he goes, oh, what are you doing up in Sydney? And I said to him, I was up there for an event. And he goes, oh, what's that? And I was explaining it. He just like looked like I was speaking another language. And I think, God, that's going to be like us in like 20, 30 years, but it's not going to know. Like,
at the same time, the dude's a sheep farmer. He's like probably well behind the times. You know when you get, you know what I love? I fucking love when you do like a long road trip. And you come across a town and it's so just like, it takes me back to like when I was a kid. Like it feels like it hasn't changed. Like all the stores look like what you'd see when you were like 10. I love that shit. The biggest nostalgia trip. It's
they've always got like a railway pub that's like right next to the railway. Like every one of those country ones you go to, there's like a railway and there's a pub next door. It's like you need to go to this pub and have the palmy. Like
I've always thought it'd be kind of cool to live somewhere like that, but at the same time, I'd get I'd die after a while. I'd be like, I can't do it. But at the same time, it'd be so like, I don't know, the lifestyle. Like, what's your perfect lifestyle? Are you more of a city guy, or are you more of a like, you like the peace and quiet? Like,
well, where I live now, I kind of grew up in this area within like, say, 10, 15 Ks. But like we actually moved out to a bit of land. So I kind of grew up on like 3 acres. So we had our own cattle and we had our own chickens and so we had like a semi-farm lifestyle, but at the same, I don't mind going to the country for a holiday, but I couldn't live there.
Yeah, bit slow paced. I agree. I mean, I don't know. I think I'd struggle. I think the idea of it sounds nice, but I think I'd fucking lose my mind.
I think now, like if you grew up in that environment, you'd be fine. But if you've been exposed to what that's like someone was saying to me the other day, like, oh, Shaggy, if your streaming doesn't work out, what would you do? The scary thing is I don't really know, because the streaming's such a huge embodiment, I think. Like, it's a big part of my life now where it's like, there's so much that happens. Like, a lot of people that see streamers think, oh, they go live for their 4 hours and that's it. But there's so much more to a stream than just that time you're live. So, and on top of that, like, it's like, what would I do with all that spare time? Well, like before I used to play quite a bit of games, I'd probably do the same, but it's like, I don't have an answer for people when they say, what would you do if you were to quit streaming? Like, I don't freaking know. Like,
yeah, it almost feel like I know for me, if I stopped streaming, it'd be like the biggest hole left there, like the emptiest feeling. I mean, I always thought that about any hobby I had, though. I mean, when I used to play games, I used to think about people like, well, I mean, I still play games, but before streaming, I used to obsess over games, and I used to think, what do people do that don't play games? Like, how do they get excited when it's not like they have a new game coming out or something? And even before that, when I used to unicycle board things, I used to ride a unicycle, and I used to think, what do people do for fun? Like, this is the best thing ever. I think when you're in it, that's like, it's so tunnel vision at times when you're so obsessed on, working towards something. I think everyone has their own, I guess. I think you'd always find something, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
I find because I stream 5 nights a week and I work a full-time job, I find the days I have off, if we're not out with the missus and kids doing stuff, I procrastinate because I'm so used to just work 9 to 5, get home, eat dinner, stream, go to bed, rinse and repeat 5. Like, it's just so go.
Yeah.
Where the days I get a bit of time off, I end up like either catching up or sleep, or I like watch it. I become I procrastinate. That's another scary thing too, progress into like streaming full time. Like, what do you do outside of your stream window to keep yourself busy?
It's funny because I actually wouldn't have pinned you as a procrastinator. I think everyone has a bit of procrastination in them. So
procrastination, I'm always doing something. Like, I'm always like, I'm on like Twitter, or I'm in my Discord, or like, there's I'll be watching a TV show, but I'll probably have like another, I'm always doing something.
It's productive procrastination, which
I will say that.
I think it's like, because I'm a big procrastinator until I find something that I love doing. And then it's like, I'll be dead set on it. Like before the podcast, I felt like I was procrastinating all the time. Like because it's like, what's that saying? Like idle hands, something, you don't get shit done. Something like that. It's probably not the same.
Oh, yeah.
But
I'm not a very philosophical.
Me neither.
So I don't really.
neither either.
I get stuff wrong all the time. I'm like, you
just throw it out there. Hey, who knows? You mix it up a little bit. You might make your own saying. You might be the next Gundy at this point.
Yeah, I get like words back to front because I'm like slightly dyslexic and people laugh at me. So,
really? You know what? People don't realize that when you're streaming, it can be a bit of a whirlwind at times. Like, they don't even. Do you ever find you play games better or worse on or off stream? Because I always feel like I played games worse on stream, right? Because it's like, you're dealing with so many fucking things. Yeah. And the people are like, Matt, why are you so stupid? I'm like,
I remember explaining this to my partner when I got into streaming. She's like, you spend so much time streaming, then when you're not streaming, you're playing games. And I'm like, well, when I'm streaming. I'm not relaxed in a sense. Like, I've got to be on point what I'm doing. You got to read a chat. You got to play a game. You've got a lot of multiple things. Where when I'm playing a game off stream, that's where I'm kind of a bit more laid back. In regards to playing, I think my quality of gaming is much the same as if I was live. I just probably feel a bit more relaxed because I haven't got a camera on me and I don't have to worry about reading a chat. So, or if there's like alerts going off and stuff as well, can be a bit throwing. But yeah, when I go into stream mode, that's very different than when I'm just like sitting here playing like Hearthstone, or if I'm sitting here playing Diablo or whatever I'm playing at the time. So,
dude, speaking of alerts. I was in your stream last night. Holy fuck. How many subs did you end up getting last night?
Oh, it was like over 3. It was ridiculous. Like one person gifted over 200 themselves. But like if one person gifts a bunch of subs and all of a sudden everyone else jumps on.
Yeah, people start getting a little bit motivated. Yeah.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was insane. Even I got thrown a sub. No, I was going to be a Shaggy sub eventually, but they beat me to it, dude. They beat me to it. But
to be fair, I've had a pretty, in my time of streaming, probably since I'd say probably like before I did Grassroots in 2018. I had a pretty good community in the sense that people would always give subs or donate, or I've gone through like a really weird monetary way of Twitch since I've got partnered to now.
You're right.
Because I used to get donated more before I got partnered.
Really?
People would just donate, but now that I'm partnered, people want emotes. So, but the other thing too, like when people like sub to me, they get a spin of the wheel too. So that kind of like adds to it as well.
Incentive, yeah.
I find. Yeah.
I was gonna say, do you have like incentives for like donos and stuff, or is it more just the sub?
Yeah, well, I've got mystery prizes. So as an idea, so I'm probably one of the very few streamers that does this, and this is kind of like my point of difference was because the thing with my streaming is I don't take an income from my stream. Like all the money from my stream goes either back into the stream or gifted subs or getting stuff like merch. Now, I literally the only thing I've bought myself out of my stream money is a pair of basketball shoes. Like there's been nothing I've actually bought for me.
Damn.
Since I've started streaming, like you've used that money if I've needed to go. Like I went to Sydney, so I used money for that when I was up in Sydney. Thank you. So this is a good example. So that's like a if you win the mystery prize for the first time, you get something like that.
Oh,
and that's got that outfit that I wore when I went to PAX.
I like that. So it's like a personal thing as well. Like people love that shit.
Yeah, so my partner's done all this. So she's got all the jelly beans and made it. And she's made like the key rings and stuff herself. And I've got a really supportive partner. Like my partner, Fun Please, if you're ever in my channel, she does all this stuff and like making the mugs and that. And so people win mystery prizes. I'll normally do that, and I'll make a loss off of that. But then at the same time, it's like I think it just kind of gives you that more community feel.
Yeah, 100%.
But that's kind of developed over time as well. I used to do like giveaways every 500 followers. I'd do like a Logitech because I'm sponsored by Logitech G. That's right. So I'd always just send them an email and go, I need this, this, and this, and they would just flick me like 5-6 items, and then I'd just give away keyboards or mice and headset.
Holy
but
shit.
The thing I've found is because my channel has gone from, I don't know if you know my growth, but I've gone from like to say 20 to 25 viewers to like where I am now in a very short span of time.
Yeah.
The people that were there before that have won headsets and mice, most of them aren't even in the channel anymore. They've like moved on or, they've kind of, with life or whatnot. So, because as your channel, you'll find as your channel gets bigger, the people that are there when you're a smaller streamer, they probably don't feel as valued anymore. So they'll move on.
Yeah, I find it's tricky, isn't it? Yeah. It's like that balance of making everyone still feel included, but it gets to a point, I'm sure. Like, I mean, you've been pulling some big fucking numbers. Like, I mean, safe to say over pretty much every stream, you've got over 100 people in there watching and chilling. I mean, it must be so fucking hard to keep up with that much chat, but also just making everyone feel valued and making sure that people, because I always worry, this is my concern, like if I was to get bigger, that I'd be missing people's comments and they'd be like, well, fuck, Matt didn't read my comment, he read this other person, and they'd get kind of dirty and leave. It's like, how do you keep that community so tight as you grow? You know what I mean? How do you keep people so engaged and without
I've only been doing roleplay for a month now, and the style of stream from roleplay is so vastly different than when I was doing Fortnite. I could literally just read my chat while I'm playing, and I'd go quiet for like 30 seconds to 40 seconds if I fought someone, then I'm back to reading chat again. With roleplay, you can be roleplaying with someone for 25, 30 minutes.
Yeah.
And you literally don't read the chat in that time because you're literally roleplaying. So that's been an adjustment, but little did I know that when I was streaming Fortnite, so many people didn't like. I was probably the most interactive I've ever been recently doing Fortnite, and I'm doing roleplay now where I'm interacting less with my chat, and they prefer the roleplay compared to me talking to them. It's. I think at the end of the day, on Twitch or any platform, I can only assume because I've only got experience on Twitch. You need to get over the fact that you can't keep everyone happy.
Yeah.
People are either gonna be there to support you or support the game you're playing, which you would have noticed once you stop playing Fortnite, the people who were there from Fortnite have gone and they've left now.
Yeah.
They might, if you like, I literally just did like an ANZ friendly thing.
I saw that. Yeah.
And I literally had about 15 people in that stream like, oh, Shaggy, you're playing Fortnite again. But when I go back to roleplay, they're gone again. So you're going to get that crowd. And if you're a variety streamer, like I literally, my goal when I got partnered was to not be a variety streamer, and I've kind of not done that. But the whole time I've been on Twitch since the end of 2017 to today, I've always been variety. I've always picked the game, done it for a month or two, then changed, then done a game month or two and changed.
What were you planning on when you got partnered? What were you planning on maining?
Dead by Daylight was my game of choice. Yeah. I picked up DBD like literally on the tail end of me getting partnered. I started playing DBD.
Oh shit!
DBD as a game is freaking outstanding. It's such a good game.
Love it.
But the community on Dead by Daylight is not. So the people that come into your stream are fine, but like just other people in the community.
Oh, it's a little bit toxic, is it?
Toxic's not even the word. It's
really?
I'm a very positive personality. Not many shit gets me down under.
Yeah.
I was actually getting to the stage where I'm like, I don't want to stream this game. I don't want to stream. I just don't want to stream this game.
Yeah.
And I had a couple of mods go, mate, like in my stream, they'd DM me on Discord and go, mate, you feeling all right? I'm like, I'm fine. Why? Like, oh, you just seem a bit flat. And I'm like, oh, okay. And it wasn't so much the game. It was all the stuff that happened on Twitter and Reddit. And like, it's just, for me personally, I just didn't think I like fit that community. I left.
When you said all the stuff that happened on Twitter and Reddit, what kind of stuff was happening on Twitter and Reddit? Like
content creators arguing with each other. Like there was a big debacle about people at D rank. Do you know how DVD works or not really?
I played it when it was like in its earlier stages. I haven't played it recently. So if there's anything,
so you start at rank 20 and you work your way down, and as you win more games, you get badges, and as you complete the badges, you like then go down a better rank. And what the streamers that were, because the game's so repetitive, there were streamers that were getting to rank 1, and because they were waiting so long in queues or coming against the same killers or same survivors, they would intentionally derank back to rank 10 and then do it again. But then they were then doing it in groups of 4 people. So they call it SWF, which is Survive with Friends. So 4 of them would go into like, a rank 10 lobby where they're rank 1 survivors, and they would absolutely decimate a killer. And then they'd like shit talk the killer and stuff. It wasn't
just to try and burn people.
Yeah. Well, DBD is not it's competitive, but it's literally anyone can play it if you put the hours into it. It's not that hard. Like it's seriously. The whole idea is you're a killer, you got to kill 4 people. The 4 people have to repair a gen. It's literally like I was playing the pig killer on there, which is known as like a middle killer, and I did pretty good on that. And everyone's like, "Oh, how long have you been playing for?" I'm like, "Not that long." It's not that hard. Like,
yeah, right.
So it just I lasted about 9 weeks in that director, and then I went, you know what? I'm going to give Fortnite a crack again because season 6 was finishing. It was like halfway through season 7.
Yep.
And it actually looks pretty fun. Like I was watching a couple other Fortnite streamers. I'm like, you know what? This game, there was no other game out at that stage where I'm like, this has so much repetitive replayability that I can play it over and over again. Let's give Fortnite a go. And the first like month of Fortnite was outstanding. I had all these new followers. Like my views were really good. Subs, everything was really, really good. And then towards the end, I had mods that were like, yo, I'm here, but I'm lurking. And even people that were there, like, look, we're here for you, not the game. And I'm like, oh, that's really nice. People are here to support. And then the moment I stopped playing Fortnite, everyone's like, thank fucking God you're not playing that game anymore. I was so shocked how many people hated it.
It fucking tears people apart, that game. I don't really understand. People are very passionate about either their love for Fortnite or their hate for Fortnite. I don't really get the hate for it. I think the hate's a little bit of bandwagon movement. I think people jumped on and we're like, oh, we don't like Fortnite. Most probably because they either played it, I reckon they sucked at it, or something. But a lot of people would kind of flame it. I think you can't discredit how good that game is. Yeah. Like, they keep that shit updated, like, weekly. Like, the devs put in so much work. It's a great game. It's a tight game.
Well, that takes another thing back. Like, I think it was every Tuesday or Wednesday night I would stream, and at, like, 7:30, 8 o'clock, it would go down.
Yeah.
And it was like dead smack in the center of my stream. So I'm like, this is fucking annoying. Like I'd end up just going to like an IRL stream or something. I'm like, it really broke my routine. So
yeah, that was always a bit of a pain. Yeah. I mean, so you stopped playing because you found people weren't like they kind of dipped off, or they found.
No. So I was actually, one of my mates actually said to me, yo, Shaggy, you should give GTA Roleplay a go. And when I got into Twitch back in 2017, that was when I think GTA Roleplay was like at its peak. And I used to watch a few streamers on there on NoPixel, which is like the biggest American server.
Yep.
But my PC was a fucking potato and my PC could barely play GTA Roleplay with nothing else turned on. I had I had a really basic PC, and I've got an absolute monster now. So I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I'll give it a go. So I got into this. I did a bit of research. I did about 3 weeks worth of research before canceling Fortnite, because every time I do a game change, I make sure I'm prepared for it. So when I get into it, people don't come in. I'm like, oh, what do I do here? And I'm not set up. Or how come this isn't? Like, I'll make sure it's all ready to go. Right. So it took me a few weeks to find a place and find a server that I thought was good. And I found one server, which the first like stream or two, it was pretty good. And then by the third stream, I'm like, this is like, there was like me and 4 other guys, and we're just going around terrorizing the whole city. There was like no cops. And I'm just like, this actually isn't that fun compared, because I wasn't on NoPixel. I'm like, oh, maybe you need to be on that server for it to be fun.
Yeah.
Anyway, the next day, like literally the next day, I got a Discord message from the owner of the server I'm on now. It's like, g'day, mate. Such and such said that you're looking to be a police officer. We've got this server. Are you interested? I said, look, to be honest, I've done a couple of days. The servers aren't as busy as I like it. They go, look, give us a go. So I was like talking to him on Discord when I got home. I then jumped in. I had to set up like TeamSpeak, set the stream up, get everything done. And then they gave me like two guys. They gave me two guys that fully trained me from the start whilst I waited in the queue. For like 2.5 hours, I went through like all the rules, all the handbook, everything like that. Yeah. Then when I got into the game, I was literally doubled up with another cop, and then we just went through, and I've just been doing it ever since.
So how long have you been doing the RP stuff for? You've been doing it for a little while now.
About a month.
About a month. So okay, so I've been watching a little bit actually here and there the last couple of weeks.
Yep.
And goddamn, like, have you been watching Cops or something? Like, legit, you seem like you could be a real cop of the, like, even down to pulling people over, going. I mean, other than the point where you dance at their window and whatnot, because I saw that. But most of the time, like, it's so fucking on point. Like, I feel like I'm watching, when I watch your stream, I feel like I'm watching an episode of Cops. Like, it's engaging as fuck.
I've had a few people go, mate, are you a cop IRL?
Yeah, like, well, that's what I was always saying. I'm thinking, shit, did you like train for this shit? Because it's like...
No, the thing is, right, I find with roleplay, like, so in the American roleplay cops, they play like sheriffs and like they play like American cops, right? Yeah. The thing I like about the server I'm on is we're Aussie cops, like Victoria, New South Wales.
Yeah.
So because GTA roleplay is so good right now, but there's no niche of Australian, sorry. I think that's why I've done so well, because I add that different.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, you know, I'm not so fucking highly strung. Like, there's a couple of cops I play with that take their role
like really
like almost
seriously?
They'll pull them over and they fucking fine and defect. Where I try to build up a bit of rapport with people. So I like most of the people I pull over now on the server I play, I probably know them by their first name.
Yeah, which is what I've seen. Yeah, usually know who they are, which is kind of crazy.
Yeah, like I see their car and I'm like, oh, I know whose car that is. And like I've got like guys that are like the kingpins will be like, they'll call me Straubs because they know who I am.
Yeah.
And they'll be like, and like, you know, I've had other people say like when they're playing during the day, they'll be like, oh, is Officer Strawberry around? I'm like, so like I feel a bit humbled that people think that because I've never ever done roleplay ever.
Yeah, right.
So it's so new to me. So it's so good to get that really positive response.
Not trying to bloody blow smoke up here, but goddamn, dude, you were definitely on point as one of the best I've seen. Like, it's insane.
Yeah. Well, I do thank you. Like, the thing I was really worried about is my content. Obviously, I've got a mustache, which everyone fucking knows.
Yeah.
A lot of role players don't use a webcam, where I use a webcam.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I thought, was that going to hinder me a little bit? But a lot of people said, no, we like the webcam because of your responses and the way you react. So
yeah, it's actually kind of surprising because it doesn't ruin the immersion. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, a lot of people even, you know, like...
Because I'm so small.
Yeah, like, it's not like obtrusive or anything like that. Has it like... sparked your... I mean, would you ever kind of go, well, I could get a bit of cop in real life? Has it made you feel like that at all? Or?
Well, when I was like finishing school, so I was like, when I was at school, I went to uni, and I was at a supermarket. I used to work for Coles supermarkets.
Okay, yeah.
And I actually looked into being a police officer, but one of my mates' dads worked in highway patrol in Victoria. Yeah. And one night I went to his place, had a few beers, smoked a few ciggies with him. Yeah. And he was telling me about, he goes, if you want to be a cop, it's your life. Like, literally, you're with a partner, like you get partnered with someone, and he goes, he goes, the things you'll see, the things you'll do, he goes, the people call you out, it's never like a good call, it's always a bad call. You know, he goes, you can do a lot for the community, but being a cop, it's very, very taxing. And
I can imagine.
You need to be very resilient, which I'm pretty resilient, but like at the same time, some of the stuff he was telling me, I'm like, I'm not really sure if I want to do it. Part of me regrets it like a little bit, but not really. Yeah. And then, so after that, I'm like, you know what? I always had like a thing with like rehabilitation and like law and order. So I wanted to get into like the prisons because we've got a couple of prisons local to us.
Really?
Yeah. So we've got a maximum prison, which is like about 45 minutes from here. So I went to an info session. They used to have these info sessions where you went to like this big hall and they would take you through the prison. They don't do it anymore. And I did that. And one of the prison officers goes, mate, you don't want to work here. He goes, you'll get bored here. Yeah.
Oh, you get bored?
He said I was too smart for a prison, pretty much.
Oh, really? I thought, by the sounds of it, you'd see some shit, like in the prison world.
I don't know. I think, like, at the end of the day, like, yes, they're criminals, but they're also humans. You know what I mean? Like, they've done some shit in their life. I think it would be a very interesting job. Like, you would see stuff that you just... But same thing. The stuff you would see there would change you. I've got a mate now that's working in that prison now, and he's just like... The stuff you see every day is just like you would never see it. So
yeah, fuck. I can imagine. I can imagine there's some weird happenings. That's for sure.
But yeah, I've never ever been a cop before. This is like literally the first time I've ever done anything.
That's insane, dude. So what? Like, you had to like essentially train though a little bit in game.
Yeah, the training was like, I think they've given me a little bit of leeway because obviously I'd never done it before.
Yeah.
But I've quickly adapted to what they require. Well, and like, I do my best to not like, you know, I do my best not just to like speed around my lights on. I try my best to like stick to what I need to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, at the same time, I
always wondered, right, how do they fucking pick someone that is a cop and everyone else is a civilian? Like, you know what I mean? How do you get the...
in the server?
Yeah.
So if you're in a service, so you've got different jobs. You've got like, you can be police, you can be EMS, which is like ambulance. You can be like security, which is I think they're called Goopy or Groupie or whatever they're called. And they're like, they'll be...
That's fucking... I hope it's Goopies. Like, yeah.
You can be like, you can work in like GT Autos, you can be a mechanic. You do all different kinds of jobs.
Okay,
and you apply for that job and then someone will assess it. And I didn't have to do that though. I literally, they said, yeah, we want to train you to do it, because I think what they wanted from their side was they wanted a police officer that was there quite a lot. So if anything went down like a bank robbery, I've got my body cam running and they can see that. So, I helped them and it helped me, and it just kind of made the content what it is today. It's kind of just happened. It was just, it wasn't planned.
Dude, that's crazy. If you weren't a cop, what would you do? I mean, I couldn't imagine you doing anything of it. Couldn't imagine you being a regular civilian now in that game.
Yeah, I never really got into the RP to just not be a cop. That's what I wanted to do.
Yeah, because what happens, right, if you're a cop and then you don't want to be a cop anymore?
Well, you can make another character. There's people on there to do it now.
I guess so, yeah.
Or I could like be my character outside of my character and just have him dress differently and call him a different name. Like, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. Shit. Yeah, you could be off the clock, right?
Yeah, but there's also things like, because I'm a police officer, I can't get into like major crime. So I can't be like a drug lord or anything like that. I can only be like middle level. So, but I've got no
shit. Yeah.
To be honest, I don't want to see. Well, I don't want to see that, because I find if I saw that, so there's a big thing in roleplay called metagaming where people will watch a stream or I think if I was a criminal, I'd see too much, and I like not seeing that from a cop's perspective.
What's metagaming? Because I have heard it, but I don't know what the fuck it means.
So to be like, say I'm streaming and then you're like a drug lord and you've got my stream open, you'll be watching what I'm doing to avoid me. Or
so it's like stream sniping essentially.
Yeah. Or you'll use the information. So say I'm watching your stream as a criminal and I can see you doing drugs. I would then drive down to where you are and arrest you and go, I've got probable cause. You'll go, why? And I'm like, I just do.
Shit. Yeah. I guess that's true. Yeah, man. There must be a fair few people that do that shit, right?
Heaps. Yeah, there's a lot of content creators. The good thing about the server I'm on is there's lots of streamers on there, from small to pretty big to... Like, the server I'm on is the one that Cray and Bazza were playing on before they stopped doing it. So I think that's how I got a big influx of people there, because they couldn't get on... They didn't get onto No Pixel, so they were there.
Yeah.
But yeah, pretty much... so someone goes, taking information out of character in character. So when you're in the game... I've got to be Steve-O Strawberry. I can't be Shaggy Steve. I've had people slip up and go, thanks, Shaggy, because they know it's me, but they forget to say, which is an accident.
Yeah, but, kick them off the server. It happens. Kick them off.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Literally, I could. Like, I could literally go to the
thing, right? So, it seems like it's pretty strict. Like, I've seen people in multiple chats of people that are playing RP.
Yep.
And the people in the chat get so fucking triggered. They're like, you did, you out of character for a second or something. You know what I mean? Like, or even the other day when you pulled that guy over, you had, it might have been last night. No, I think it was the night before. You pulled a guy over. You had another officer with you, and he was tailing a bit too close behind you, which is a thing. And then people in chat were like, you pulled him over for no reason or something like that. They'll get like really upset, like as if it was like a real life scenario and you wasted their time.
I've actually had one of my mods. So like when I was really new to cop there, his name in real life is Aaron, and his character in the game. Now, like that, there's a meme there for Aaron and Balake, how they're saying the names differently.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. My internet keeps dipping like a motherfucker. I'm so sorry.
That's all right.
I thought it like cut the fuck out. Like, I'm just going to move it right over here and hopefully that will fix it.
I'm
on that mobile internet live. It's a struggle. All right. Hopefully if I move it over here, it should be good. Sorry, man. I didn't want to cut you there, but I didn't want anyone to miss what you're saying. All right. So Aaron, you mod?
Yeah. So his character name was Aaron Graham in the game.
Okay.
And I was being a smartass calling him Aaron. Now the thing I didn't think in my head was as a police officer, I should have more respect for him instead of calling him Aaron. And he did tell me to stop saying Aaron, and I didn't. I kept saying it like, fuck you, man, I can do what I want kind of thing. And he actually came into my stream after and he goes, you doing that, because he thought I was doing it because I knew it was him.
Yeah, right.
Not because I was just being a smartass. But like when I went back and watched the video, I went, hang on a sec, as an officer, I probably should be a bit more respectful in that scenario. And like, if criminals are doing what they're doing, then they're criminals. That's what they're doing. So I need to worry about what is right for a cop. So he was like, you ruined my RP experience because you weren't listening to what I was saying. Where I'm like, well, hang on a sec. So there was a bit of backwards and forwards for that.
Yeah,
so it's
right.
been... But at the same time, it's like, well, none of these guys were playing RP until I started playing RP. You know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you got to be... I'm still learning. So it's like a constant evolutionary learning curve with the stuff you learn as you're playing.
Yeah, sounds like it, man. Yeah, it sounds a little bit scary. Like, I've been a little... I mean, I don't know how I'd handle it. I think it looks like a lot of fun. I don't know how well I'd go at it. But, yeah, because I remember seeing Cray when he jumped on for a couple of games. And... I think he was actually with Music. Maybe it was with Bazza for that one. And I think Bazza ran down the road at Cray, but his mic wasn't working. So Cray was like, oh, your mic's not working, dude. And so then Cray started saying in the game, like, oh, here's how you fix your mic. And he's just there on the street.
You can't do that.
Yeah, and his chat were like losing their shit. That he could have the audacity to like try and help him. So I get it, but he's like, the character's mouth was fucking flapping.
Yeah. Well, I've got a different, like, I've got two buttons on my mouse, and one's like my comms when I talk to other officers.
Yeah.
And I've got like in-game comms as well. So a lot of people say, how come? So when I was like training as a police officer, a lot of people like, how come you're not training in role? It's like, well, when you're a cop, it's a bit different because you've got so much you need to learn. You might not be talking in as a cop. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where... when I'm in game, I definitely do talk like a cop, but a lot of people don't know the difference. They don't know if I'm talking in game or talking to comms. So, but you can talk out of character for it. Like, you can type a lot of servers don't like it when you type /OOC, which means out of character. And then you can type whatever you're wanting to say. There's been times I pulled someone over and their game's glitching out and they'll go, oh, quick out of character, my such and such is glitching. Yeah. And I'm okay, fair enough.
Totally understandable. Yeah. I mean, if it's kind of trying to let you know that there's a reason why they're fucking up or something. I feel you, man. Hey, I want to jump quickly over as well, because you mentioned about the Logitech sponsorship.
Yep.
I think that's super interesting because, a lot of, people up and coming on Twitch, I'm sure they've got goals of eventually being sponsored, especially by like a peripheral manufacturer. Yep. What was like the go with that? What was like kind of the come up story on that?
So there was so I've got a pretty good setup where I am, but I had like my setup when it was pretty basic, and there was a Facebook page, like a Logitech G Facebook page, but they're like, oh, show us your setups. And I already had like the Logitech keyboard and mouse and headset. So I put a photo up on their Facebook page, and then one of my mates tagged in and go, you should check this guy's Twitch out. And I had like one of the head of their guys come into my stream when I had about 600-700. Oh, it would have been less than that. It would have been like maybe 500 or 600 followers around there. Okay. And he goes, mate, we want to like give you some gear and then you can promote us through your stream. And I only had like very small viewers at this stage.
Yeah, right.
So I'm like, yeah, I'm keen. Like, I always wanted to, because I love Logitech gear. So I'm like, yeah, sign me up. I'm keen to go. And then just kind of developed from there. And then I went from that, and then I did grassroots, and then I got like a few follower goals, and I've just been backwards and forwards. And ever since then, they gave me like a discount code. So if people use my code, they get a discount. And
yeah, right.
Like, Logitech don't really. The thing with streamers, a lot of streamers like, as I get bigger, I'll get paid sponsorships. The reality on Twitch is getting a paid sponsorship is like a fucking unicorn. Like, it's not an easy thing to get. So, and a lot of companies, they'll want shit for free. So they'll want you to. A lot of streamers don't understand what they're worth. Whether you've got 20 viewers or 100 viewers, you are worth something to somebody, especially if you're streaming quite consistently. Yeah. So a lot of people, they'll like sign up to an esports org not knowing what they're getting themselves into, or they'll sign up to a company where they'll get given a t-shirt and they've got to wear that t-shirt when they're streaming. And on top of that, then you're putting like links and stuff in your Twitch panels. And before you know it, you're advertising this brand, and it's all over your brand. And they've done nothing for it. They've given you like this item, and you're like, well, hang on a sec. So where Logitech, they've been with me from the start. So they've been really good. But like, I don't get no monetary from them, but I've been given so much gear that like it kind of it's been but the gear I've given back out. Like, I haven't kept it. I'm literally using
I saw you had a list on your panels that said the stuff you've given away and whatnot, which is amazing. I mean, how do you reckon if someone was looking, like, do you reckon anyone should try and chase a sponsorship, or should they try and let it come to them, or like what's kind of like the go with that? Like what's like
I would say on Twitch be proactive, not reactive. In this case, I was reactive, but it kind of like my mate tagged me.
Yeah.
I have been proactive in a few things, but I've had even sponsors say to me that I don't have a big enough following on Twitter or Twitch yet to really be considered, which is, it's really funny because like you'll have your concurrent viewership, which can be quite high, but if you've only got 5,000 followers and 1,000 followers on Twitter, they're like, oh, that's not big enough for what we want.
Yeah. Do you reckon a lot of them go off not so much the concurrent viewership numbers, but they go off actual follow numbers? Like for someone,
they go off of it's like reach. So if you've got like if say you got 10,000 Instagram followers and 10,000 Twitter followers and 10,000 subs on YouTube and then 50,000 followers on Twitch, but you're only averaging 50 viewers. Well, they don't really care too much about your concurrents because you've got so much reach across multiple platforms.
Right. Yeah.
So from a marketing point of view, as any streamer, they should literally, Twitter's like the biggest thing. I didn't start using Twitter and probably till halfway through my streaming.
Okay,
and Twitter's massive. Twitter is fucking huge for any streamer. Like you meet other streamers, like I've been contacted through sponsors through that. I have conversations daily with other content creators and other like developers and stuff. They'll contact me on Twitter or email, but people don't like emails. They want instant responses. They want
emails
responses.
seem a bit fucking old school now, don't they?
Yeah.
People have like their business emails, but I mean, do you have a business email? Do you do the... Yeah, I feel like I need to get one, but at the same time, I'm like, man, it's like, I feel like Twitter is kind of like the new email in a way. Do you think emails are viable still? Like, should everyone have one? Yeah.
Yeah, because a lot of my like actual formal stuff I've done through email, especially if you're getting like artwork and stuff done as well, and you've got like an email so people can invoice you, and that's very important.
That's true. That's true.
I mean, at the end of the day, you got to remember when you're on Twitch, you're putting yourself out there, and anyone can watch you, right?
Yeah.
So if you've got an email that's your personal email, and you put it into your personal email on your stream, anyone can get that personal email, and it could have your first and last name in there, which mine did.
Oh yeah. Oh,
so,
really? Okay.
Yeah, like my personal email, which was my old one, I've actually changed my last name since, but it's got my old last name in it. So I had to change that because it was like, literally, you could just like Facebook me and you can find me. So,
okay, so I want to, jump back for a sec. You said you changed your last name?
Oh, yeah. So I was born, my last name I've got now. My mum remarried when I was about 8 or 9, and I went to my stepdad's last name. And I've just recently gone back last year. Yeah.
How's that? Like, is it a bit of a trip getting used to? Like,
you probably find... Oh, no, not really. You find a lot of the hardest things to do would be changing your name with the bank, but I work at the bank, so that was like easy for me.
Right. Yeah, I couldn't imagine like all of a sudden having a different... I mean, because it's what you started as in this life.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I would have felt like it'd be kind of a little bit of a trip, almost like having to, because you're signing things around your name so often.
Oh, my signature's the same as what it was beforehand.
Yeah, right.
But my last name was relatively easy to spell. My new last name's a bit of an alphabet, so because I've got like a European background, so having that last name's a bit different than what it was before. So,
Oh man,
it wasn't hard. My partner literally did like everything for me. I just literally dropped it off. Then it reverts back and then it's done.
Okay, so here's the question, because you're married?
No, de facto.
Oh, okay, because I was going to say, because then if you're already married, then does she change her name as well, kind of thing? So I was like, okay, so she didn't have to do the whole name change as well with you. Okay, that's easy enough. All right, good stuff. Yeah, because I don't know. I mean, can anyone change their name? Is that a thing? You can just fucking...
You need to have, like, when you do the application for it, it goes through, like, an application, then goes through, like, the titles office where your name's, like, births, deaths, and marriages, and they'll assess it. But anyone... I remember there's a guy I served, and his last name was, what was that the old purple cat food? Whiskers.
Oh.
His last name... His last name was, like, Whiskers, yeah, and it was because of that. He was, like, a massive cat. So, yeah.
Oh, he actually changed it to Whiskers.
Yeah, another guy had his last name as Awesome, like, changed his name to Awesome. Yeah.
Oh man, it's almost tempting, isn't it? A little bit tempting just to... Were you tempted to change it to something just completely different at any point?
I've got a bit of it. Oh no, I always wanted to go back to my birth last name. I just never really got proactive and did it. And then my stepdad and I've like never seen eye to eye. We've like clashed horns our whole life, and there was something that happened where I'm like, you know what, fuck it, let's just do it, and I did it. So best thing I've ever done. Very. It was good.
It's worse. I know someone that got the exact same tattoos on their chest as a family member, and then had a big falling out. And it's like now they've got these two big tattoos on their chest, like massive. You couldn't really cover them up. exactly like. So every time they look at themselves, they're like burning up because they just think of that person that they can't stand. I'm like, man. So I guess so there's more permanent things than a name, I guess. But crazy. I wonder how many people change their names. I mean, it's like,
I don't know. That'd be you think about it, right? Like a lot of streamers, like big streamers, right? So you've got like a lot of streamers, like you take like Summit and like Shroud. A lot of these guys were like professional gamers before they were streamers. Yeah. So their names are out there.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. I mean, do you think it gets to a point where no matter you get to a certain size, people are going to just know. People find out, surely, when you get to a certain size. Because, I mean, I remember I was looking something up about Summit. It was probably his height, I was saying. But then there was a Wikipedia and it had just everything. It had the city he lives in, his full name, everything. I thought...
Have you ever just typed your Twitch name into Google and looked at yourself?
I haven't, but I actually saw my full name on something recently, like only like 2 days ago. That was linked to something that I'm doing, and I was like, I didn't give my name, and it was like my full. It wasn't even just Matt; it was Matthew, which I never write my name as Matthew on anything. I was like,
try just googling. Like I Google Shaggy_Steve, and it's just like me.
Really, like your name and stuff on.
Not my full name, but just all Shaggy. Just like all my Twitch, all my Twitter, all my passwords, clips.
Yeah.
I mean, and have you like on like Twitch Tracker and Social Blade and all these other things that track you.
Have you, when you search your name, have you ever found something trippy like that you didn't know? Because like sometimes people find themselves on like compilations and stuff that they didn't know they're on.
Yeah, I found myself. I've been on a couple of pretty big YouTube like highlight videos where one was like I got a big donation, another one was like I got like a cool sniper in Fortnite, and but people see it and then they like go, "Hey Shaggy, check this out," and I'm like, "Oh, that's pretty cool."
Yeah, Usually we'll find out before that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, I had a clip going around in a couple of compilations, and it was so dumb. I don't even know why the fuck. You know when you have like all these cool clips that you think are amazing, but then people seem to gravitate to the ones that you're like, no, don't watch that.
They pick the crap on you. Like, why'd you pick that one of all buddy clips?
Or like the top clips on your. Well, I know for me on my stream, are just like. It's kind of funny, but I know I have way better out there to get like one view. But you got
to remember though, like what you find funny, people that watch you won't find funny.
I mean, yes and no.
I watch back, like I watch my content back, not to watch me stream. I used to watch my content back to make sure, like if I change my microphone, if I change something, to make when I was setting up my green screen, I used to always troll people about I didn't want a green screen, and then I got a green screen. They were like, "Fucking what? You always hated green screens." I said, "No, I just said that to you to troll you." Like, I always wanted to do one, but like I did a lot of research into getting the right lighting, get the right green screen, making sure because I want the quality to be good. Like if people are like watching me, I don't want them coming in going, "Oh, that's shit quality stream." How often do you go into someone's stream and they got bad mic quality, or they're like, their bit rate's too low, so you're watching the stream, you're like, I can't even watch this. Like,
bit rate too low in Australia every fucking day, but when it's a worldwide one. Look, I don't know. I think people are getting better with that shit. I think people's quality. I mean, the quality on Twitch is stepping the fuck up from back in the day. Yep. My thing that kind of I always find interesting is when people have their mic like a mile away from them, so it's just a roomy as fuck sounding thing. Like they sound like they're talk. I always kind of think, no, just put it in front of you. You'll sound a little bit better. You know what I mean?
I hate it when people have a microphone on the desk and the keyboard's right next to it. And all I can hear is like, just like bang. Yeah, that fucking drives me wild.
I mean, luckily I don't have no reason now. I mean, I don't really play anything on stream, so it's not too big of an issue anymore. But yeah, people used to complain about me doing that all the fucking time.
You see some like really high level pro players, and all you can hear is like just like Tamlin. Is it Hamlin? TSM Hamlin?
Oh,
he's got a fucking. He's like one of the biggest Fortnite streamers, the TSM team. He's got a Yeti that sits like in. So he'll have his Yeti, so it's himself, the Yeti, and the keyboard behind it, and it's so loud. It's like
who would do that?
Are you the same?
Exactly,
are you the same?
Bro. Like,
yeah. Oh my god. Like, you're not playing Fortnite right now, though, so it's all good.
Right there. Oh, I just realized you're on a completely different camera, but yeah, I just showed everyone.
Yeah.
I mean that's the thing because I don't play anything, but I mean.
See, right now it's fine what you're doing because you're talking to a podcast.
Exactly,
that's cool.
Exactly.
But if you were playing like Fortnite right now and all I could hear was you clicking, I wouldn't even stay. That'd fucking like. And
really? Is that fucking like grind you?
If I can't hear the game or the person talking, and all I can hear is click, 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 I'm like, I'm out.
I agree. Some people have loud as fuck. Like, it's all about, I guess, learning about your mic and how it works and what all the functions do. And even using, I mean, you look like you've got a pretty fucking hectic mic setup. Like, run me through that. Is that like USB? That's USB, yeah?
I've only got I've got a Procaster XLR mic that I did have before through a mixer.
Yeah.
But I actually, because you can change your voice and stuff on it. That's why I bought it for a couple of my alerts.
Okay, yep.
And one day I thought the mixer was fucking up. So I've ripped it all apart, put the USB microphone back in, and little did I know the mixer was actually just out of the port in the PowerPoint.
Oh, you just like took it apart.
And I'd already pulled it apart. But then what I did was I got this microphone and then set like a few noise gates because I've got a very, very loud voice. So I don't need to talk that. I don't struggle to talk. I've actually got a gate in mine where I'm talking a certain loudness so that it actually activates. Like I could actually probably talk a bit quieter and my microphone won't pick that up. And I've mainly got that just because like if the missus is out there with the kids and because the missus often is yelling at kids or whatnot, my previous microphone could pick that up. And I'm sure the stream don't want to hear her yelling at the kids or if she's like one of the kids will like walk through and go to the drink fridge behind me. I don't want people picking that up as they come through. Like it's so that's why I set that stuff up on, and honestly, it's a USB microphone. There's less cabling, and it sounds great.
Yeah, like, I mean, it sounds on point. I mean, I'm just not that. Like, I feel like with music, right? If I hear music that I really love coming out of shit speakers, I'll notice it. But I'm definitely not an audiophile where like I'll listen to like the slight details of like, you know, like I say, I wouldn't listen to vinyl and be like, oh yes, like this sounds much more high fidelity. Like it's same with mics. Like people that have XLR mics, I hear great USB sounding mics.
Yep.
And yeah, like XLR sounds great as well. But I've heard people with shit XLR setups as well. So
you'll find there are some like one of my mods, Ozhound, he's got like dual PC set up and some people are just like really into that techie shit and having like a dual PC for the maximum output. And I'm just like, I've got a beast PC. It does what I need it to do. I've got the one thing controlling everything. So if one thing fucks up, I can pretty much narrow it down.
Yeah.
You know, I'm on 3 screens. I can use my 3 screens and my computer fine. It's a good enough PC that's going to last a couple of years. I've got the one cable for my microphone. Yeah. There's already a lot of shit going on in front of me. I don't need to add more like mixes.
Well, that's the thing. I worry about complicating things. I mean, part of me has thought about, maybe getting a mixer would be good for certain applications and whatnot to do the stream, but I worry that it's just too much extra shit to deal with. And then probably when I figure it all out, it'll be better. I'll be better off because I have more options available to me perhaps with certain things.
The thing is, like, if you're podcasting, right, there you will find that what you've got is actually fine, but there's things around your room that you could do, like putting couches and putting things on walls for like noise bouncing. Like I'm in a theater room at my house, so I'm in a rectangle room. So I've got really good sound reflection bouncing off of walls into a couch and into a massive wall of pops behind me. So I don't get any of that echo. Where other people, they'll sit in an empty room uncarpeted and you can hear the tinniness. So
that's why I changed my room up only recently, maybe 2 months ago. And my mic sounded better because I cleaned it up. But I had a chair, a little chair in here from IKEA that I got rid of. But I had just a pile of rubbish. Just my room was covered in trash, bags and just all sorts of shit. I was a complete trash bag. But that shit sucked in, it just, the audio sounded amazing because but as soon as I cleaned it all up, the bounce off everything, it sounded like too much echo. So now I'm like, shit, I need to get a new rug in here. I need to work out because I listen back and I think it's a little bit tinny or it's just got that bit of bounce. Oh, here we go. Here's a photo.
If you have someone just asked, they want to see my setup. That's what my setup looks like from behind me.
Okay, let's see if we can.
Want to show them?
Yeah, let's see if we can get this. Well, actually, you know what? I'll just do this. No, that's not it. There we go. Bam. Oof. Yeah, right. Oh, you've got a PC with that glass kind of.
Yeah, the thermal take open. It's all open.
Right. So how the fuck does that work? 'Cause I've seen that. I mean, is it better or worse for dust? Because I don't.
I used to get my computer room used to get really hot.
Okay.
Really hot. I've actually got an air conditioner installed, which the missus bought me for my birthday last year. I've actually just turned the aircon on because it's getting hot in here. But yeah, well, in summer, it doesn't get any hotter than 18 degrees, but it used to get 25, 30 degrees, if not loud, hotter in here. So I got rid of all that for that exact reason. So, but yeah, I had it open just because it's easy to keep it clean. I don't have dust coming in and out. Yeah. Your components are going to get dusty even in a case anyway.
That's true,
and mine sits on my desk behind my screen anyway, so it's easy. It's just in a spot. If I need to change anything, I can do it. Not that I've got a mate that does all that. I could probably figure a PC out, but I've got a friend that literally came to my house, built my PC, and I streamed on my other PC while he built it. So
I guess if you have someone that knows exactly what they're doing, I guess it's easier just to probably let them tinker around. I mean, I built mine, and my motherboard was fucked straight out of the box. But because I had no real idea about PCs, I was watching YouTube videos. I didn't know. Troubleshooting that was a nightmare. I was like, what the fuck isn't working? And eventually I got after 2 weeks of trial and error, I got to the point where I was like, okay, it's the motherboard. And I had to take it back in. And I took it back to the place. They tested it. They're like, yeah, your motherboard is actually fucked. They swapped it out, and then it all worked. But that's the thing. Someone that actually knows what they're doing probably could have instantly said, yeah, your motherboard's fucked. It's stuff like that.
Yeah, remember when I was setting up like a capture card and stuff, there was just like, I could have figured it out in like an hour, but I had someone here with me like, yeah, add this to that, to this to that, you're done. And I'm like, oh, easy. Like,
yeah, and then it's like, it's the initial figuring out, I mean, the one thing about those glass PCs, though, is goddamn. I mean, do you fuck with the RGB stuff? Are you a bit of an RGB fan?
Oh, I've got so many fucking RGBs behind my screen.
Man, I feel like that case could just light the fuck up if you... I mean, they've got fans now. Fans with RGB in it. I mean...
It's all my fans are RGB to my GPU. Like I've got a 1080 Ti, like a Asus ROG Strix, which lights up, and my RAM, which is like the Titan Force RAM.
Oh, you got the light up RAM and everything.
Everything lights up. It's like bling bling. Shit. But I used to have like all like LED lights around my desk and my TVs. I took it all down because it was just like added cords that were just annoying. So
true. Yeah, shit, man, that's crazy. Yeah, no, RGB. I feel like it's I love it at the moment, but I can totally fucking imagine that shit's gonna be something we look back on one day. It's like those.
Why?
It's like those tacky bathrooms from like the 80s, and people look back and like, how do you ever think that looked good?
That was a good idea. And it's like why would you do that?
Yeah, we're gonna look back on this and be like, oh my god, remember when we thought we were in the future?
There's still people of today that are like, I want that fucking bath from like the 1925s. Like they want that bath. So
that's true.
There's a market for everything.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's more that the technology of RGB lighting really has just become so affordable. You can just put it everywhere. It's like, I guess back in the day, there wasn't really the accessibility to it. I'm sure people were putting crazy colored lights everywhere before, but now it's just an epidemic. I love it, though. I'm a sucker for it, which is terrible in a way, but I don't know, dude. Hey,
there was this one one girl I rated. I can't remember who it was, but she had a PC like behind her camera, and it was just like the holy grail of lights. And I'm like, holy, like, I couldn't even, she was there and I didn't even see her. I just saw a fucking computer. I was like, oh my God, that's so much lights.
Yeah, right.
Like, it was too much lights. I was like, holy shit. Yeah, it was nuts.
Yeah, some people go crazy with that. I mean, my PC's pretty tame in comparison to what's out there. I mean, I watch those, like those room tours, like, and whatnot. And their room, like, I can't believe, like, people's corneas must be burning. They walk in, it's just like,
lights everywhere.
Like, I'm thinking, how do you even look at your PC screen? Like, there must be so much color casting and whatnot. Everyone's all about the blue, though. Everyone likes blue. Like, gamers like the blue lighting. I always feel like it's so cold.
I think it's because blue's, like, easier on your eyes, where if you have, like, red or if you got yellow, it kind of pops a bit more.
Well, that's what these glasses are. These are blue light glasses because the blue light's apparently so harsh. So I'm thinking, like, apparently blue light's worse for your eyes.
I reckon that's a load of shit. Like, I've had glasses like most of my life, and I've been in front of computer screens a long time, and it doesn't.
I will disagree with you, Shaggy Steve, because
that's fair.
Since wearing these, my eyes have felt. I used to get headaches and stuff as well, like because I thought, I had Gunners. You know Gunners, the main like gamer glasses. Yeah, and they're good, but they look so dumb.
Wait, do you wear glasses normally or not?
No, these are literally.
You wear them only on. Yeah,
these are computer glasses. Yeah. But I have like fucked up eyes anyway, because I used to never wear sunglasses outside growing up, and I had an outdoors job. I used to go to skate parks every day, and I got like just dry, like I've got dry eyes now essentially, like I've got bad eyes. So I feel like looking at screens for ages would just completely dry my eyes out, make my eyes tired. I get headaches or something. Start wearing these, like I still if I'm staring at a screen long enough, it'll probably fuck my eyes up. But yeah, they definitely help, which is so weird. And it's like, is it a placebo? But can something like that is physically, like, visual?
I don't think there's any actual hard science behind. I know a lot of people, because everyone's eyes are different. Like I've got astigmatism, so one of my eyes is more in focus than the other. So I've always had, probably because I've always had a lens in front of me, because I'm looking at another lens. Maybe my eyes are just used to that.
Right.
But everyone, I think the blue light can probably take a bit of, but everyone's different. So. Yeah, it's just like,
people, that's it. So many people look at screens all day and night, and then like Tay's always staring at screens. She's a photographer, always editing,
and
her
she's
eyes,
fine.
her eyes are fine. And I'm like, oh, maybe she get some glasses. So really, we don't know though the damage that might do over time. Like that's the thing. Like especially like with these kind of screens, they're still new in a way. I mean, we don't know. In time, people's eyeballs might start falling out of their heads. Who fucking knows? It's like I find
like with the screens and stuff too, there is actually science behind people being on screens and stuff for like hand-eye coordination and whatnot. That's why you'll see a lot of like pro FPS players and stuff. They're normally pretty good at like throwing a ball or catching a football or whatever because they're so good with their hand-eye coordination, where you'll find if anyone's not that good with their hands, they're probably a bit stiffer when they come onto a computer because they're not naturally that good at the movement. Well,
that's it. Yeah. It's all hand-eye coordination. Do you feel like you've got a bit of that? I feel like I fucking lost the lottery on that one. I feel like I lost the lottery. I feel like I'm slow as hell.
I've played like basketball since I was very young, so I can sit there and dribble a ball without looking at it. Someone can throw a ball at my peripheral and I can catch it pretty easily.
Do you reckon that stuff translates to gaming?
No way.
Oh, really? Nah. Shit. Feels bad.
No way.
Because imagine. I mean, it's like those people that are fucking amazing at like one shooter, and then they move over to another shooter, and
they're terrible.
Some people are just a god. Some people, like I move from shooter to shooter. I have to work my way up per shooter to get better.
Yeah.
But you see people that just move across. Like I feel like Ninja's one of them. He'd probably move across and just fucking tear it up with each game he plays.
He'd be pretty good at it.
Well,
you got to like
or Shroud, I should say as well.
Well, Shroud, like when he went through CS:GO, he went from being like when he was like young and in his prime, he was like their pro go-to killer, getting all the clutch kills and stuff, right? And then as Shroud got older, and then because I don't think a lot of people noticed when Shroud was like the go-to player, they didn't win. Like they didn't win much when he was like the go-to, and then once they started developing a team through Cloud9, I think they only like won one or two tournament with him. Like with CSGO. And when that was happening, he was like the utility. He was training the younger guys coming through. And then he went, okay, well, I'm streaming on Twitch. I'm starting to put this probably more lucrative than doing what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm going to give Twitch a go. And then his Twitch blew up. But someone like Shroud, right? Shroud is like Michael Jordan. He was like born in his DNA to be good at FPS shooters. He's the type of guy that he could like Michael Jordan could just pick up a basketball. Not that MJ was great in college, but he was always destined for greatness, and Shroud's the same. You got someone like Dr. Disrespect who's great at FPS, but he's not as good as Shroud. You know what I mean? And they probably both put in just as much of the same hours, but then you watch the doc and he's like an intense physical like person on the screen, where Shroud's a bit more laid back and chill. Even to the point where people criticize him for being so laid back.
It's almost like at the same time, when you're pulling in at times the most subs and views out of anyone, it's like, well, fuck it. Do I need to be high?
I don't think, honestly, I don't
he's
think.
He's just a chill dude.
I know as I've gotten bigger as a streamer, I care a fuckload less what people think about me as a streamer. I've had people come in and go, how have you got so much energy? I'm like, because I've always got energy. Like this is, whether I work a full-time job and come home and stream, or if I'm on a podcast, I've always got energy. I've never ever had no reserves of no energy. People go, how do you do it? I'm like, that's just what I was born to do. I'm born to, like, I can survive on not much sleep. I'll catch up on weekends, but I can go to sleep and sleep 4 to 5 hours a night and then operate the next day perfectly fine.
Oh God, I wish I was like that.
Yeah, where some people, they need that 10 hours sleep. You know what I mean? So, but like I find in my whole life, I've done all these things I've played. I was pretty good at basketball, but I was never tall enough to be the position. I was always the big guy.
Yeah, right.
And now I'm 6'5". The big guys are 6'10", 6'11". So I was too short to be the big guy.
Shit.
So I was good at that. Then I was in a supermarket. And I was really good as a supermarket manager. I thought, this is my calling. And then I'm like, maybe it's not. Then I went into banking, and I'm with banking now. And I'm really good at my job banking. But until I started streaming and actually like making content and getting really involved in the content world, meeting other streamers, making my own stuff, playing different games, learning about Twitter, learning about YouTube, Instagram, learning all of this stuff, I find that I'm more passionate about this than I've ever been about anything else ever.
Fuck yeah. Are you the type of person that needs a bit of that passion to... I mean, because I know for me, I find it very hard to apply myself to anything unless I'm really passionate about it, which is terrible. It's, that's why I was so bad at school, because I wasn't really passionate about a lot of stuff I was doing. But as soon as I find something that I really am interested in, I'll like go hard on it. You know what I mean?
Do you have it? Have you got an addictive personality? Do you get addicted to stuff? Yeah,
100%.
A lot of successful people on Twitch, if they've got that personality and they can control it, they can become successful.
Yeah, right.
But
good to know.
Well, but it's like a double-edged sword. It's knowing when too much is too much. You know what
that's
I mean?
The thing, because I know you're not. I think I heard somewhere you said you don't really ever get burnt out, or you don't feel like you could ever get burnt out. I'm completely opposite. I feel like I think that's a minority thing that has to be, because I know so many streamers that I've thought it was pretty much everyone at some point gets burnout. I mean, I've had it plenty of times where I go in a little bit too hard, too quick, and I get to a point where I just my brain shuts down. I feel like I can't handle it and I have to take a break. So you feel like you've never had that? You don't think you'll ever...
You find a lot of the content creators I speak to that are gamers and make content, they're there playing a game and make content as a secondary item. I got into streaming to stream, not to play a game.
Yeah.
So I got into streaming for that interaction. I got into streaming for that community side of things. So the game to me is supplementary, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So if I'm playing a game, if I get bored of it, I just go play another game.
Yeah.
But I'm still the same streamer. You know what I mean? So I don't get that burnout, because as my channel's developed over time and I've made all the changes and got to where I am now, I've just continually added every time I go live, I'm just adding another brick to the foundation. Every single time I go live, and trust me, there's plenty of times I'll put a crack brick down, I'll fuck up and make a mistake. I'll say the wrong thing to the wrong person. But I tell you what, a year ago, someone would say something about me. I'd be like, fuck you, how dare you say that? Now people can say stuff about me. I could care less, because at the end of the day,
surely it's easier to brush those things off as well, because you've got that confidence knowing that you've got a community that turns up no matter what. I think for someone that's smaller, even for me sometimes, it's not that secure always. You know what I mean? You're not feeling that like that cemented in where you are.
Yeah, I mean, that's probably... I'm a pretty confident person. We met at PAX, I'm pretty sure, when you had your beard. I think it was just like a quick handshake.
It must have been a real quick one, yeah.
Yeah. But like, I'm pretty confident in person, and I'm a pretty big person as well. So I've got it... But I'm very confident in everything I've done. Like, if I put my mind to something, I think I can do it. So when it comes to content creation, I might not be that great at a game, and I'm not that good at the game, but that's a lacking in confidence there. It's not because I don't think I can be good. It's just I need more practice.
Have you always had that confidence, or is that something you've built up over time? You just had it since day one?
It's probably gone from more cocky arrogance to probably more confidence.
Really? You're
I often when I was younger in sport, I was very cocky. Yeah, like right. I played someone in basketball and I'm better than them. I'd like get in their face and let them know I'm better than them.
Shit.
Yeah.
Did it ever cause any issues?
No, because I was always better than them.
Oh shit! Oh, yeah. I don't think that cockiness is gone. I think that.
No, I was always when I played basketball. There was only a couple of people. I think I didn't when I was young playing basketball. I didn't respect my opponent enough.
Yeah, right.
And there were a couple of guys that were pretty solid, but I was probably on par with them. If not, I was always the big guy. I was always bigger than most people. So no one really ever got in my face in the sense of I could always just run through the paint, lay it up, and score, or I could block someone down on defense because I was bigger than him. Until I got to men's basketball and I wasn't the biggest anymore. So it was like that adjustment period. Right. But yeah, nowadays there's kids out there that probably aren't as skilled as I am, but they've got more legs and they can run and jump higher than me. And I'm like, yeah, whatever, I don't care. It's just like, I probably mellowed out a bit more. In content creation though, I still think I can hold my own with any of the bigger streamers out there. I think I do a good enough job that, you know, I can, if my channel was to ever actually explode, I think I could handle it quite well.
Yeah, I agree. God, like, I feel like, for me, I feel like if I would need that slow build up to being a bigger streamer, I couldn't just handle it. Do you reckon, right? Because I've asked people this before. Say if you got like a fuck off huge raid, let's say someone with like 20,000 people just fucking threw them in your channel. How do you reckon you'd handle that? 20,000 people. Do you reckon what do you reckon your like next move would be? Do you reckon you'd just keep doing what you're doing and kind of...
It's a bit too circumstantial for me. I'm like, I'd rather it to actually happen. I'd be fine though. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'd be like, hey, thanks for the raid. Like, I wouldn't be able to like continue, like stop what I'm doing. I'd be able to just roll with the punches. A whole bunch of people followed. I'd do that. Yeah. I'd be fine. I'd have no issue with that at all. Yeah.
See, the thing I found hard with raids sometimes, right? I don't know if you ever felt this, but like, say you get raided and people come in, but then no, like say like 100 people, but then only a couple of people follow. And only a couple of people really are talking from that raid. It kind of just fizzles out. The streamer doesn't even follow you. and it leaves you kind of almost feeling a bit like, shit, man, did I not capitalize? Did I not do a good
what do you normally find? Like, since I've started doing GTA roleplay, my streams have been going like 3, sometimes 4 hours longer than normal. Yeah, like, right. I normally used to stream for 4 hours. I used to start 6:30, finish at 10:30. I've been going to like 12:31 in the mornings, and there's people that have been there from 6:30. They're either in bed or they're tired. So, but if a few people follow, cool. If they don't, at the end of the day, if you have a big streamer follow you from a whole bunch of other viewers, those viewers that have come over, they're going to watch that streamer before you, because people are very loyal on Twitch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if someone does find another streamer that they find more entertaining than you, once again, that used to upset me. If I had someone there for ages and they went somewhere else to like a close friend, I'd be like, yeah, what the fuck, bro? Why are you not supporting me?
Yeah.
Where now it's just like one person will leave, 3 people will show up, and people will always be there.
Yeah, I think that's the whole thing as well about taking breaks on Twitch, because it's you really have to keep streaming to keep building up the community. Because people are going to leave, people come back, and it's almost like as soon as you take time off, you're going to have your loyals, but people are going to dip, and you're not feeling those shoes again. You know what I mean? While you're taking it off, and it's like, have you taken any big breaks? Like, really? Because I feel like since you started.
So I started end of 2017. I had a 2-week break about a month and a half in. I went overseas to Bali, so it made no difference at all.
Yeah.
My second big break was just before I did Grassroots last year.
Yeah.
So when I came back, I had like 2 streams that went into Grassroots, so that was fine. And that's it. I've streamed 5 to 6 days a week consistent. I've never had time off sick. I've never gone, I can't stream tonight for whatever reason. If I've got a sore throat, I'll just keep streaming.
So you're going away coming up, I think, to Thailand, I believe, which is fucking May. Hype.
Yep. I missed 5 streams.
See, that's not too many, is it? I mean, like, are you nervous you ever have to take like a big break off? And if you had to take a big break, you wouldn't be nervous about?
No, I've got a really good community of people.
Yeah, that's good to know.
No matter what.
I mean,
like, obviously,
that must be a damn good feeling.
Well, you would as well. Like, I'll have a core of people that'll be there no matter what. Sure, the people that watch all the time will leave, but I have enough confidence in my own content that if people were to leave and go watch someone else for 5 days, the moment I come back, they'll be like, "Fuck, I'm so happy Shaggy's back." You know what I mean? I'm not. If I was to take a month off, that'd be different.
Yeah,
But everyone knows I'm going to Thailand. I've been letting everyone know I've been going to Thailand for like 2 months. Everyone knows I'm going to Thailand.
They're warming up for it. They're warming up.
Yeah. And when I go, I'm not really gone. Like, I'll still put photos on Twitter. I'll still put photos on Instagram. I'll still be in Discord.
Yeah.
Like, I'll still be around. I just won't be streaming. And I think everyone needs a break. I'm sure there are people out there that still lurk my channel that get sick of watching me because I'm live 5 nights a week. That's a long fucking time.
Yeah,
like,
that's it.
I'm sure there's people that just go, I just don't really feel like his intensity tonight, or I don't feel like listening to his voice consistently. So I don't really want to watch GTA roleplay tonight. I want to go watch some World of Warcraft. People, end of the day, people will do what? People will come to Twitch to get something from Twitch. And the sooner you get your head around that as a content creator, if someone leaves, it might be you, it might be the game, might be whatever, but you've got to not worry about what other people are doing and just worry about what you're doing. Yeah. The moment you can like train your mindset to think that, and if you can just, I know a lot of people say I like come across as too positive. Like, don't get me wrong, there's shit that goes on in my life as well. But when I'm at work working. When I'm on stream, I'm at stream streaming. If I'm having a shit day, that's not my stream's fault. Yeah. So I've got the ability to switch off and concentrate. If I have a fight with my missus like Funplace, which I have before and then streamed, my stream wouldn't know because I'm streaming. And streaming to me is like, when I used to play basketball, I'd be on the basketball court, 2 20-minute halves, or when I was playing 12-minute quarters. That whole time I was on the basketball court, no matter what was going on in life, all I gave a fuck about was basketball.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Now when I stream, as soon as I hit go live, I'm just on the stream. That's my focus. So yeah, if there's something going on, cool. I'll worry about that after it's done. But there's times where like fun players would be like, oh, you know, you're not going to stream tonight for whatever reason. I'm like, really? Like, I'm still going to stream anyway. Like, that's just because that's what I'm very just dedicated to what I'm doing. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah. I mean, because not everyone has that. I mean, not everyone's lucky enough to have that ability to switch it off. I know a lot of people, I see it all the time on Twitter. I mean, people kind of go, I've had a rough day, just don't think I can stream. I know for me as well, like I've definitely tried to push it before where I go, I haven't had the best day, but I'm going to jump on stream anyway. And then it's just a bit of a disaster because my attitude's just not there.
It's called resiliency. So I've done a lot of training and resilience with management, with work. Okay. It's all about mindset. So there's like 9 different mindsets that people are, and everyone's personalities are different. So I think I've done pretty good with this with my community, because on the internet, you have a lot of your relationship with people. They'll see you and they'll see your physical self and they'll hear your voice, but your relationship with them is text based. So you don't know if that person's having a shit day unless they let you know.
Yeah.
So, and with my whole streaming, I'm trying to be, say Sammy's got home from work, he's had a fucking shit day, and he just wants some good vibes for a couple of hours before he goes to bed. I'm there to offer that to them. So it's kind of selfish because I get pleasure out of making other people happy. And that's like what my aim of my content is. But that's why you'll never see me tweet something negative, because I don't see a positive result from a negative tweet. I'll post constructive tweets and I'll post positive tweets, but I won't tweet something like, had a shit day today, letting you all know. I've started streaming. People go, how work, Shaggy? I'll be like, work was shit today, but I don't care. I'm streaming now.
Yeah.
So it's not me faking who I am. It's just me. I want people to know to be positive and to read positivity, because I know positivity gets over fucking done and mental health on Twitch gets overdone, but like legit, people can't fake it for too long until they fall off. And I've been consistent with all of my content, my personality, everything's consistent.
Yeah, I mean, that's it. It's very hard, especially in this industry. I mean, people don't like me calling it industry. I think it's easier to say that. But it's very hard to mask who you really are. You know what I mean? That shit will come out, because live streaming, I mean, it's not like a YouTube video where you can make it and you can edit out the bad. Like, you are in front of that, people will see. And yeah, you are very consistent. No one could take that away from you. I think that's it. It's like the people that are over positive and whatnot, and you can tell they're doing it for the reasons of trying to build up an image. It always comes out eventually. I've seen that with a couple of people that have started streaming. Like, not now, but like they'll start streaming, they'll be very positive and they'll be very excited, and then the realities of Twitch streaming hits them, that it's not always going to be a client, like a direct boost up. You're going to have ups and downs, and you just see that they just don't carry. They just do you know what the biggest problem with Twitch at the moment now with someone that's new? So when I started on Twitch, I knew nobody on Twitch. I knew no existing streamers. I knew nobody. It took me 8 weeks to get affiliated, like get the 50 followers. And I knew nobody. Where, say, I might have Bob Jane that's been hanging out in my stream for 3 months. They start streaming. Instantly, all that takes for me is to shout that person out and they're going to get viewers. Then what's going to happen is they're going to stream and like, fuck yeah, I've got 15 viewers. I'm affiliated. And then all of a sudden, people are just going to leave because their content isn't the quality that they're used to. Yeah. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, I've had this awesome stream for a month and all of a sudden now my content's died off. And when people see a negative result, as human beings, we are always focused on the negative. Yeah. And if people aren't resilient enough to get past that and to make improvements themselves, they'll find an excuse or a reason as to why it hasn't worked out for them. So it's a massive make or break on Twitch. I've seen it massively with the Fortnite phase of just people coming through, the influx of people that came through from Fortnite, and they all were trying to, they thought their skill in Fortnite was going to carry them. Some people it did, but with so many people coming in, you've got to be a triple threat. You've got to be, you've got to be good at the game. You've got to have the entertainment value. You've got to be, what's the other?
You need to be quality. You just need to be unique. You need to offer something to somebody that they're not getting from elsewhere. So
that's true.
It doesn't matter if you're like an overweight white guy or like a skinny female, or if you're good at games or bad at games. Twitch isn't about the game. People are so focused on the game and the gameplay. If people are streaming Fortnite and they're not even interacting with the webcam, I don't even know why they've got a webcam. Like, just play the game. But the great thing about Twitch is you can do whatever you want. Like, you've got this free platform that you can just do what the fuck you want, and no one will tell you otherwise unless you break the terms of service.
Limits,
yeah. So you can literally be who you want to be. You can grow a mustache. You can wear ties. You can wear this. I dress nicely when I stream because I don't want people to come into a stream and see this guy sitting in a singlet with that's why I dress nicely. That's why I dress the way that I do. And I never used to always dress nice. I used to just sit there in a hoodie and whatnot. And I went back and watched those streams and think to myself, God, I just don't look presentable. And I like people coming in and going, this guy looks presentable. He's got a nice webcam. His green screen's nice. The stream looks good. So and for me, I think there was like a thing. It's something like, I think it's like 2.5 minutes or like a minute and a half. It takes someone to click into a stream
and dip
to
out.
Whether or not they will follow. Yeah. So I'll have people come into my stream and they'll hit the follow button. They'll get the follow alert and go, holy fuck. And they'll stay 15, 20 more minutes.
Yeah.
Or they might come in and go, this guy talks too much and leave. Because at the end of the day, people don't always like someone that's very chatty or very loud or someone that's dancing or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny though. I mean, sometimes you got to wonder if they don't like too much chat. Then it's like, what do you want? But some people People like just a lot of high tier gameplay. I mean, so
everyone's got what they want on Twitch. So if there's someone in there that's there, so Fortnite's a great example. Fortnite's got so many people that are super talented at that game.
Yeah.
What are you going to offer that person to not go watch that other person? And if you're okay at the game, cool, you're okay at the game. But what are you offering? So I found with Fortnite, I got pretty good followers through Fortnite, but my retention was low because people come through, they have a bit of a laugh, they do whatever, but then they'll go watch someone else because Fortnite's got a very young base of viewers. And younger viewers aren't loyal. They'll go find the next best thing. A lot of my community are like middle-aged people. So they will find what they like and they'll stick with it. So
yeah.
Yeah,
I feel on that. I found that as well with Fortnite. Yeah, I mean, it is funny and it is a bit of an age thing, not to be ageist, but yeah, younger audiences do seem to, I mean, as we know, there's that attention span that's there. And I mean, we have to admit technology has definitely not played a good part in that.
No,
where everyone kind of is instantly, their brain's like, what else is there though? And that's the thing, there's always so many fucking people streaming that you're constantly up against. I mean, that's it. I mean, I remember Dr. Disrespect saying like, I think this is what it was. It was someone donated and said you should do a program to help small streamers, and he straight away went, no. He said no. He said you need to figure out what makes you unique. You need to do something different and set yourself apart. He said, this is not up to me, that's up to you. And it's like true. And he can say it better than most people that he did something completely unique on the platform and set himself apart.
There's a lot of not even just content creators, but there's a lot of people out there that have like a self-entitlement where they believe that they deserve. So say like with me, for example, I might have 80 viewers consistently. I could feel like I deserve those 80 viewers. And if I ever dip below that, it's like, well, why have I dipped below that? But a lot of people don't realize how hard it is to actually build a community. Building a community is so much more than just going live. And a lot of streamers, they just go live, they turn their stream off, and then they go live again. They don't go any further to Twitter posts, to Instagram posts, to getting your community to learn about you as a person. Like everyone knows I've got a French bulldog. Everyone knows I've got pet rats. Everyone knows about my partner Fun Place. Everyone knows she's got 2 kids. Everyone that spends a week in my community know about me because I'm active in my Discord. They know that I work in a bank. Like a lot of people, I'm closed off to the sense where a lot of people don't know where I work, but I'm not afraid to let people know. Where there's some streamers out there, you wouldn't even know if they've got a partner or not. And if that's what they want to do, that's fine. But there's a market for everything. But I'm happy being open because I want people to look at me and go, holy shit, he's just a normal dude.
So me. Relatability. And that's what Twitch really craves all the time. People love that relatability. I mean, that's the funny thing. There really is a market for one, like people like Dr. Disrespect, who it's definitely a big show. I mean, it's like you're watching a character.
Production.
Yeah, but then there's streamers that blow up and there's no real quality to their production, but that is very real. People just like what they've got to say. I mean, there's plenty of streamers that have thousands of viewers, and really their setup is pretty shit. They might even have just a headset mic, but they are extremely relatable. They might be very funny, and people gravitate to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Twitch is really, there's a market for everything on it. Like really.
Yeah.
So if anyone ever thinks like that, they don't have a chance. I mean, there's a market for everything, but it's all about that just being that little bit unique. And I think that's
you need to have something that people can go. Like I said, I got a lot of like more middle-aged people around my age, maybe a little bit younger, where they're like, they can probably relate in the sense that like they work full-time jobs as well, so do I, or they just enjoy you just can't overthink why people watch you. People watch you because they enjoy your content. They like instead of watching fucking a current affair, they're watching MattyAP. You know what I mean? Like just
I hope so.
People are so fucking thirsty for interaction in this day and age. That's why there's Twitch do so well, because people sitting at home bored. They want to talk to someone and have people talk back to them. And that's why Twitch is so great.
Yeah.
Not so much in Australia because not many people know about it yet, but as Australia gets bigger and bigger in the sense of a Twitch presence, more people come to the platform and go, holy shit, this is great. Like,
I feel like it's blown up the Australian scene. Since I jumped on Twitch, it barely had anyone on here from Australia. I remember every time I came across someone from Australia, it was like a mind-blowing moment. Like I couldn't believe it. Like
how long have you been on Twitch for? Sorry, I don't actually know how long you've been.
Bit over 3 years. 3 years.
Okay, so
months, yeah.
I've got a question for you then, because Twitch has only really been big in Australia for about 4.5 years.
Yeah. From
your perspective, how does it feel seeing someone like me come onto the platform and
blow up?
Well, not so. I don't really feel like I've blown up. Like I feel like I've worked really hard to get to where I am.
I would say where you're at now is in my eyes blowing up. If I kind of got to where you are, I'd be like, I'm blowing up. Like I would definitely think that. But like, okay, so what's the question? Like,
so how do you, because I don't really pit myself against other streamers, but there's streamers I've watched when I started on Twitch in 2017 that are Aussies that I've now surpassed. So now I watch other people that are like bigger, because I'm always trying to make improvements. But how do you feel like when you see other streamers take off? I've seen streamers that put in a lot less work than me that just absolutely explode because they get hosted by someone. It's like, oh, whoa, like,
I mean, it used to burn me a little bit. I used to be like, what the fuck? Like I'm doing a good job. But I blame myself, not in a negative way, but I took a lot of breaks. Like I took 3-month breaks over and over. Like I'd get momentum. Yeah. I kind of psych myself out a little bit. It starts going well and I don't know, something weird happens where I psych myself out and I take a break. And sometimes it's meant to be like a week and it turns into 3 months. Who fucking knows why? But so that's the biggest momentum killer.
Because I found the reason I asked you that question is I found that there's been people that have been on Twitch before. I've been on Twitch and they'll be all nice and stuff to you. Most people are really nice and open, but there's a lot of conversations that go on behind closed doors. And Twitch ANZ's so small from even a partner to an affiliate stage that people talk about people. I know people have spoken about. I know people that have issues with me, which most of it's my fault and their fault, but like I know about that. But how much of it do you not know? You know what I mean? Because I feel this is going to sound really like the right thing to say, but I truly believe this. If we all like work together, we would succeed. Like if we actually genuinely tried to help each other out and pick each other up instead of putting people down or like doing the right thing. And like if I find someone that has a really good production quality, but their viewer count's low, I'll like reach out to them and say g'day, and then like you know, or they'll come see me. And if they always ask me a question, I'll always give them a reply. Always try. But at the end of the day, I'm like, what works for me might not work for you. But like, try and like work together instead of being so dog eat dog. You know what I mean?
Here's my thing. I really believe that, and this is gonna sound pretty shitty, but I think it's reality that only a few people can make it to the top. Not everyone can be the top. It's just there's the clout economy just isn't rich enough.
That's such a great word, cloud economy. I've never heard that before. I like that. That's good. Yeah, can we fucking use that before about tombstones? Cloud economy. MattyAP. Yeah.
That's it, cloud economy. Yeah, get it trending. Yeah. But yeah, I mean there's not enough up there. It really is. It's like the real life economy though. There's only like someone said recently on the podcast, there's only like 1% that's in like the millionaire club, and then 99%. I don't know.
You've got like this small percentage of streamers that are partnered, and then out of that small percentage are like really successful. Like, I've had so many people say to me, Shaggy, when are you going to go streaming full time? I'm like, do you realize like how much money I actually earn from my actual job versus what I earn from Twitch? Like the discrepancy is fucking astronomically different. Like, I get good viewers and I get pretty good subs and I get good donos, but I don't get anything near that's going to pay a mortgage and house it. Like, I could literally go full time stream now, but I wouldn't be going on holidays like I'm in a couple of weeks. You know, I wouldn't be able to do the things that we do as a family. The kids would have to miss out, and I don't feel like I've already been very selfish with my own stream, with the amount of time and effort I put into my stream and the amount of time I don't get with those guys. That's already enough of a payment out of my pocket, let alone quitting my job. And unless I was really, really, really like at the stage where I could do it.
Yeah.
But my partner's like, you cannot stream full time. You're too fucking loud. Like, I can't have you all the time. Well,
I mean, I went full time about a year ago.
Do you stream full time? I didn't know that.
Yeah, I stream full time.
Shit.
I've got a mortgage, and let me tell you,
how do you go?
Sacrifice as fuck. Like it is, you have to, and it's still going, and it's still just. I mean, I got like that $3,000 dono
before. Yeah.
It's because of people like Dark Goddess that I fucking.
So can I be real with you?
Yeah.
I would feel I truly love anyone that ever supports my channel from a financial standpoint.
Yep.
But I've made it perfectly clear that It's not an expectation. I would rather I would rather trade my subs now for viewers because it would be better in like a positive way. Like I would go faster.
Yeah, no. 100%.
But at the same time, it's really, really amazing to think people are willing to spend their money to support you as a streamer. It's such a thing. It's so hard to get your head around. People go, why would they pay you to play video games? I'm like, I don't fucking know.
My dad says the same thing. When I first started getting some big donations, my first ever cash out on Twitch, I didn't cash out straight away. When I went affiliate, I left it a couple of months. But that first, I never had a donation button for the first year. I didn't have any way of anyone sending me money. So people would gift me Steam games all the time because they wanted to support me, and I'd be like, "Oh, thank you so much." And then I got affiliate, but I didn't want to take it. I didn't feel like I was ready. I didn't feel like I was ready to take money. But back when affiliate was, I don't know if they still do this, but they would send me like emails like every week saying, "Here, do your affiliate thing." Then this hassle me because they wanted everyone to be an affiliate. I thought, fuck it. Well, if I'm affiliate, I'm getting like bits and whatnot. Like they're pretty much forcing me to make money off it. So I thought, well, I may as well just have a donate button at the same time. I just wanted to make sure that people knew I was in it for the right reason to start. You know what I mean? I wanted to make sure that people knew I wasn't one of these people that jumped on to make money. So I did it for like a year and a bit without making any money off it. And then when I finally got that donate button, people, I guess, were just waiting to drop some cash. And I made my first payout was like $10,000.
Wow, that's huge.
Yeah, and I was still working my full-time job then, which I hated at that point. I'd been doing it for like 10 years and I was very ready to call it. And I still worked there for years after that. But I just thought, okay, this is at the point where I kind of maybe can save a bit of money and just try and make this work eventually. And like a year and a bit later, I just thought, fuck it. Like I'm going to just risk everything. It's a terrible idea, but hey, one day I'll be dead. And
you can't ever look back at it and go, oh, like if you did it and you tried it for a year and it wasn't feasible, the worst thing that's going to happen is you've got to drop back a day and then work.
Go back to a job.
There's plenty of Twitch streamers out there that claim that they're full time, but you don't know that they work weekends.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? There's a lot of streamers that do that, and a lot of YouTubers as well. They make YouTube content, but they work jobs to pay the bills.
I was doing photography every weekend, so I was like making a bit of money, but only recently I've just thought I'll take a break from that for a minute. So right now I'm like dead set full time, and it's I wouldn't recommend it at all. It's highly stressful on the financial side of things, but at the same time it's given me time to spend every waking minute, other than the time I spend with Tay, and we don't have kids yet, so I don't have to deal with that, because that would obviously be an extra kind of factor. But yeah, I spend every waking minute working on this podcast now and booking guests and working everything out, trying to make it better. So I think if I had a full-time job or even a part-time job, it would definitely break that flow that I've got going on at the moment. But I think
I'm different. If I was to not work because the time I stream now is like my sweet spot. That like 6 to 8 hours, that's like my money spot. Anything more than that, I would probably like I'd be getting too tired from talking and whatnot. So the only thing I would do outside of if I didn't have the full-time job, I'd be making like YouTube content. I'd be more active on socials.
Yeah.
I'd be editing more. I'd be doing my full-time job now kind of keeps me structured because the day I stream on Sundays, for example, I start streaming at 6:30 on a Sunday afternoon.
Yep.
I generally sit there and do fuck all day. And then when it gets to stream time, I'm actually pretty flat before I start.
Yeah.
Where when I'm at work, I'm in work mode. I get home, I have dinner, I get my shit and I start streaming. I'm still in that flow. So, but yeah, it's a scary thought for anybody. I'm genuinely shocked how many people just go, fuck it, I'm going to go full time.
Yeah.
Like, you're different because you were doing it for a while before you did it. Yeah. But I'm shocked how many people do it for like 3-6 months. Geef's a good example. Do you know Geef?
I know.
He's Dead by Daylight. Yeah, he's an Aussie streamer, Dead by Daylight. I think he was working like data analytics. And he wasn't even partnered. He like went bang full-time streaming, 3 months partnered. It's been streaming full-time. Literally quit his job. And I've heard stories in his stream where he's like, he was like a week behind in rent, waiting for his Twitch money to clear through so he could pay rent. And to me, I'm just like, that would make me go bald. Yeah. Because I've got so much financial security now, I just couldn't. Like, you have to surrender all that to go full-time. Yeah. You have to surrender that unless you go full-time when you've blown up to the point where you're making hell cash. So that's my plan. Yeah, like I'm at the stage now where if my channel keeps growing to the point where it's going to keep growing and the numbers keep getting bigger and bigger, and it's getting to the stage where there's enough income coming through that I can quit the job, sure, that will happen. Yeah. But I probably wouldn't even quit my job. I'd probably go back and work part-time and then put more into content and then go from part-time part-time further back and then quit and then do streaming full-time. But me, I've got like a 5-year. So mine was like stream to get affiliate, which I got.
Yep.
And then it was like, okay, be affiliate. Now see if I can get partnered. I got partnered about 6 to 12 months quicker than I thought I was going to get partnered.
Yeah, you got partnered like
really.
year and a bit into streaming.
I didn't realize it was that quick. It was It was November 2nd, so it was like a year and a month.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And I got partnered. So I got partnered, and then it was like, okay, now that I'm partnered, now I need to find a niche game that I can like grow a channel in. And then DBD went really good. Fortnite went pretty good. GTA's popping. It's just like take each day as it comes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just never know what the next game is going to be when it comes out. Oof. So
I always look forward to it. I mean, that's the thing. Like, I've got that addictive personality. I always look forward to that next game I'm just going to get hooked on. But there's just nothing out at the moment. Nothing out. No. I'm looking for that.
Nothing that can hold it. The next one I'm looking forward to is like Classic WoW when that drops. I'm like really, because I was before I started streaming, I was mythic, like progression mythic rating, and my guild fell apart, and that's why I started streaming. So
shit, okay.
I used to. Did you play WoW at all?
I played a little. I didn't get deep into it. I played it more as like I like to explore, and I didn't get into all the raids and shit.
So the end game's like raiding, and then there's like 5-man groups, which they're called mythics. You do mythic pluses to get harder the higher you go.
Yeah.
So I used to run mythic pluses with my mates and then raid, and then in our off time we'd play PUBG together. And one of my mates sent me a link, and he goes, check this link out. And it was Dr. Disrespect. And I'm like, I could do this. Yeah. Made a channel, and then here I am.
Really? So Dr. Disrespect was like your inspiration to start streaming?
Oh, he was the guy I watched first. I definitely... I watched his channel with like 15,000 viewers he had, and I'm like, I could do this. That's not that hard. Man. Holy shit, I was fucking wrong. It's hard. Like, it's hard work, man.
And you see what he does as well. Like, I mean, same as you do a lot during a stream. Like, it's very high energy. There's a lot of moving parts in it, and you think, man, like some people guarantee look at that shit, and they just go, oh yeah, I could do that. That'd be easy. But you know that's the thing. Some people jump on stream and they stream as if that no one was watching, as if they're just sitting there playing a game, and that's how they go. But then there's people on the other end of the spectrum that are all about the entertainment, and it's. I mean, do you ever find that you're drained after a stream ever?
No, I'm always wired.
Always wired, because I always feel like I
struggle to turn off.
Yeah, because that's the same with me. I always like. I mean, Tay hates it. I come out after a stream, I'll just talk her ear off for like an hour after that, but I still feel like, maybe not so much now, but back when I was a lot more high energy, like early days of streaming, like jumping on my chair and spin around all over the place, I feel like I'd always come out and I always feel like just kind of exhausted. I guess it's about managing like the energy, I guess. Like not.
I used to always make sure I finished 10, 30, 11 o'clock, especially doing Fortnite.
Yeah.
That's because I just wanted that to be cut off my time. But I've been like really enjoying roleplay that I'm having trouble stopping the stream. Like last night, I've been having like little breaks just to get up and walk around. And I came back and did like an overlay while I was gone, came back and sat down and went, fuck, it's 1:30 in the morning. I got work tomorrow. See you later, guys. I didn't realize it was so late.
Shit.
Like before I knew 7 hours was gone, I'm like, shit, I need to go to bed.
Well, you're just living in that world. You live in that GTA world. What's the longest stream you've ever done? Have you ever done like a... That
was the wrist stream where I hurt my wrist. That was
that was like 14?
14, 15 hours, yeah.
Have you ever thought of doing like a crazy long stream, like a 24 hours? Has that ever been like a thought, or are you like...
I've never ever saw the benefit of a 24-hour stream because like no one's going to... There might be like a handful of people to stay there for the 24 hours, but from like a health point of view, it can be pretty detrimental. I'd have to do a 24-hour stream and take breaks where I'm just like watching a YouTube video whilst eating some food, or get up and do a dance just to get moving. Because I couldn't sit in the one spot for 24 hours. I
did Fortnite for 48 hours.
Oh, I don't know how you do that. Fuck that.
I did it 3 times, and yeah, I felt fucked at the end of it.
Yeah,
but people were coming in going, "You're gonna die, motherfucker!" And I was like, "Holy shit, am I?" Like, but I didn't feel like I was gonna die. I think people. There are health hazards, I'm sure, and it depends on who you are. I didn't feel like I was going to die. I just felt pretty tired by the end of it.
Have you ever done a subathon before? Have you ever done one?
Yeah, so that was essentially what the 48 hours were. Like, it started off as a 6-hour stream, and for every sub, it was an extra hour. Yeah, and add time on,
So I only really just recently, probably like the last 2 or 3 months, found out what a subathon was. I didn't realize what it was. Right.
I was calling them sellout streams, just leaning into it.
They are a sellout stream. Like, you find a lot of big streamers before they go to like Twitch Europe or TwitchCon in America, they'll do a subathon before they go because they get all this hype in, and they'll do it a couple of days before they leave, so their income's covered for the next month while they're away.
Yeah.
So I always said to my stream, I'll happily do a long stream and see how I go.
Yeah.
But I can't have it. Like, I work full time, and my job's not physically demanding; it's mentally demanding in the sense of like what I need to do. So it's like I don't want to. I already like tether the line now. If I was to do 24 hours on like a Friday night and then sleep all day Sunday, I'll be back at work Monday. I'd be fucked the next week. So
well, that's it. Yeah, I only started doing when I went full time, and that was like the thing where I was like, finally, I can do shit like this, weird shit. Like, but yeah, I mean, it's the thing. You do a long ass stream, you got to factor in. It's not just the stream. It's like the day or two of recovery, essentially. Like you've got to just get your sleep after that. But yeah, people would come to me and be like, what's like some tips for long streams? I'm like, sleep lots before it, drink lots of water, and just sleep. Like, there's no real light. It's not like you and build up. Some people just go straight into like. I mean, the worst thing is though when someone says like they build it up. Oh, I'm going to do a 24-hour stream. Be there. Everyone they put out like Twitter,
and they get halfway through and stop.
And then there's bail. Like it'll be like 4 in the morning. No one's watching, and they'll just call it quits. And I actually saw a guy. I don't want to call him out. I'd happily rib him like at him, and he'd probably be like, "Shut up." But he did a 24-hour stream. He actually invited me to do it with him. Maybe I think he was going for a 48-hour or something. It was after I did one of mine, and he got like 9 hours in, and then stopped the stream, went to bed, and then came back a couple hours later, started up, and just kept the timer going. And I was like, "Hey, whoa, you can't do that." He's like,
"You can't do that." Yeah.
He's like, "No, like I'm still on my 48-hour stream," and I'm like, but no, because you stopped and you like, and I'm like,
it doesn't work that way, buddy.
I was like, is he fucking with me? Like, is he actually? I wasn't sure if he was trolling or if he legit thought that was okay. Because like, no, that's technically 2 streams. It was the funniest shit, dude. I don't know, man. But yeah, I don't know. People are saying now that people don't want to do, they're not wanting people to do long streams because they are dangerous. Look, I agree. Some motherfucker's probably gonna have a heart attack. Some guy did do a long stream, but he was like unhealthy as shit. He was like a heavy smoker, heavy drinker. I think he went out for a smoke, never came back, had a heart attack during like a 48-hour or something.
That's
like,
fucked.
Yeah, if you're maybe not the healthiest person, I mean,
but
on top of that, you're smoking and drinking like crazy. I mean, it's not the
I've never seen really the 24-hour benefit for myself specifically, just for the situation I'm in now.
Yeah.
Sure, I could see if I was streaming full time, I could see the benefit of it in the sense of like offering that 24-hour entertainment as well as like having a day or two to recover. Yeah. Like if I was to do it and I was like my normal schedule now, I'd do it like a Friday night and then like sleep all day, Saturday, Sunday, back Sunday night. But I pride myself on being the same time at the same stream,
which is so
same
important.
day.
Yeah, I'm still. I've never been a schedule person. I struggle with it. I'm just that kind of guy. I just struggle with schedules, which I'm always working to get better with that stuff. But definitely, like whenever I stick to a schedule and I'm like dead set exact time, I mean, it you see growth, and you've said it with you as well. Obviously, the schedule works. I mean, it keeps the community consistent. People know when to rock up.
Well, people like humans are a creature of habit.
Yeah.
So like. Yeah. Twitch streaming's a habit, smoking's a habit, drinking's a habit, drinking water's a habit, eating food's a habit. We're like, is it habitual? I think is the word. Like we're like we adjust to habitats as they are. So if it's hot, you get used to hot habitats. If it's cold, you get used to cold. So if you offer people content where you're streaming 5 nights a week, people might have been watching TV originally, and then they'll slowly come over to watch you. Yeah. Or again, they'll get sick of your content. Like I've changed from Fortnite to roleplay. They'll go, I don't really like this. I've had a guy literally come in the other day when I was doing the Fortnite, and he was there like every single Fortnite stream, and he's like, "Oh mate, I just don't like Grand Theft Auto roleplay."
Yeah,
but he's like, I've had like 2 people say that to me. Everyone else has fucking loved it. Like everyone else that's there is like absolutely loved the content, and I've never had in like my like year and a half of streaming, I've never had anyone turn around and go, "We really enjoy this content." And so it's just like that's like. I've never had people actually say that to me. When I was playing Fortnite, no one said they hated it until I stopped it. You know what I mean? So
wait, so you don't get that with roleplay? People with roleplay, they tell you that they like the content. Yeah,
they love it. Like I'll be streaming and it's like it's getting to 11. I'm like, I'll go to bed soon. Like, no, keep playing. Like before Fortnite, it was like 10:30. I'd have mods going. It's 10:30, Steve. Time to finish up. Like they were wanting me to finish.
Oh, weird.
Sorry, but it's like a double-edged sword. I've got one mod, and I won't say who it is.
Yeah.
When I was Fortnite, he was pretty active in the chat when I was playing Fortnite, but now that I'm role-playing, he's actually role-playing as well. So although he's lurking, he's actually not modding because he's playing the game. Like he'll still be there, but So that adjustment, I've actually had a lot of people that are saying they will be viewers and they've actually stopped watching to play the game, which I don't mind because they'll still keep me tabs, but like that's been a sacrifice because they're like, oh, this is awesome, I want to get into it as well. So
yeah, it's always the thing, isn't it? Like, I mean, you run the risk, I guess, playing something a little different like that. I mean, people might end up loving the game so much that they want to play it, but I think as long as they, I mean, what you probably love a good lurker as well, like as much as most people. There's some people out there that they hate lurkers. I see it on Twitter.
I'll say, I've got this new overlay, which is the Noise Storm Crab Rave. Have you heard it?
Oh, what, with your face on the crab?
Yeah,
I saw that.
So I don't even know how that's got into my. That's like it's coming like a week ago, and I just unlocked a new emote last night. Everyone's like, "Fuck, we want a shaggy crab," so I'm getting that done now.
Yeah.
So that's kind of just happened, and all of a sudden, like that song will play, and it will just like there'll be like crab spammed everywhere.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just.
I know. I was trying
to
find the fucking crab emote because people were spamming it yesterday. I'm like, where's the fucking crab?
It's an emote on your phone. So
because I was like, is it in Shag? Because I had just been gifted it. So I'm like, is there a crab emote? I'm like searching through all the global ones and getting, if they added a crab emote, could not find it. I felt out of the loop.
What'll happen is I'll go, I'm going to go have a quick break now. Can I do one in the chat? And like the chat will be just popping along and I'll go one. Everyone's bam, bam, bam. Like all these people that aren't even talking just there. Because with roleplay, which has been an adjustment, they're so invested in the roleplay that they're watching the roleplay. They're not talking. And the moment something happens, all of a sudden they'll be fucking popping and laughing and they'll like something funny will happen. All of a sudden there's like 7 people clipping stuff. And I've had the most clips and highlights in roleplay that I've had in any other game.
Yeah, so, I can imagine. Oh, 100%.
And like my VOD views, like I used to get moments. like 5 to 10 VOD views, like when my stream's finished. I go to my VODs now and some streams have like 50 to 100 views. Like people are rewatching the streams.
Yeah, that's what you want. Like, I mean, you want that like rewatchability, because that's the thing, not a lot of Twitch has that. Like I caught a lot of Twitch, disposable content, which sounds bad. It's not meant to be, but it is. It's just you do it and then that's it. It's more of it in the moment and then you throw it away. But it's always good when you can make that content that has that rewatchability. And I think that's what GTA RP has. I mean, it's like like I said, it's like watching an episode of Cops, and there's so many moments in it. It's like it seems like there's always something happening. It's like
reactive. It's like reactive role play. You don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm a cop and I'm going to do something. Yeah, I'm going to do something that's cop related. But they never know when there's like a bank is about to get hit over, or we're about to raid like a drug location, or someone drives past me. I'm in a chase. Like you just never know what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like it's so just
Yeah, it's like every night. It's pretty much like a movie.
Yeah, it's good fun, and it's like I said, it's very immersive. So you get stuck into it before you know.
Yeah,
like, fuck,
it was immersive just watching it. That's a crazy thing. So I'm thinking, fuck, this must be like, if it's immersive just to watch it, then I can't imagine how it is just to play it and be living that cop life in the game. Like it must be unreal. I got a question for you.
Shoot.
Are you a PewDiePie fan?
Oh, I've got no. I like his uniqueness of his content, but I don't like watch him religiously.
Me neither. Don't flame me, everyone. I don't even sub to him.
Oh, I think I've subbed to him. Yeah, I've subbed to him.
I don't even sub to him. I probably should.
I got nothing.
T-Series. I have nothing against him. I just never really fucked with his content.
I've never really been a YouTube person. Like I've only really just I've only ever really used YouTube for like, say like when I played WoW, I'd watch a YouTube video of like a boss fight to get an idea of it. Or I might watch like a class guide. I use YouTube a lot now to watch like WWE highlights and NBA highlights because I don't have time to watch them anymore. Like I used to watch NBA games where I stream so much now I don't get to watch them anymore. Yeah. So I'll literally watch. I was actually, before when you got your donation, I was just watching one of the highlights of one of the games today.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, so like I use YouTube for that, but now I've started using YouTube a lot more for like classic WoW's coming out soon. I've been watching a whole bunch of guides for that, which has been pretty cool.
Shit, yeah.
And like really nostalgic because it was like 15 years ago when that game came out. So it's like, fucking hell, I can't believe it was that long ago when it came out.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Time goes so fucking quick.
It does, man. Blink and it's over.
So are you wondering why I asked you about PewDiePie?
Not at all.
Okay, well, you should.
You tell me.
PewDiePie is finally relevant again. After not being relevant for so fucking long, No, I'm just kidding. He's been relevant like as fuck lately. But he's taken his relevancy somewhere else other than YouTube.
What's he done?
Have you heard of DLive? New live streaming platform. DLive, yeah, no one has. But I think they're about
he's on there?
I read an article because I looked into it. He said that his reasons for streaming on there... Wow, I wrote it down because he put it a certain way. It was, how did he word it? reasons were largely economic, meaning that he got paid a fucking large sum of money.
Someone went, oi, come here.
Yes. Yeah. But that's PewDiePie. One of the biggest, the biggest.
So does that mean he's off YouTube altogether now, or?
No. So he's not streaming on YouTube. This is now his streaming platform of choice. Okay. He's still going to make videos for YouTube.
I would wonder if that's got something to do with the that new form thing that just came out in Europe. If it's got something to do with that.
I don't believe so. I think honestly they just paid him a shit ton of money and he's like, fuck yeah. But here's the thing. So the thing about DLive, and I wrote some things about it, but it's okay. So DLive stands for Decentralized Live Streaming Platform. I don't really get what the fuck that means, but I thought DLive was a terrible name. Twitch is like kind of snappy, like sexy. Mixer, it's kind of cool.
Twitch, yeah.
DLive. Like, come on. So they got PewDiePie on it. DLive. Okay, so this was the thing. DLive. Twitch takes like 50% of like the bit money or you have to pay. People buy bits from Twitch, so Twitch will take a certain amount, and then we get they'll give the bits to other people. Subs they'll take like 50%, depending on what level of partner you are with Twitch. But DLive apparently doesn't take any cuts of any of the revenue.
That'd make their money somewhere.
Exactly.
Ads maybe.
Well,
ads?
I didn't see any ads when I was over there last night because PewDiePie did his first big stream. He's been talking about it apparently. I found out about it because someone on Twitch was streaming on Twitch and DLive, and they're like, "Oh yeah, we're on DLive at the moment, trying to get PewDiePie's attention. He's going around trying to." So I was like, "Okay, fuck it." So I went across. I made an account to go chat to this other guy on the DLive one, just kind of fuck around. But then I thought, "Oh, well, I'll go watch PewDiePie channel." PewDiePie was going around to other people's channels and jumping in. So people all flooded to DLive last night because they were like, "Oh, PewDiePie might come to my channel. Holy shit!" And he might give me some money. So he was going around surprising people, obviously doing little mini raids. Like people would go across to these people's streams and flooding. I needed to give him a whole bunch of shit ton of money. I think
he would have been paid for that too.
Exactly. Yeah. I think
smart marketing.
Although it's weird because he said I'll have $10,000 to $50,000 to give away. I'm like, that's a big discrepancy, dude. 10 to 50?
Yeah.
That's like, how do you think you like 10 to 50? Like that's a big gap. But anyway,
it's like, how much are these guys going to give me to donate tonight? Yeah.
Yeah. So he around doing that, right? Big, like that's massive for marketing. Like that's huge to get PewDiePie. But the fact that they don't take a cut of the money, right? That, I mean, obviously, yeah, 100% they're making the money elsewhere. But they have their currency over there is called Linos, which I think is also very unsexy. But apparently,
is that like the bits of that one? Is it?
Yeah, I believe so. But they say it's a type of cryptocurrency, and essentially you have to have your PayPal linked up with it. I'm like, yeah, okay, thank you. I'm kind of something is sketch as fuck. I'm sorry, all the DLive heads out, all the D heads they might, all the D heads, all the D heads out there. My bullshit radar was fucking going. So here's the thing, people love I mean, it's like poor people taxes in a way. People flood to anything where they think they can make a quick buck. I think trying to pull a fuck ton of people to your platform by promising them like the most money they could get. I mean, I think on Twitch, like I hate the idea of when people come on Twitch and the first thing they have is a donate button and nothing else. I feel like they're just going.
Well, they don't technically have a donate button. That's done through a separate. They set that up through like Streamlabs and whatnot. That's not done through Twitch. So
no. But I just mean anyone that comes to Twitch.
Oh, you mean anyone can like chuck it in? Yeah,
and it's like, and they're the first day on the job, first day streaming, and they have no panels, just a big old donate here button,
like a big tip jar saying, if you want to support me. It's like, why am I supporting you?
And it's like, it's like, what have you done yet? What have you proven? But that's, I feel like what DLive is kind of targeting. They're like, oh, you can make all the money. And I think in a way it's great because it's like, well, yeah, I mean, as a content creator, obviously, you want to be supported, you want to get paid for what you're doing and feel like you're able to live off it and whatnot. Because I think the thing PewDiePie was saying, like, about YouTube, right? How demonetization is rampant on that site now. I mean, people are getting demonetized left, right, and center. People are making these massive videos that they put like hours and hours into, and then instantly, without any reason why, demonetized.
Yeah, just you get an email saying this is being demonetized for whatever reason.
Yeah, well, I think some people sometimes they might not even know why they got demonetized. It's like just
and there's no
vague as fuck. Yeah, it's really hard to kind of.
So the same thing happens on Twitch when some people get banned. Like if you're an affiliate and you break TOS,
you don't get any banned,
and you even try and reach out, they're not going to give a fuck. No. They're just like, well,
they've got too many people to deal with. Yeah.
Can you imagine how many people have been banned? Their team will not be big enough to support the amount of.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you're partnered, like me being a partner, I've got direct contacts where I can email directly and go, "Oh, this has happened. Let me know." Like I got follow bombed the other day by 250 followers, like follow bots.
Oh shit.
So I emailed one of the guys and said, just letting you know. And then I went around, like I clicked on one of the bots and there was like about 11 other streamers that got bombed the same night. So I just went in there and said, just letting you guys know, I've let the partnership team know. And they're like, oh, thank you. So, but not everyone has that luxury.
No, well, especially I think even on YouTube, a lot of big content creators, they don't have really, I mean, I've seen it on Twitter when they're like, yeah, we just can't get through to, because it's still algorithms and whatnot there, I mean, like they don't have.
The platform just so big with so many different, it's the same as Twitch. It's just like Twitch has grown. There was some fucking crazy stat. Like there's something like 2.5 million more content creators than there were like 3 or 4 years ago.
I believe it. Yeah, I fucking believe it.
But the Twitch viewership, so the content creators have gone from here to like here, but the viewers have gone from here to like here.
Oh, it's
the viewer growth is so much smaller than the content. Yeah. And that's why when you hear about people that are like they've blown up, and they say like 15. I think Josh OG is a good example. When I first joined Twitch, Josh OG had like about 15 to 20k playing PUBG. Now, he still does fucking extraordinarily well on Twitch, but he might only have like, when I was watching him, like 2,000, maybe 3,000
viewers.
I think he might have more with Apex now, but I know his viewership dived heaps when PUBG died, but he still did well enough to stream full time.
I think
because he's got millions of followers.
I mean, do you know the drama that surrounds Josh OG?
Yeah, I do. But like, I'm just as an example, like someone that had these big amount of followers, that's dropped back.
Yeah, because I think he lost, a lot of people lost faith in him because he kind of was part of a bit of a scam. But I still think Josh OG is great, dude.
The CSGO you're talking about, thing,
yeah. So I think I feel bad for the dude in a way because I think he knew what he was doing, but at the same time, I think he just kind of wasn't using his head a little bit, probably thinking about how much. Because I think some people do scams sometimes, and I genuinely just think they don't realize it's a scam. Which is, I mean, even with people like Ice Poseidon, I know
same thing.
Did you see the Ponzi scam thing? And he was saying it out loud, but he clearly just didn't seem to get that. He thought he was just being a hustler.
Did you see where just recently with him, he got raided by the FBI because someone was like calling and saying he had a bomb in his residence, and he's actually. But now, if you stream in LA in America, I saw you need to have like a fucking a casting license.
I believe it's only just for him. Yeah, I think it's just that
he needs. Yeah, so he's like, fucking later, I'm out.
Yeah,
he's just
he needs
to
leave now. Yeah, I think. Yeah. I don't think it's for anyone, like everyone. I think it's just for him and bigger productions. But because of the scope of his thing, and because I think he's had so many calls and whatnot to emergency services now, they're just like, fuck it. You need to have some sort of.
That's scary, isn't it? It's scary to think, like, and no matter how, a lot of people on Twitch, they get so caught up, and I'm a sucker for statistics. I love reading my own stats, and I love reading my growth, and when I peaked, and if I had a better night than some nights, why was I better that night? When at the end of the day, none of it's controllable, it just is what it is. But I love reading stats, so it's like, I fucking love but can you just imagine, like, for a second that you have, like, just put yourself in the shoes, right? Like, you've gone, Shaggy, you're blowing up, you've got like 100 plus viewers, whatever, right? You're starting to blow up now. 6 months' time, I could have 50 viewers, or I could be bigger. You never know. Okay, you never know.
We've seen it happen. Happen.
You never know what's going to happen. That's the thing with Twitch, is you never know, because a lot of people's success can be driven by luck. Like, you've worked so hard to get to a point, and it just takes one person somewhere that's relevant somewhere to go, holy fuck, go check this streamer out. Because it happened to Cray. Cray literally was like doing Overwatch.
YouTubers like Muselk and whatnot.
Like Muselk someone literally goes, go check this guy, he's hilarious. And all of a sudden he's like one of the biggest Fortnite streamers in Australia. And he's not a pro Fortnite player. He's good at the game, but he's not but his personality. So he's a good example of someone that's gone from being a pretty successful streamer beforehand to being a massive streamer because Muzelk's like, yo, come over here, bro. I'm going to help you out. And his content is like awesome now. Like but you just never know when that's going to happen. And
that's true.
As it gets bigger in Australia or any platform, it's going to get harder and harder to get those make or breaks because those people will be cornering the market to get to, because like the click crew, as they're called, like with all those guys, I doubt they're going to bring someone else in unless they're really successful beforehand.
I think they have a few. Well, they brought Mr. Fresh Asian in, and he's
Fresh Asian had what 400 or 500 viewers before they brought him on board, and now he's got like 4,000 or 5,000 viewers.
He's been around for less than a year though now, I believe, still, and he's one of the biggest streamers now on the platform. Funny story actually. I actually was talking to him before he was on Twitch. Because he killed me a couple of times in this is probably me trying to be like, I knew him before. It was just interesting, like just shortly before he came on Twitch and blew up. But he killed me a few times in Fortnite. And I don't know how it happened, but I hit him up on Twitch and was like, stop killing me, like as a joke. And then he was like, sorry, man. He's like, and he was actually super lovely. He was like, oh no, you've actually given me a run for my money. I'm sure he was just being pleasant and polite. He's like, nah, man, out of everyone tonight, you're the one that, he's like, I've seen you around a few times, but you've actually like, you know, you're the one that's giving me a bit of a sweat. I'm like thinking that's a fucking lie, but whatever. But he was super lovely, and I said, "Oh, why don't you stream?" And he's like, "Because I said, oh, you'd kill it." And he goes, "Oh, my internet's terrible." With story checked out, he was streaming, his internet was really bad. But he was saying to me, he's like, "Oh, make sure you raid me when I start streaming." And I was like, "Will do." And it's like now I'm like, "You raid me, motherfucker!" Like he's like 15,000.
I think a lot of those guys. Like I think all those guys don't like raid or host anyone. They just go offline.
Yeah, probably. Common. I mean, yeah.
I've always, and I doubt I ever will get to the stage unless I'm contracted where I can't raid someone. But I always make sure there's plenty of people there. I do a raid spam. I don't know if you were there last night. I always go to someone's chat and just break and I always try and find someone that's either in my own stream team or someone that's in the directory. So like since I've been GTA roleplay, I try and find other smaller content creators playing the same game on the same server.
Yeah.
And I'll drop a raid on them because they're like, holy fuck, like Shaggy Steve just raided me. And that makes me feel good that like, I know my viewers aren't going to go ditch me. But I think like, there's a lot of those big streamers, they used to raid before. I know for a fact, I'm pretty sure Fresh doesn't, but I know it's pretty common in big streamers where they'll finish and they'll just end.
I think I know why. I don't know definitively if it's the reason. Is because they would get so many kids, especially in the Fortnite scene, just hitting him up over and over. Hey, can you raid me?
He would get that anyway. He
would, but it's almost like, does he want to like feed that? I'm sure he's kind of just like, and I think as well, you know, you might raid the wrong person. Sometimes when you raid someone, you kind of like instantly regret it a little bit. You're like, oh, I should have probably done my homework. And I know like they might be a bit. Like, I've had people I've raided and they've kind of just said things straight away. I'm like, oh, maybe I shouldn't have promoted this. Like, it's not terrible, but it's just not maybe what aligns with how I stream or whatnot. Yeah. I guess there's a lot of Fortnite people out there that might say some shit. I don't know. For me, I'd say it's possibly that he just doesn't want too many thirsty kids kind of like.
Do you know, it's funny you say that. When I was streaming Fortnite, I tried to like raid some Fortnite streamers and I raided a few and they were fucking bad raids.
Really? Like in what way?
They were just like, I just not well received raids. Like, there was one person I raided and they were in like a squad of 4. They had like 2 viewers. I found them on that Twitch. There's like a Twitch ANZ stream.
Yeah,
website.
Which I only found out recently. Amazing. Yeah.
I like found them from that. I clicked on the stream. I watched the content. The stream was nice and smooth. They had a webcam. Okay. Raided them. They said, thanks for the raid. There was nothing going on in the game, and they just kept talking to their squad.
Yeah, they seemed to give a shit.
And I was like,
plenty of times.
I was like, oh, okay, no worries. Do you mind if I just quickly run to the toilet? Is that okay?
Yeah, no, you're right. You do your thing. Yeah, 100%. Always got his red shorts on. I heard he doesn't wear pants. The rumors are true. Thanks for everyone's hanging out today. Ronnie Rampage, what's up, dude? How you doing, brother? Welcome in. They get more hate than praise if they raid someone, so it gets to the point. Yeah, I think it's honestly that people just maybe get bitter. It's like, why doesn't he raid me? You know what I mean? And so kids pray to start hassling him, and he probably doesn't want that many people hitting him up just for that. I don't know. I can just imagine. I can imagine what the DMs look like. Get him to dance, do you reckon? Is he? I've seen him dance. I've seen his dances in in there in fucking like his little cutaways and whatnot. Looks pretty amazing. Thank you also to all the audio listeners on the podcast. Thank you for listening. This would be like perfect time if I had a sponsor to do like an ad read. I should be like a pee break ad read. I actually need to pee really bad as well. So I'm gonna see if he wants to take over the stream for like a second.
And I'm back.
I'm gonna ask you a huge favor. I've only ever done this once.
That's fine.
Do you want to take over the stream for a minute while I go?
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
yep, knock
legend.
yourself out.
All right.
Go, mate.
Shaggy Steve, take it away. Everyone be good while I'm gone. Right.
Oh, you guys are trying to get me to dance? Get out of here. I'm not dancing.
They want you to dance.
Not a chance. I'm not dancing. That's why I think that's why my knee was so bad, guys. When I did that, when I did the donations in December, I think that's when I hurt my knee more. Because I hurt my knee playing basketball. And then when I did remember when I was doing the $5 dances? Sup, Shaggy? Sup, Matty? What's up, Dokes? How you doing, brother? You guys know in December when I was doing the $5 dances, you can see us. I can see everything you guys are saying. Yes, you bastards. How you doing, DJ Fusion, you sexy man? What's happening, brother? Magic, I'm shook. I've been watching everything you guys have been saying, just so you know. Everything. But I'm trying to focus on the friggin' podcast, you bastards. Throws money at Steve. Put your wallets away. Put your wallets away. I'm not here for me, Chad. I'm here to bloody help Matty out with his podcast because I've been watching his podcast I've been watching it the last couple of weeks before I started streaming, and I was just like, I've always had a bit of interest in podcasting myself. So I was watching him because I like the layout and I like the content, and all of a sudden it was like, holy shit! Some of the stuff he was talking about, I was like, wow, people don't talk about this on podcasts, and then I literally come in and Matty made the joke. He's like, yo, Shaggy, you should come on the podcast. I'm like, fucking sign me up. I'm good to go. Chilling out playing Ark, listening to multiple streams at once. Hey, how hard is it trying to listen to 3 streams at once? Yo, what's up, Tyrone? How you doing, mate? If we type quietly, they can't read our words. I can see everything. Can't arrest me if I'm not in town. Someone said to me tonight, hey, Shaggy, is Steve O'Strawberry coming to town? I said, probably not because I'm doing a podcast and I feel like it might be a little bit of a long one tonight. So I was down for the long haul. What's up, Drawser? How you doing, dude? I was on the front page. Would have found it quicker if you put it in the Discord. What was on the front page, brother? Matty is so underrated. In what way? The podcasts are really good, though. They're really quality podcasts because with a podcast, you need a host that has the ability to be able to talk about really anything, but then you've also got to find people that you can talk with that kind of don't say the wrong thing, but also, you know what I mean? How's this stream on the front page? Is that, I might have been recommended, dude. Matty's overrated, lol. It's easy but hard at the same time. I feel like I would talk too long as a podcast. You know what I mean? I feel like if I was podcasting, my podcast would go too long. I know some podcasts 2 to 3 hours, whip it in, whip it out, and you're done. But I would get on tangents too often. I would be talking about something, I'd lose track of time and go, oh fuck. But I think that's what's cool about some podcasts where you could just get someone on and kind of just speak freely with no structure and just kind of
you say that, Shake. Anyway.
All right. Are you listening to everything I'm saying?
Yeah, I was saying. Yeah. Well, you said what about me? No, it's funny. Yeah, one of the ones we had last week almost went 7 hours, and I was like, yeah, that's too long. So I'm trying to rein them in now a little bit. Trying to rein them in to I'm trying to make it maximum 3 hours.
Yeah, three to four I find the sweet spot. And the thing is, too, the great thing with podcasts, if you have a really good podcast with someone, now, I don't know if this is true or not, so you can correct me.
Yeah,
if you have a podcast with someone and you get really good podcast numbers from it, you get good numbers from Twitch, your YouTube videos go well, you can always bring it back. Just bring it back for a second episode. There's...
Oh, the guest?
Yeah.
Oh, just bring it back for
yeah.
Oh, that's
so if you try and squeeze a 7... Because the thing is, right, this is what I found if I was ever to do podcasting. I'd be able to get enough people to fill in probably 30, 40 episodes that I would find interesting.
Yeah.
But then it's what the fuck do I do? And then you were saying in DMs too, there's people I've asked that said, yeah, they're going to do it, and then they just don't show up or whatever, and then it throws all of your shit out. So it's fuck.
I've had no one that hasn't shown up yet. I've just had people that said that they're going to do it, and then you don't
Something
hear
comes
back.
Up.
Well, yeah, you don't hear back from them. I've never booked a date though. I've never definitively booked a date yet and had no one show up. That will happen at some point, guaranteed. Where either they'll just forget or they'll just be flaky.
But pick it back up where you were. When I'm at work, I drink tons of water, and it gets to this time of night, and that's when I normally take quick breaks on stream. I just quickly run out and go for a quick pee and just walk around. So I drink so much water.
Yeah, you're totally all right. Yeah. So where were we at with Shit, what were we at?
I do this all the time. I can't remember what we're talking about now.
We're old men now, Shaggy. We're old men.
I think we're talking about like with bigger streamers and like when they. Oh, that's right. So like we're saying before about like when you start blowing up as a streamer, you're saying before about how would I go if someone rated me? There's one streamer I followed for a very long time on Twitch, probably like a week or two in. I followed him, and he got rated by Tim the Tap Man.
Oh, and shit!
He went from like I think he had 15 viewers to like 9,500 viewers, and all of a sudden he had all these follows, he had all these people sub, and then what he said, which was the hardest thing to get your head around, was the continuing months after. You have negative growth because all those people that followed you unfollow you.
Oh, you reckon they unfollow?
No, he said they did. He goes, you'll be having a stream and you have like, you might get 5-10 new followers, but 30 people will unfollow.
Oh, fuck. Yeah, because that's the thing. People then notice you on their follow feed and they go, oh, here's this motherfucker. I don't remember following
I was only there for that raid hype.
Yeah,
fuck that, I'm out.
Oh, shit. I didn't think about that.
I constantly go through, and I think I did that with you because I said, fuck, I don't even follow you on Twitch. And I could have sworn that I did.
Yeah,
and
right.
I go through all the time. I go through my followers. If someone if someone doesn't stream, I don't follow them. I'm like,
yeah, because I did take a break.
Time.
Yeah, I took a break, yeah.
So I reckon I would have went through and clicked on it, and there might not have been a recent VOD recently, so I would have went, catch you later. Because I'm like, I don't want my viewership down the side when I finish streaming. I don't want to be cycling through 100 people to follow to raid.
Yeah,
I want like
that's
a little.
True.
I normally have like a snippet of about 10 to 15. I can go, okay, there's no one there. I want to raid. And then I go, all right, guys, who should we raid? And most of the people I follow now, they're not even really like, they're just like people that are like in my community. They're not like big streamers or anything. Yeah. So, but yeah, I reckon that's what's happened with you. I reckon I've gone through and culled you.
Yeah, no, that's totally.
And the only reason I found your stream was because Bags put on Twitter like, I'm MattyAP. And I'm like, did this cunt have a beard? Like, what the hell? Like, this guy have a beard?
I know, I've tripped so many people had to. They come back and they're like, wait a second, where's Matty? I don't even think some of them are joking. I think they're like, no, legit, who the fuck's this guy? It's so weird. Yeah. With the Mo, I know the answer. Have you ever thought of shaving it? Or you reckon you'll ever get to the point where you'll shave it? I mean, it's like, could you shave it now? Is that
honestly,
possible?
No.
Yeah.
No, I couldn't. It's gotten to the stage with my mustache now that it's like really just part of me.
Yeah.
Like it's seriously, it's probably the biggest conversational piece next to like the outfit I'm wearing. Yeah. A lot of people come in and go, holy fuck, look at that mustache.
Yeah.
Like people just say that. They just come in, they're like, mustache.
I saw it last night. Someone came in and said it. Yeah, I'm sure you get it all the time.
Oh, it happens all the time. But the thing that's hard with the mustache is I'll be like walking to get a coffee at work in the morning. Yeah. And I'll just have like this guy just like, as I walk past, he'll just like look at me. And I'm like, what the fuck's this guy looking at? Because I forget that I've got a mustache. I don't realize it's there.
I know, you're used to it. Yeah. It was the same with the beard. I had moments where I'd just be, there was one time I was getting a juice and the lady was like, here's your juice. And then she looked up and she was like, oh my God. And she's like, oh my God, that's such a... And I was with Tay and we were just like, what the fuck? And she's like, your beard, I wasn't expecting that. And she was like, that's incredible. And that's when I had it like down to like, you know what I mean?
Okay, any tips to anyone out there? If you've got like an older lady fetish, grow a mustache. Older ladies fucking love my mustache.
Really?
Oh, I get so many ladies like probably like ages 45 to 50, especially where I work. They'll go, g'day lad, that's a really nice. Even some older blokes, and this happens a lot too. I'll walk past someone in the street and someone will have like a smaller mustache. Yeah. And they'll like nod at me and I'm just like nod back.
The mustache, like the acknowledgement, the brotherhood.
But the only downside to my mustache is I grew my mustache for the reason of just to piss the missus off. That's why I grew my mustache.
No way.
Because I had a beard as well. So I had a beard.
Mo. I like it.
It was like about that long, but I've got really bad skin. Oh. So right now you probably can't see because of my lights, but I get really bad acne around my face here when I grow a beard out. Oh. I don't know why. I just always have.
It is. I mean, people say beards are dirty. I don't believe it. Like you can't, but yeah, it is saying that. I guess oils and would build. Like, it'd be harder to.
I've got like an ingrown hair just there that's been there for like
ingrown hair's the worst.
Yeah, so no matter which way I shave,
you shave to the skin. Have you ever thought of doing like stubble? Like you're not a stubble guy.
If I have, I had like 2 weeks of stubble, and when I shaved off, I've got like really bad skin around my chin here. Yeah, within a day or two, it's cleared up. It's just if I have like what you've got now on your face. Yeah. If I've got that, yep. So I had the beard, got rid of the beard because I like was getting like really bad sores. Like that was sore. Like it actually hurt my mouth. I'm like, I didn't get rid of this.
That's the point where you just get fuck it.
So I shaved it off and I kept like a little bit under my lip and a little mustache.
Yeah,
and
the soul patch going on.
Yeah. And the missus goes, "Get rid of it. You look terrible." And I went, "Fuck you." And a year and a half later, here it is.
Okay.
Well, it's not even a year and a half. It's like a year and 5 months.
The big question now is though, does she still not like it, or does she like it?
I don't know if she. Haven't really asked it. I don't think she dislikes it.
It's like
if anyone wants to grow a mustache, it's like one of the easiest things. It's one of the easiest, cheapest things to maintain, but it can be like when it's at the length mine is now, it can be very painful keeping it because you got to. There's a lot of stuff about mustaches about training a mustache to go a specific way. Where my mustache here on this side grows fine, this side it grows down, so I have to train that side to go out.
Which is funny because you can't really tell. Like it'd be something that only you would really notice. You know?
No, you wouldn't be able to tell now because I've trained it to go that way for so long.
But naturally,
But yeah, I don't really notice it. But when I was doing Fortnite, everyone's like, "Oh, you got a mustache like Cray." I'm like, "Fuck, I'm older than Cray." Fucking hell, like
that would kill. Although, granted, he has had his since the
forever.
Yeah.
But there's only one person on Twitch I reckon's got a better stash than me, and that's Sequisha, if you've ever heard of him.
Oh my god, he's got a fucking push broom on that upper lip, dude.
He's got a walrus mustache where it's just down.
Like, how is your lip so long at the top to have? I don't have that much lip real estate.
It's not. It's literally just thick black hair. Like he's just been growing it for so long.
That is the thickest fucking. Like I look at that mo, I think that is insane mo. Like it's like.
He's like the only stash on Twitch where I'm like, I'm a bit like if I saw him in real life and shook his hand.
Thick black stash. Yeah. So here's the thing. I actually had a moustache quite similar to yours, not as big. Look, I grew it for probably a year or so. It was the first time I ever grew a beard. I have a photo somewhere. I'll try and find it and send it to you to show you the comparison. Yours is definitely longer. But I could pull mine down to my chin, like my mo. That's
mine goes down past my chin now. I've actually trimmed, so mine's probably the longest it's been for a while now. I've actually trimmed it about 3 or 4 times because my right side grows quicker than my left side because this side here naturally, this side grows out naturally, this side doesn't. So, but this new wax I've got now is fucking amazing. So it's really easy to keep it in place.
What kind of wax do you use? What's the...
Do you really want the story?
Yeah, I want the story.
So I was using Wild Willie's mustache wax before the wax I'm using now.
Okay, I
ran out. I ordered 2 tins, and the 2 tins were sitting next to my desk forever until my other tin ran out. And then I used it, and it was really fucking oily, and it didn't hold at all. And I'm like, what the hell? So I got onto the keyboard and fucking angrily typed to Willie's like, what the hell? And they're like, oh yeah, we've changed our product. We'll give you a refund. So they refunded it. Right. So I jumped into Google and went, okay, I need a mustache wax that's strong, but I can also run a brush through it so without pulling my hairs out.
Yep.
Anyway, long story short, I found this guy in, I think it's Mississippi in the States. He's an ex-firefighter. He's about, I think he's like 65 years old.
Okay.
Him and his wife make it, and he made his own. So he had a mustache, and because he was outside in like the wet and cold, and he made over years. He just developed his own, and now he sells it. And it's like $20 a tin. It's so fucking cheap, and
that's fucking high.
I literally use like one eighth of my nail, and I like literally re-wax it just before stream. But I've only waxed it twice today, and it just stays in place the whole time.
Man, did you always wax it, or were you like at first you try and just do natural, like, you know?
It's just like with your mustache, it just takes time to get. It takes time for the middle to grow long enough. You can brush it out.
Yeah,
so you need to get through like that real walrus ugly stage, and once you're past that, you're fine.
Yeah, because look, I couldn't do it. I had the mo, and it was a nightmare for me. Drinking water, eating stuff, it was like a vortex. Do you ever find it just gets sucked in when you eat? Because I found like when I ate, it would just go in. Like you get I used to.
Not anymore now that I got the wax. Before the wax all the time.
Yeah, that's where I fucked up. I didn't use wax. That's where I fucked up.
I'll eat like an ice cream, and I've just got like fucking, and the missus will just be like, come and wipe it off for me.
See, now, I mean, mine's even too long for me now. Like usually I just trim so it's just above the lip because I can't do it. I struggle with
anyone that can't see the mustache right now is like, holy fuck, how do we see this mustache?
I know, yeah. Or they're gonna have to look you up. They're gonna have to go to your Twitch.
It's like the biggest talking point with me is the stash. A lot of people say, like, I still think even without a mustache, I would do fine on Twitch. But the whole idea of it was literally just like a bit of defiance against the missus. And it's just kind of grown into what it is now. Yeah.
That's great, dude. Man, so no plans to grow the beard back with it?
No. Like I said, I grew for 2 weeks, and it just gets itchy and uncomfortable. And if I get past it like a month or two, I'm fine. But I just don't want to grow a beard anymore. I find my mustache is more distinguished when I'm clean shaven.
Yeah, right. Yeah, no, that's true. It stands out more than if you had the beard. So you're obviously a clean cut dude.
What do you mean?
You're a clean cut dude. You wear a tie, you wear a button up shirt, you got a nice groomed mo, you got the nice swept over hair.
The hair, yeah.
But your name isn't Clean Cut Steve.
Shaggy Steve. Yeah. Do you really want the story to my name tag? My God.
Yeah. I mean, I don't usually ask people, but I am curious because you're a clean cut dude. You're not shaggy.
I'm like one of the most unclean people ever. Like if anything, I'm like probably one of the lewdest dudes ever. Yeah. I get people come into my chat and go, shit, you need to just chill, dude. Like people egg me on. I'm like,
I mean, I heard you last night talking about eating vagina. You know, so
did you see the role play where we were talking with the dildo salesman? Did you see that? Oh, you've missed.
Was that last night?
No, it was 2 nights ago with Drellis. You missed out. That was one of What
was the main topic? The dildo.
Oh, there was a girl driving a golf, and they're not registered on the road. And another officer pulled her over, and I came as support. And the officer that pulled her over was which is now her husband in the game. So he left. So it was just Drellis and I there. And she's like, oh, I've got this suitcase here and I'm selling sex toys. So just like one thing led to another. And I don't want to explain anymore because you have to watch the clip. It's fucking hilarious.
You need to send me the clip. I need to see that.
I was dying. Like when I left to walk off back to my car, Drellis is like, okay, now that he's gone, let's talk about it more. I lost it. And then he came over and was like, it only cost $30. He was flashing like his flashlight, like it's like a flashlight. It was so funny.
Bro, that's so thing, good.
That's what's so good about roleplay, though. Like, you can just literally make content out of anything. And most of the people you pull over it was on the Giggler. It was on the Giggler.
Oh,
you know who Giggles is?
Yeah, Miss Giggles.
It was her character, Steph.
No worries. Yeah, I know who that is. Did she get married in
That's who. She's got married to fucking 554, one of the detectives in the bloody squad.
What? Yeah, I saw that. I saw it on
I had
Twitter.
one day off roleplay on the Saturday. Come back and she's married. I'm like, what the hell is going on here?
What the fuck? That's crazy, dude. The thing.
That's what I mean. Like, you can make content out of anything, and you pull a criminal over, and some criminals will be like, oh, fuck off, man, because they just want to go to where they're going.
Yeah.
And some people will just really play into it, and they're so good. And
either way, there's a story. You don't know what you're going to get when you pull someone over.
You never know. You get someone like leaving a drug location loaded with cocaine, and it's just so fun. It's so fun. Like, it's so fun. I just can't get over how fun it is.
Yeah, I feel like I need to play Delvin at some point. Just give it a go at least. Just give it a go.
Yeah. It's good, but back to the original Shaggy Steve.
Yeah.
So Diablo 2 PlayStation on PC. Sorry, I was a PlayStation game beforehand.
Yeah, same here.
When Diablo 2 came out, I was making my first character, which was a paladin. I was a Zeal paladin. Anyway, that's irrelevant.
Nice. No, very relevant. I like it.
The song Shaggy Wasn't Me was on the radio, and I had like long curly hair. And my mate's older brother goes, "You've got really shaggy hair," and Shaggy was on the radio. Shaggy Steve.
Really?
Yeah. So a lot of people like Shaggy as in like shagging, but it's got nothing to do with that at all.
Bro, I legit thought it was probably some sort of Scooby-Doo reference because I'm pretty sure you have a picture of you behind a mystery machine or something. Or behind
with my dog, yeah.
Bro, I thought probably something. I don't know. That's where my mind went. Oh,
most people go
straight
to the gutter, but it's like literally like fairly clean cut. So
fuck yeah, man. Shay wasn't me.
And then like ever since then, I've always had Shaggy Steve on like every single one of my tags, except for when I played WoW. I had different. So if you ever have someone, I've got a lot of people come into my Twitch chat. They'll go, "What's up, Vo?" VOE, and Vo was my name in WoW. So like I had like Vo.
Okay.
Vo was my shaman. Vo shot was my hunter. Vocast was my mage. Tank. Yeah, so it was like Vo, and then like
right.
Yeah, so most people call me Vo sometimes, which is I got a couple of people come and go, "What's up, Vo?" Like, and when I play Diablo 3, they'll be like, "Hey, Vo."
What was the relevancy behind Vo? What was the?
I loved having. So I had a paladin in Burning Crusade, which was called Suede, Suede. So Suede, like the word Suede. Yep. And I had a hunter that was named Cor, COR.
Okay.
And then after that, I had a rogue, which was Xer, XER, and then Vo, which is VOE. I just love 3-letter names, so that just stuck.
Yes. Yep. Well, it's a shame that Twitch doesn't let you have 3-letter names on Twitch. Apparently, I learned the other day because Genesis was hoping you could get Raw, and apparently it has to be 4 letters or more, which is kind of crazy. I find that kind of weird, actually.
Some people call me Stev in my chat because when I signed up to Twitch, I couldn't get Shaggy Steve because it was taken. So I had Shaggy Stev with no E on the end, and then I changed the Shaggy _ Steve.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was thinking, I mean, yeah. So have you sussed out the dude that has the OG Shaggy Steve?
Yeah, he doesn't go live or anything, but like all my socials, like all my
Always the
YouTube, all my Twitter, all my Discord, all my Twitch, all of it's underscore Steve now, so I've just left it because it'd be too hard to rebrand it.
Yeah,
now.
well, that's the thing. That's why I have the in front of my name, because I just thought
Yep.
someone at some point is going to have
MattyAP somewhere. Yep.
But I would like to announce that I am the one and only MattyAP on D Live. So,
there you go.
I didn't have to put a "the" in front of it. MattyAP, no "the." So follow me on D Live. If it.
But I know as a partnered streamer, I could get it changed to Shaggy Steve, but I just don't want to. I'm just happy with Shaggy underscore Steve.
Oh, you reckon you could take it? Like you reckon they'd?
Oh yeah, they'll change it. Yeah, I wouldn't think that. Like Nato Potato, he's like had his like we've got like our affixes for our emotes. Like mine's.
Yep.
Mine was like Shaggy 6 something, and I got it changed to Shag, SHAG.
Yes,
so it's like Shag.
That's one of the things I'd love to be partnered for, so I could fucking change my prefix from the match 2 or something. It's terrible. I feel like my prefix could be a lot better. Yeah, there's definitely some perks for being partnered. So you did grassroots.
Yep.
So how'd that all go? Like what was like, because I've talked to people who did grassroots and they felt like they didn't get as much out of it as maybe they could have, but you've come out of grassroots. I know you couldn't apply, or they said you couldn't get partnership off the grassroots stats. You had to wait a little bit. But obviously grassroots was something that you definitely benefited from, and you sustained some sort of growth out of it.
Leading into grassroots, I was averaging, on a good night, I could have like, most nights I averaged like 20, 25 viewers if I was lucky. Okay. I had pretty good sub count and donos and stuff as well. Like I was getting pretty good income. Even my chat was the busiest when I had 20 to 30 viewers. My chat, I would finish streams after 4 hours and my voice was sore because my chat was bang. I was playing like Stardew Valley and Borderlands 2 where I could just talk.
Yeah.
So, and I just talk and do song requests, and that was like what I did. So, but I was about 20, 25 average viewers or so. I remember reaching out to the Twitch team just going, hey, this is my channel. I've got X amount of viewers. What do I need to do to get partnered? They were just like, you are too small. So I was like, okay, cool.
Yeah, right.
And then Grassroots came around. It was actually Vondel. Vondel actually goes, Shaggy, you need to get onto Grassroots. I did it, and it did really good for me.
Oh, fuck
so I applied for it and then found out I got it. And then I literally just ramped everything up to it. So I told everyone. I reached out to about probably about 25, 30 streamers when I was going through Grassroots and said, yo, in this 2 weeks, if you have a chance, do it or don't do it. Give me a rate, give me a host. It'll help me massively. Yeah. I averaged fucking ridiculous numbers. Like I was over the triples every single night. There's like a couple of PUBG streams there where they were low. And I hit the 75 out of 75 viewers on the Sunday, the last stream. When I finished the stream, it said 74.98. I was 0.02 off.
No way.
I was like, you're fucking joking. And then 5 minutes later, the stats updated and I got
no way.
So I was like, oh, thank God I finally got it. And then I applied for partner that night. And then Lewis contacted me and he goes, dude, like you need to wait a couple of weeks for your stats to drop off. Yep. And then this is what I was doing Dead by Daylight. And Dead by Daylight, I was still averaging pretty good numbers, but they were all organic. I wasn't really getting raids or anything.
Yep.
And then, then PAX happened. And then the week after PAX, I got partnered. So November 2nd, like a week before my birthday, I got partnered, which was cool.
Ooh, good birthday present. But so continue.
Yeah, so I got partnered, and then ever since then, it's just been like the last 5 months has been just a fucking absolute whirlwind of just upness. I still like have to pinch myself sometimes to just realize sometimes I feel like I am so desensitized to it because I've been streaming for so long that like it's hard adjusting my stream style because I'm so used to streaming to talking to a lot of people to now streaming and concentrating on a game. But my chat's always there watching, and I'm very, very, very thankful. I've got such a huge community of people that just like genuinely like my content. Like I can't even like answer for people. People just go. I had one partner stream and goes, Shaggy, you're just a magnetic personality, and I'm like, okay. Like I just be me. Like I know it sounds really cliche, but I'll literally be me.
I think you have to though at this point because, like we were saying, I mean it's too hard to upkeep, unless it's like Dr. Disrespect or something. I mean, you got years ahead of you of streaming. There's going to be a point. I mean, we see it with even character streamers that they just dip off eventually. They just want to chill out and be them a bit. You know what I mean? I always liken it to like Future Man Gaming. Nothing wrong with it. I think he's a great dude. I actually love his content, regardless of whether he's his character or not. But he's either one day wearing like a full tracksuit, wearing the visor, he's got like the full set, and the next day he's just himself. And he's still funny as hell. But I could totally understand. I'd find it hard to be someone else on a day-to-day basis. It's easier just to be yourself, and people gravitate to that. Like I said, it's relatability. People are on Twitch
like
for a lot of that.
I tried to stay away from a gimmick for that reason. Like I used to have hats and ties and stuff like that. But sometimes it was so hot, and like I've got jackets and stuff.
Yeah.
I remember one summer in like end of 17, and it was like 35 degrees outside. My room was 40. I'm sitting here in a jacket just sweating. Yeah. And it was so uncomfortable. I'm like, you know what? I just got to like stop doing it. And being in a shirt's fine.
Fuck. During summer and whatnot.
Yeah,
wearing
it was just
a jacket, a hat. Yeah, big.
Where now I've got aircon. I can just pump my aircon to 16, 17 degrees, and I'm fine in here. But I just like being comfortable now. So I mean,
you see it with Dr. Disrespect though. He can't take his hair off, and you see when it's I know he's got aircon going, but you see just in summer he's looking moist in the face because he's like covered the fuck up with this big steel mullet.
He'd be hot
down the back of his neck. And I was thinking that guy, like, and he wears like the long sleeve with the full vest. And I thought, man, that like the commitment he shows to that. I mean, not many people would be able to stick to that. I mean, like he hasn't wavered once, or he's wavered once, but we won't talk about that one time where he didn't come on stream out of character. But other than that situation,
he's done it twice, hasn't he? He did it when he told everyone him and his cheating on his missus. The other time was when someone at his house. That was twice.
Oh, did he cut? Yeah, he did take it off, didn't he? For that, when someone popped a couple of caps.
Yeah, he came back out of character and ended the stream.
Yeah, that's right. He didn't have the. Oh, yeah.
But when he told everyone he was cheating on his missus, like the stream started and everyone was waiting for the stream, and then it went cut to him. I was watching that on my lunch break, and it cut to him. And it was
really? I didn't see it live. That would have been a trip, though. If you're like, oh, he's on a bit early. And then you're like, oh shit! Like one of the most realest moments you'll see on Twitch, I reckon. Like that was. So
I think
real.
if anything, as bad as it probably was for him in a sense, I think if anything, it gave him a good chance to get away, spend time with the family, rebrand because he changed all his like stuff to like the Champions Club and stuff.
Yeah, Slick Daddy because it was probably a bit sexual and.
It gave him a good chance to reset his image, and no matter what, he's always going to have that. But at the end of the day, I think it was good. It was really good for the Twitch community because people found out that he's just a guy, like he's just a human being. Yeah. He's got needs. He's made a mistake, and he at least he admitted it. It would be nothing worse than if it came out 6 months later and the missus found out and he didn't tell anyone. That would be worse. Well, so at least he controlled the situation.
I'm kind of guessing that. I'm guessing there was maybe some blackmail involved. I don't know. I feel like obviously it's all speculation, but I feel like she already knew when like he maybe didn't tell her by choice. I don't know. Who fucking knows? I guess we don't really know the story.
You are what you see on the you see on the screen compared to behind the scenes.
Do you know what's very surprising though? In an age where we're so connected to information and so many people, like I'm very surprised. Not that I'm saying we should know. I'm just saying I'm surprised that it just didn't leak who the person was that he was with, the girl, the mystery girl.
They probably got paid off, like for all you know, because Doc wouldn't be. He'd be like rolling in the cash, so he'd be fine to just pay her off and be done with it.
I just mean in general of just with so many eyes on people, and especially because it was an event and stuff. I mean, people speculated it was with a certain young lady, but it's just I'm surprised that just people were fucking like on their detective work, like trying to suss out. Like I remember they pinned it on a particular streamer that they thought it was because they were literally delving into people's live streams, trying to catch who he was talking to at certain times. Like people creep on that shit, and I was like,
yeah, they love it.
I was surprised that somehow they kept that under wraps. I mean, it's good because whoever the girl was. I mean, I saw the girl that was just speculated to be the other woman, and she copped a heap of shit. And I don't actually believe it was her. So it's like, you can imagine if they found out who it was. I mean, the way the internet handles things.
I looked this up the other day. Hang on a sec. What's it called when they get pleasure out of people's like misfortune? What's that called? There's like a word for it.
Is that
what is it called when you get pleasure from people's misfortune or something like that?
Sociopath? Is that...
No, it's a sociopathic tendency, but it's actually short and fraud.
Oh, is that it?
And there's like mental studies for it where everyone's got it. I'll put it to you in your chat. That's how that's what it's called there.
Okay, yeah. I can totally believe it. I mean,
there's so many like Twitch. I think Twitch probably magnifies this a bit because there's a lot of people out there that So say there's a streamer that's doing really well, and then that streamer has like a breakdown.
Oh,
and then for whatever reason, and people are like, fuck yeah, like I can now get above this person. So they get that. But there's people out there with like narcissistic traits and sociopathic traits that they've got such low self-esteem that they really thrive on this stuff.
Oh, 100%. You see it all over Twitter. I mean, it's the pitchfork mentality. It's as soon as someone does something wrong, everyone is the holiest motherfucker you've ever seen.
Don't start me on fucking white knights, man. My God.
Ooh, they're out there. Hell. They're out there. The whitest of whites.
My God.
I mean, Twitter breeds them. Twitter fucking breeds them. Like, you'll see it. Someone would do something wrong, and these people will literally be like, they've never done anyone dirty in their life, and they'll come out of the woodwork and they'll shame these people.
If I knew, if I had a sister or my partner or someone like said something, I would stand up for them. But like, say there's like a female streamer, like a random female streamer that you watch, and something happens to them, and then you get on social media and like say how, you know, we've got to be as people, we've got to be like just like generalize, don't be a fucking cockhead information, but they've got to like vocalize it. I'm like, why did you need to do that? Like, I understand, like, a lot of people, go, oh, Shag, you're too positive on social media, but I'm not hurting anyone or any races or any people doing what I'm doing.
That's true.
When people get on there and go, you shouldn't do that, that's against women or men rights, it's like, well, hang on a sec.
Who are you aiming this at? And not to mention,
none of their content leading up to that has anything to do with any of what they just said. They're just jumping on that thing at that time.
Yeah, it's bandwagon. But that's the thing at the moment. That's what's getting the likes. That's what's getting the traction.
Yeah, what's it called? Twitter impressions. That's what it is.
Impressions, that's the one. But I think it's going. The mentality is going backwards now because people are starting to like speak out about people that do stuff like that. They're starting to say, "Fuck these guys." You know what I mean? Like.
But that goes back to what we were saying before. You see, like, I see this happen on Twitter and I read what the person says. Now, if they're like an advocate for it, I'm like, fuck yeah, I believe what you're saying. If they've just done it like out of the blue for nothing, I'm like, I go, okay, I'll remember that. Or if someone says something on Twitter where they're like supporting something I don't support, I won't call them out because I believe everyone has like the freedom of speech. Yeah. But something like I'm passionate about it, like there's so many times people have said stuff in places like Reddit and whatnot where I'm like, fuck, I want to reply, but it's just worth it.
But that's the thing, the internet. It's like, how often do people win internet fights?
No one fucking wins, dude. Nah.
I have won. Well, I've never won. I've definitely shook hands on the internet and walked away. We both were like, "Good day, sir," which was a great feeling. It was just a DM battle I had with someone about something. And I got to a point where I was like, you know what, dude, I don't really care that much. And you seem like an all right dude. You seem like you're just fighting for what you believe. And I said, totally cool, man. And he's like, you know what, I agree. And we'll both like to have a good one. And it was the best feeling because we knew we weren't going to win. And so we just shook hands and walked away. But the internet doesn't work that way. The internet is like, we won't stop until someone loses their job or dies.
Have you seen the YouTuber? Is it L Lance or L Lance? Have you seen him?
The name sounds familiar.
Like American dude with his beard.
Yeah. He does all the Twitter videos. Yeah, that are very
The one where it's like Twitch streamers are fighting and there's one guy like eating a hamburger saying nothing watching the fight. That's me. Like people arguing and I've just got my hamburger. I'm just like with the side. Just like
oh yeah.
Just watching it like.
Well, that's what draws it to say. He said Twitch fork mentality. He said what about popcorn mentality? And it's like I'm definitely like I never say anything during those things because like there's nothing to gain.
Unless it like affects you directly, I can probably see because I can see the thing is right like. And this can like it's controversial, but it's like I don't believe it. It's harder for a male. The difficulties males have as streamers can be different than what females, or it can be the same.
Absolutely,
same as like transgender or whatever.
Yeah.
But like if someone's having an issue and they want to express it, cool. You're like inviting people in to say it, but like if it's got nothing to do with you, don't really comment on it. Like. You know what I mean? It's like if your missus was having a problem on Twitter and I just jumped in and said, yeah, MattyAP, I agree with you, man. We're like, I've got nothing to do with it. I probably shouldn't say anything. And that's just like, that's like common sense. Like I try to put myself in a situation, if I'm in a room with these people and this person's saying something, am I actually going to say something or am I just going to kind of observe and just see what's happening? Yeah. And you'll see the ones come in with their white knights. They'll come in galloping on their horse like,
oh yeah,
I'm here to save you, my lady. Like,
it's almost it's almost like it doesn't matter what drama it is. People just seem to involve themselves in it. Some people get a kick out of it. Some people get a kick. I mean, but it's it is funny because social media has just brought these people out of the woodworks. I mean, they've always been there, but they haven't had
it's given everyone a voice
to say it. Yeah, but people wouldn't necessarily say it IRL. It's given these people like this platform, and it's just people can very quickly fire shit off. without thinking. There's people who just tweet something out at the drop of a hat. We've seen it plenty of times that people, even top tier politicians can tweet off saying and without really thinking, and then next minute they've got everyone on their case. It's dangerous. I mean, people can fuck their careers up with it. I mean,
do you know, Matt, that's a perfect segue to, it only takes you to say or do one thing wrong.
Oh, to undo all the good you've ever done.
To fuck, because when you're having a really good day and you've got all these tasks. I'm a tasker. I like ticking shit off a list, right?
Yeah, I feel
Every day I get in the morning for work, I have a coffee, I write down my list of shit to do, and as the day goes on, I'll do 1 or 2 tasks, and I'll go, okay, cool, that's done. I'm gonna get a bottle of water. I might go to the toilet. Or I might check Facebook for 5 minutes, and I'll keep doing. And as the day goes on, if my tasks are getting done too quickly, I'll space out enough for the day. And then you get to all the tasks are done, and then someone at work calls up and goes, and they just drop a bombshell and fucks everything.
Yeah.
And it's like, you've been kicking goals all fucking day, and that one. And again, this goes back to the human psyche, where a lot of us, we're so negatively driven because the media can be so negative, people can be so negative, social content can be so negative, the news can be negative, everything's so forced on the fear and whatnot, that it only takes that one thing. Like, you have a great day and you see a spider on the wall.
Yeah. One thing to set you
off. That goes back to what I was saying before. It just takes that one thing to fuck your day. And if you can't get past that can be the break of you actually streaming that night or not streaming.
Yeah, well,
or you editing a YouTube video. And some people just... I had a comment on Reddit the other day where someone was saying how they're burnt out on Twitch. And I made a comment on there saying, be considered... A fairly general comment. But at the end I said, at the end of the day, sometimes content creation is made for you, or you're not made for content creation. Something along those lines. And someone's commented I don't you like the language you've used here? I'm like, well, I'm sorry you don't like that, but that's my opinion. If you're happy streaming to 10, 15 people and then you've stagnated and plateaued there, that's cool. But don't get on Twitter and go, Twitch sucks because I'm not growing as viewership and it's not my fault. No, you need to find out how to make changes, because at the end of the day, you said it yourself before, not everyone can succeed.
No,
and
there's only a few spots.
Yeah. And like you said before, Shaggy, you're doing really good with viewers right now. But there's people I started watching when I had 10 viewers that were higher than me, and they've then come down. There's not to say that won't happen to me. You just never know. So I try to keep it real.
Do you know what it is, though? That those people that have dipped, because there's a guy I know who I love watching. He's a little bit edgy, though. He's a little bit edgy. I won't call him out. He doesn't know who the fuck I am. I talked to his stream a few times. Some dude in America. He blew up. I don't even know what he blew up playing, but he's got 20,000 plus followers. But he pulls 20 or so viewers. Seems to struggle to get past that now, because I think he switched up what games he was playing or something like that. And he's definitely talked about it in his stream before. I didn't really think anything of it till he talked about it. I guess I did kind of think this guy seems pretty funny. I wonder where all these viewers are. But I think a lot of people get they might have this steady rise to a high point. And they don't. It's not until they feel that kind of oh shit, I've gone backwards, that they get tested. There was a guy actually as well that he was playing Fortnite, and because Fortnite was blowing up, he was really good at the game. And he even was fucking with a few. I think he played a couple of games with Geordie X3, who's pulls a couple of hundred.
New Zealand,
yeah. He played a couple of games with him, and I was thinking, geez, this fucking guy, he's blowing up. And
is he the one that just recently got partnered? Is that who you're talking about?
Geordie?
He's a Kiwi? No, there's a guy playing with Geordie just recently got partnered. Is that who you're talking about?
You might be talking about Slayer?
Oh, there's one of them. He's pretty high upbeat energy dude.
Yeah, not who I'm talking about, no.
Okay, okay, cool. Sorry to cut you off. I just thought it might have been the same person.
I think I know who you're talking about, yeah.
Yeah.
Which, judging by his Twitter, if it's the guy I'm thinking about, he's had some dramas lately. His Twitter's he's been have you... I don't know if it's the guy I'm thinking of. I think his name's Slayer, but he's had some...
There was one guy that
shitty people in his stream lately. He's been letting him know on Twitter. It's been
some people get to that stage where they get to the stage where they're happy with their content. They just lose the filter. They're like, fuck this. This is the way I want it.
Yeah, well, I mean, and I think... we're all human. We get to a point where we've had enough. I've definitely had that moment as well. Quickly, this guy. Before I want to move on to that in a sec, actually, as well. But this guy, he had just a non-stop climb. There wasn't really a down moment within a year. and he was almost blasting past. He was definitely blasting past me in viewers, but followers, he was about to take over me by a mile in a year. Something I've taken 3 and a bit years to get to, and I was totally fine because he's amazing at the game, and I thought he was a nice enough dude. He had a few moments though that I definitely he started to crack. He started to crack a little bit. He started getting more popular, and you could see he got a little bit cocky. And he was acting like kind of like he had made it. Like, you know, he was getting
lost his humbleness.
Yeah, which I found that kind of was a bit like, ooh. And there was a few things that happened. He was still always very lovely to me, always very lovely. But I just saw a few things. I was like, like that's a shame. But I think, I don't know what happened, but his viewership just went down. Maybe it was his attitude, his real personality came out. Because I saw that he had definitely been masking it. He was definitely being a lot more pleasant, a lot more positive, a lot more happy on stream.
And then the mask broke and the real come out.
Yeah, I saw it on and off stream. He was just kind of like spouting shit on Twitter. And there was a point, I went to his stream, he had 4 viewers one Saturday. And I think he'd been on for a while. So think about this. He's gone from 70 or so viewers pretty much every day, like almost partner worthy. It's like 4 viewers on a Saturday. And I thought, that's a bit odd. And I knew he'd been going down in viewership. And I went in his stream, and almost immediately I hear him go, how do I only have 4 viewers? What the fuck? And he was so mad, dude. And he played another round of Fortnite, smashed his desk, because I thought it was very entertaining. I couldn't help myself but chuckle, because I've definitely been there before. But then he just ended his stream, just rage quit. And
there's nothing better than going to I have, when I've like gotten to the stage where like I've been streaming for say 4 hours, I've said comments like, "Oh, chat's a bit quiet. I'm going to take the opportunity to like finish early." I'm not saying I'm upset. I've been
there before. Yeah.
It's just like, oh, chat's quiet right now. I'm going to take this opportunity to finish up early. Yeah. Where like since I've been doing GTA roleplay, the chat hasn't quietened up.
Yeah,
so I'm like,
and
I'm like, I'll just keep riding the wave while I can. But yeah, any streamers that like call out their viewers to say, like going back to what you said before about, you know, bet you're saying before about people lurking or people talking or whatnot. You got to remember, these people are people just like you, and they're choosing to be there in your stream out of all the other streams to be there. So whether or not they're choosing to have you as background noise, I've had a couple of guys say they'll get home from work and they'll get their phone, they'll put their phone in their microwave while they're making dinner. They're not actually actively watching the stream; they're just listening to me. So you don't know what these people are doing. So and you go to any big stream, you go to Doc's stream, he's got 20k people. 20,000 people aren't talking. Probably like 4,000 or 5,000 people are talking.
Guaranteed, like a massive percentage of lurkers. I think like any stream, massive percentage of the people there are lurking. I pretty much almost primarily lurk in people's streams. Just because I'm always doing something while I'm watching. I mean, it's very hard to ask someone to just spend their time just dead set, chilling, just sitting there, just typing away, and you'll naturally have your people that want to talk. Absolutely.
Like I've got people in my stream. The thing that really actually annoys me as a streamer, that really upsets me, is when people come in and go, "Oh, sorry, I haven't been here," or "Sorry, I've been lurking." I'm like, why the fuck are you apologizing? Like, you literally like. I don't mind. Like you've got a. I understand you've got a lot. But
do you think it's a little bit like an attention thing though when they say that? Because it's like, do you reckon they're really sorry? I kind of question sometimes, like, are you sorry? Do you care? Or are you just kind of like making a bit of a, I'm back. You know what I mean? Like,
I find I've actually had people when I was like, say 15, 20 viewers. Yeah. I had people say to me, Shaggy, once you get bigger as a streamer, like they knew I was going to get bigger as a streamer. I won't be here because I like going to streamers with lesser viewers. And I've actually had 5 or so of those people actually move on because they feel less value. But again, they were there for 20, 25 viewers, Shaggy. They weren't here for me. So they were here for me, but they weren't here. They were there for what they needed. So once you get your head around that, you're fine. But again, it can be as a entertainer on Twitch or a content creator on Twitch or whatever. Anytime your viewers go down or someone that's there to donate a lot of subs or whatever, and all of a sudden I've had someone actually just recently literally just stop showing up to the stream, and I'm like, actually, like, is this person okay? Like, I used to talk to this, like, are they all right? But at the same time, I'm like, I'm not their mum or dad, so I've got to kind of draw the line to stand somewhere.
With a couple of my mods, like Mustafa, if he doesn't turn up, I'm like, Mustafa's always here. Is he dead? Like, I feel like he might be in a gutter somewhere. I'm like, I got to check if he's all right. There's a few regulars.
A big turning point for me was PAX last year. This was like the only negative of PAX. I like, there was a bunch of people that flew into state that stayed at my house. There was a bunch of people that like I thought were like actual mates. Went to PAX, met these people. When I met the people face to face, they were obviously like nervous or whatever meeting me, but then that group of people, they went off and did what they wanted to do as a group, and then they just left me, didn't tell me what they were doing. And at that moment I had a click moment, like, hang on a sec, I'm not a friend to these people. I'm like the leader of this community, bringing these people together, and they're friends with each other, not me.
Oh, weird. And but they stayed at your place, did they?
Oh, yeah. There's a bit more to it, but that was like a big wake up call. Yeah. And ever since that happened, I've really took a really massive big step back from being friends with people to being a streamer, because
it's interesting.
Yeah, that was that hurt me. PAX did.
So that was last PAX.
Just recently. Yeah, there was a couple of people there I thought were like really close mates that just literally were just like, they weren't there for me. They were there for their own reasons.
Do you reckon? Do you reckon that was their intent?
Definitely not. No.
Yeah,
that was my own fault for thinking I meant more than what I thought I did. That was all me. It wasn't them. It was me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a bit of give and take, though, isn't it?
Because at the end of the day, they don't owe me anything. Seriously, this is my mindset. My viewers don't owe me anything as a streamer.
I guess that's true. Yeah.
I've set the standard to be at the stream at the time and deliver the content I've set out. So I kind of owe them. So if that's not reciprocated, I can understand that. But at the stage, it hurt. So that's a bit of realness for you, man.
No,
there's a bit
100%.
Of more negative than anything.
100%. No, I mean, that's the thing. I remember, as I've said, I've been around for about 3 and a bit years now on Twitch, and I've seen people come and go. People that are like, well, what you play, whatever you play, Matt, you probably had that. Well, what you play, no matter what you play, and then you switch games and they dip out, stuff like that. And I've had people that have been like loyal as fuck, mods and whatnot, and then they just stop turning up. And it can really bum you out. I remember Tay being like, these people aren't your friends. Tay's my wife. These people aren't your friends. Like, they're just people on the internet. And I was like, no, they're my friends. And I think I have gone to the point where I go, yeah, like, I'm an entertainer. And I have to realize that there is that divide there. But I think there's always going to be the few people in chat that you can definitely say are good friends. You know what I mean? But I guess...
Yeah, and that's the thing.
That's like the test of outside of the stream, how you go, and that's like...
Do you know what it is? This is what I narrowed it down to. I'm fairly extroverted, as you can imagine.
Yeah.
I'm a fairly... These group of people, they were an introverted group of people.
Yeah, so right.
Introverts will always stick with introverts because that's where they're comfortable.
That's true.
Extroverts can mix with both. Yeah. Extroverts normally clash horns with other extroverts. There's plenty of other streamers out there that are fairly out there that I get along with, but there's also ones out there I don't get along with because we just clash horns.
Yeah.
So what I think it was they saw this person that they see on stream every night, then they talk to each other through Snapchat, Discord, whatever, off stream time, plus stream time they'll talk. So when they got to meet each other, they've already met me because they met me on stream. They were spending their time meeting each other. So
yeah, that's true.
But it still hurt me a little bit because I thought I was friends with these people. And ever since PAX has happened, a lot of those people have actually moved on because I think I made it probably too obvious that I was pissed off. But at the same time, I don't regret that at all. I think it was right for me to express the way I felt because if I didn't, I feel like I would
I think it's human. I think there's nothing wrong ever with letting people... I mean, I guess it depends on how you go about it. But yeah, I think there's nothing wrong with expressing how you feel to people. I mean, we're all human at the end of the day. I've definitely had my moments where I've ended a stream and felt kind of bummed out and I've hit my mods up and said, hey, if they've kind of ribbed me a bit too hard or something about something, I've kind of just gone, hey, they kind of bummed me out a bit, you know what I mean? And it's just been a bit of oh shit, sorry, dude. And, and we get on with it. I think it just depends. I think it's saying, like Steve said in the chat, I think, it does need a bit of IRL time to confirm if someone is a friend. It's very easy to feel like these people are your friends when you see them in chat every day. And I do consider them friends, though. It's weird. It's hard. I mean, you don't consider everyone's friends because some people come and go. But a
good explanation for anyone that's on Twitch or YouTube is the time and effort you put into it. You need to set yourself goals to get to where you want to get to. So if you don't get to those goals, then you've got to reassess the amount of time you're putting into it. Because at the end of the day, if I was to get sick tomorrow, who's going to be at my bedside at the hospital? It's not going to be people in Twitch. It's going to be the people in the house. So you've got to adjust.
Not my bedside.
Yeah, I mean, people in Twitch are going to care, and I think people might be saying what I'm saying is I thought I meant. Yeah. I think you as a content creator understand, but anyone as a viewer might find that a bit I don't really understand what he's saying. But that's
I do actually agree with that.
Have you? So that's a bit of realness for you because that was my first big experience meeting people. I was wow, that was I went in with this because I've met people. So do you know why I went into it with such a positive attitude? I've actually got.
Ooh, here we go. Ooh, red shorts again. For all the audio listeners, you're missing out on the red shorts.
So in my multiple years of playing World of Warcraft, I've met numerous times my guildies. This is one of the best nights I've ever had. These are people I used to raid with 4 to 5 nights a week. We used to be on Discord. We used to do Mythic Pluses. There's a group of us right there. Like that photo right there.
That's a crew right there.
Yeah, that's only like half of our raid group that are there.
Wait, which one? I'm trying to see you.
I'm in the middle there.
Oh, that's you.
Yeah. And like some of these guys here, they were like actual friends. But a lot of these people, I don't speak to anymore because I don't play WoW with them anymore. But at that stage, when I met these people, they were friends. You know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
But when I met the people from Twitch, I didn't get that feeling. I think that's why I was bummed.
I guess as well, like Twitch is so different though. It's such a weird way of interaction where we're talking to a wall of text. So when you don't know how you're going to be IRL. I mean, granted, I've definitely met people off Twitch and they've been a bit quiet and introverted, and I'm like, do they like me? I think they don't like me. You know what I mean? And you can kind of struggle with it. But I've definitely met people from Twitch that I've become good friends with. Yeah, it's just it's true. It's hard to know until it's IRL. Really,
it's actually a mental fuck.
Yeah.
Because as a streamer, it's like drawing that line in the sand. But like at the end of the day, do you know what? It sucked that I went through it, but I'm happy I went through it because now I understand.
Learning experience.
Yeah. Everything negative that has happened to me since I've streamed, I've gone through so much shit with like individuals and other streamers and viewers and people coming in DMs and all the shit which you would have been through as well.
Yeah, right.
At the end of the day, I haven't tried to dwell on it too much. I've tried to grow from it as a streamer, and I think it's made me a stronger person. But it's also realigned where I belong in people's lives. And as I get bigger as a streamer, as you get bigger as a streamer, if you get to the stage where you've got thousands of people in your chat, you can't be friends with 1,000 people.
Yeah, no fucking way.
And you've really got to block yourself off a little bit because if you do get invited, so imagine you're married and all of a sudden there's this girl in your stream that's like it's really close to you. Then you're sending DMs, and you know what I mean. Then your wife sees the DMs, like it can lead to a lot of trouble. So like these are things you need to keep in your head. And then you go to meetups and there's all these people that watch you never met you. I've had people walk up and hug me like a Paxton. I don't know who they fucking are. Like they'll walk up and go, Shaggy, and they'll hug me. I'm like, hey, and they're like, oh, I'm such and such. I'm like, oh, thanks for introducing yourself. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean? Fuck. So these are all these things people say, like, as a streamer, these are things no one tells you before you get into Twitch. It's such as just a surreal, and everyone's journey is different.
100%.
No one has the same.
Massively different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what works for me won't work for you, won't work for Bobby, won't work for Mason, whatever. And some people are built for Twitch, some people aren't built for Twitch. Some people are built to like be a personality. Some people aren't. Some people are built like Shroud and they're just fucking robots at video games. Like just everyone's different. So
yeah.
Yeah,
no, it's super true, man. I mean, that's it. Everyone's wired differently. I mean, that's why it's funny when people are looking up tips on how to stream, and it's like that is never going to help you. I mean, maybe you could take little bits and pieces from here, but you have to. It's trial and error for most people. You have to see how you go with it, and it takes time. I mean, I'm still figuring shit out.
And then as well, the other side as well, and I just read something just there. It's like, I can only imagine what it's like as a viewer that watches me so much and then has the opportunity to meet me. Maybe they're just like so nervous that they don't actually want to come up and say, and I can't stress enough. If anyone ever sees me and they want to say hello, fucking come up and say, I'm seriously, what you see right now is what you get IRL. I'm fucking loud, explosive, and probably too honest when I talk. So, but yeah, I'm the same as what you get when you see on Twitch. I'm the same in podcasts. The reason I come onto podcasts like this is because one, it's a great opportunity. It's good for you. It's good for me. And people get to see people get to see a different side than just fucking Steve-O Strawberry, the bloody cop on roleplay. You know what I mean? Like they get to see you as a person, and it's very valuable because a lot of times you don't get to see that in a streamer.
Well, that's 100% true. I mean, that's it. It's shedding a bit of light on the inner workings of the stream and the person behind it, which people don't get to see, like, or know so much about what goes on and what goes into a stream as well. Sometimes, I mean,
you can't even explain to someone how much. If I actually sat down with someone and told someone my normal week, which I have said just vocally before, people go, I don't know how you do it. Yeah, sometimes I sit back and go, fuck, I don't know how I do it.
Honestly, that was one of my questions. I just didn't get to it yet. I think because at the same time, I feel like I guess I asked about burnout and whatnot, and you're like, no, don't get burnout. I'm like, well, there's my answer. Like, this motherfucker like works a full-time job, has a family, does like pretty much a weekly, I would say pretty much a full-time stream schedule. And I just think, how the fuck do you actually fit that into your life? I mean, I don't understand it. Oh, I think you froze. Oh, the questions just hit him that hard. He's like, it's just hit him. It's just hit him. You're right. I do a lot. How am I juggling this? How the fuck am I juggling this? Oh my God, this is too much. I can't. Shaggy, sorry, man. Feel free to try and connect again. We can wrap it up shortly as well. We've gone for about 3 hours, I believe. So I'm happy to wrap it up with you. I don't want to end it like that though. Not like that. Yeah, it's the government. It's the government's onto us again. Oh, it's me. Oh, here we go. Oh, yeah. Will he come back? Baby, come back. Something. Shaggy Steve, I need you back on my stream. Baby, come. This is what they see, by the way. This is what you see. This is what I. So you see this. I mean, they see this. Okay, it's confusing because there's two of us right now. There's two of us. Okay, he's here. Wait, is he? Oh, is he here? Is he here? That's Tevin. Oh no. References. All right, here we go. He's trying again. Oof, will we get him? For all the audio listeners, this is the moment. This is the moment we're hoping Shaggy Steve returns to us for an exciting conclusion on the MattyAP podcast. Jordan said MattyAP podcast. Oh, it's like that edit someone did of Joe Rogan interviewing himself. That was classic. Maybe I should do that. Interview myself. That'd be a boring interview. So, mate, you like so? Oh, no. Okay, let me. I'm going to leave call. Maybe that's the problem. I'm going to leave call. I'm going to call him again. Oh, that's some. Oh, join call. Here we go. Oh, wait, will that be. Oh, leave call? Oh. Turn on camera.
No, hang on. I think we're back. We're back.
Okay, I only have your voice, though.
Hang on. I can fix that. Hang on.
All right, good. Ooh.
I think Discord literally just played up there.
Weird. Yeah, I've had a few little Discord hiccups. That's definitely not the first one. Discord can be a little bit rocky, especially when I start to. But we weren't talking about the government. That's the weird thing. Conspiracies.
I say it's just not recognizing my cam right now. Give me a sec.
Oh, you're right. You do your thing.
That's not. Hang on a sec. Let me just unplug it and plug it back in.
Too easy. Oh, I think it was the cops. Yeah. We were about to say some truths. We're about to tell some absolute truths. Just put a picture of a mustache. I don't know how to say it. Mustache. I just say mustache. Mustache. What a word that is. I wonder who fucking came up with that. It's got to be like French or something. Mustache.
Let me just log back out and log back in.
Hey, too easy, man.
It's picking up my cam, but it's not actually coming up in here for some reason.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, we can dip the call. I'll dip. You can call me. Okay, yeah. Oh, he's gone. Okay, I'm going to dip the call. Okay, we'll wait and see. Oh, you guys can't. No special DMs for you guys. Starting soon, by the way. Starting soon, guys. Get on in here. We're about to kick off the podcast. If you just rocked up, we're about to. Okay, here we go. About to kick off the pod. I'm giving them a call. Giving Shaggy Steve the call. All right, ready for a long podcast tonight. Oh, there we go. We got him back, baby.
I think because Discord like interrupted. It was doing the thing, and Discord goes RTCCP or whatever. Down the bottom left hand. So sometimes this is why people don't use Discord.
Where the video connected thing is?
Yeah, it disconnected the video feed because the stream, my internet was fine. But then when you have to, when I've come back in, it's reconnected to the call. Anyway, we're good.
Yeah,
so what we're saying, where were we at? What were we talking
about? Friends on Twitch, talking about, the connections and into emotionally attached.
I think at the end of the day, there's a lot of people, I could probably count on my hand the amount of people that I could talk to and trust that I would actually call friends. If I was to stop streaming, I think I'd still probably have a relationship with these people just because they're good people and I get them. Yeah. But I found a lot of people that I'm friends with, a lot of them aren't strong personalities because I feel like I would clash with them too much.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I still try and just, if anyone comes to me with a question, I try and help them. But at the end of the day, if people are trying to have their hand held, there's only so much I can do Like,
yeah.
you know,
well, there is only so much you can do. Yeah. I mean,
yeah, there's a lot of people that watch my stream now that have seen me when I had 10 to 15 viewers. Now they see me with more viewers and they've just seen that natural progression. They understand. But then there's new people to come through and go, oh, fuck, you've got like X amount of viewers. And I'm like, yeah, but it hasn't just happened overnight.
No,
and
yeah.
Shroud didn't happen overnight, and
no.
Summit didn't happen overnight, and like all these streamers have been streaming a long fucking time.
Yeah,
yeah. So a lot of people don't get that. Like it takes time. It's such a marathon.
On top of that, I mean, now the competition is more fierce than ever. So it's like now that you should expect even more of a bit of time to climb.
I think it's fucking great. I'm so happy there's more competition because you know what? It raises the bar of content.
Oh
so,
yeah.
Because there's streamers out there that have been doing it, have like 2,000 viewers, but they don't interact with their chat at all. And their chat's not moving that fast that they can't read it. But because they've been doing that for 4 to 5 years, that's just what they're used to. So I'm like, if this motherfucker can sit here with 2K viewers and have no interaction with their chat and be boring than a fucking leather shoe, then I'm fucking fine.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
Your camera is kind of lagging a bit, so I'm thinking, are you able to turn your camera off and turn it back on? Like, is like just below your portrait there on Discord? Like, just do the turn off camera next to the leave call. Like,
where is it?
Just next to like call. Yeah, leave call, and then because it seems fine actually. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's see if that. Now? Yeah, let's see if that.
It actually looks fine on the stream.
Yeah, it's just doing. It's like keeps like lagging up every couple of seconds, which is super weird.
Let me know if it's all good now.
It seems fine now. Oh, I think
no, there it goes.
Nah, yeah. Oh, you can see it? Oh. Yeah, super weird.
What's doing that?
Yeah, I don't know. Technology. That's right. We'll wrap it up in a moment anyway. We'll have to get you on again another time if you're down. I mean...
Always, man. It's been fucking good, dude.
Bro, I feel like we could talk about so much shit.
Yeah, man. I can talk underwater with a mouthful of marbles, man.
Which obviously, as a podcaster, those are the kind of guests that you want. I can talk about all sorts of things.
I just think like I'm so passionate about streaming that like I love the opportunity to be able to talk about it because it's like, you know, a lot of people go, oh, like how do you have the capacity to stream as long as I do them on? It's like because I just fucking love doing it. Like I know it sounds really, a lot of people go, oh, you're just giving me the right answer. Like no, like legit. Like there's the right answer and then there's like actually enjoying what you do. And if it becomes a full-time job, awesome. The reality is it's probably going to be like a hobby for the majority for the next year, maybe 2. If it does grow into something big, we can sit back at this video and go, fuck, remember that time I spoke to Shaggy and had 5K followers? You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I never want to get to the stage where I'm so big that I don't have time to like, because, you know, I don't want people to come to me and go, oh, my podcast isn't big enough, so you can't be on it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you said, you know, we got Shaggy like a big dog coming on tonight. I fucking think it's great that I'm like, that you're getting this exposure. I think it's fantastic.
Oh, it means a lot, dude. Like I was so fucking over the moon when you said that you'd come on.
I've
had a couple of people that I definitely like. I took my shot. Oh yeah, here we go. Yeah, I wonder if that.
No, I turned it off. Hang on.
Maybe because I'm wondering if we should just reset the call. Maybe do you reckon?
Yeah, try that.
Okay, I'll leave
it back on and then reset it.
All right. Do you reckon? What seems good for them? All right, I'm gonna leave. I'll cut the call. And we'll start the whole call up and we'll see if it fixes it. I'll be back. All right, I'll give it. All right, he's working on things anyway. All right. Or maybe it's on my end. Who knows? Oh, goodness. Good thing it's happening only at the end. All right. Let's see, maybe it's... Oh. Okay, I'll leave call. Oh, there we go. Okay, I'll give him a call. Give him the call again. Ooh. Okay, we'll see if that works. Ooh, back.
How about now?
Oh,
that's my...
Oh my god, you've already got mugs made for it and everything.
I got heaps of mugs, man.
Holy
got all kinds of mugs.
Shit, you are on it.
I got mugs for everything. Mugs for mugs, mate.
Oh my god, I need to learn. I need to get some mugs made for me.
Am I good? Am I clear? Am I glitching?
Yeah, you're like, you fixed it. I don't know what was going on there. That was a little bit odd. But
because Discord is trash, man.
That's what's the other alternatives to Discord? Is there?
You can do like a Google call. That's what I've done before. You call through Google and you set a Google account up, and it's set up the same way you've got it now with your 2 captures.
Yeah, because the only thing I worry about is that people get, because like me, just would be like, but then because I always think like I want to make it as easy as possible for the guests to go, okay,
it's so easy. You just log in, put your email in, and you're done. I've done like 3 podcasts that way, and it's fantastic. It's the first Discord one I've done.
Oh shit! Really? Wait. So
because if you're Discord partnered, then you do it in your Discord partnered server and do it, and you won't get the connection issues.
Oh,
but
really?
If you have a connection issue anywhere along the way, which it's not from our internet, it's just Discord. It's just the application just sometimes fucks up the video record and stuff because just does it. It's weird.
So when you did, because you were on the You Game Bro podcast, one of the last guests actually to be on that.
The podcast. One where they got me on it for like 2 hours and wanted to just rush me off the show because then like a week later they canned the show. That actually,
I kind of wanted to talk about it. I didn't want to talk about it.
As much as I love NATO, I went on that podcast twice and I actually canned my stream to be on that podcast, and the whole time on that podcast
you were on it twice.
Yeah, and they fucked the recording, so they wanted one more recording before I left. Yeah, and then when I went on there, I booked myself out for the whole.
You were you. Wait, so you weren't like a returning guest? You actually had to do that podcast twice?
Yeah, I did the first podcast and did another podcast. So I did two, like a returning guest.
Oh,
but the first one they fucked the recording, so it didn't go through. That's why they got.
So it never saw the light of day.
It just played up, yeah.
But is it like if people want to hear that first one? Is it?
Nah, it's not there. Nah.
Oh fuck. Okay.
So that was two streams. I canned the streams to do that.
Because okay, so here's the thing. I'm gonna. Okay, you were okay. You were honest about unfollowing me. Okay, you were honest. I reckon I would have done it. I'm not going to lie about it. I reckon. Okay, I'm going to have an honest moment with you. I definitely. I hadn't watched much of your stuff before that, right? So I jumped on because like, oh, I've heard of the Shaggy Steve guy. I jumped on, and I could see that you weren't happy. Like I could tell, but here's the thing. I jumped in kind of late and it was towards the end and you were like, ask me more questions. You know what I mean? Like, come on, let's get more. And they were definitely like trying to wrap it up. And after when they announced and they were closing it up, I was kind of like, okay, yeah, I kind of get that they just weren't in it anymore. They didn't have the passion for it. But I was kind of like, oh, Shaggy Steve seems a bit like forward. You know what I mean? Like, come on. And I kind of thought, oh, he's a bit of a, you know, scary dude. Like I was a bit like, oh, like would I'd be scared. But when I started running my podcast, I totally got it. Like, I was terrified the first ones I did. I was like, I want to make sure that people coming on, I don't want to waste their time. I want to make sure I've got questions for them. I want to make sure I'm prompted. Like, I want to make sure I give them like the, you know what I mean? And I totally now can, like, now that I've started my own podcast, I can totally get that it would be a complete, like the process of asking someone on and to get them on just to kind of ask them some basic questions. And so after that, I was like, oh no, I totally fucking get it. Fucking get it. But,
I've had people like the thing is like if someone unfollows me on Twitch, I don't get upset about it because I unfollow people as well. So if someone doesn't like,
part and parcel of just the nature of how we are, I guess.
If someone doesn't like my content, I don't want them to follow me just because they're scared that I might find out they unfollow me. I don't care. Like honestly, if someone unfollow me, I'm like, if I unfollow someone and I've done it on purpose, I'll let them know. I'm like, I've done it for this reason. Yeah. Like you haven't streamed for 5 months. I don't want to follow you. I don't want to use up a follow spot on my channel, and you're not even going to like give me the decency to do like a stream once a week. So,
100%.
But that's like my way of keeping my contacts up to date. I just go through like once a month. I'll go through and go, haven't seen you for a while. Jump in, and then I'll check him out on Twitter. And if they haven't been active on Twitter, I'm like, cool. I'll just like unfollow them.
Totally
so
fair.
Like, sorry, but like that's the thing. Like you've come in to see me, right? And you catch like 5 minutes of me, and then you're like, I'm going to unfollow him for whatever reason, and you're like,
I don't know if I unfollowed because I don't even know. I must have. Maybe I saw you weren't following me. I was just like, oh, well, we have no connection. I probably just did that. Because, you know, like Twitter tells you when, like they say follows you. And I probably just saw you.
Are you talking about Twitter or Twitch?
Fuck, I don't even know.
Oh, did I follow you on Twitter? I don't think I did because I tried to message you, but I couldn't get through.
Maybe not. Yeah. Which is weird. Yeah, so you can't DM without following each other. Is that how it works?
Oh, only if you've got it set up that way. I think I've got mine set up the same as well.
Okay, yeah. Because I haven't changed anything on my Twitter. Like, it's just
like, dude, if someone unfollowed me, like if I've upset someone so much with my content, I've unfollowed them. I'm like, that's a win to me. I'm like, I've upset you so much. If someone
that you got under their skin, like you impacted them so much. Yeah, true.
If someone's so pissed off that they've maliciously gone unfollow me, I'm like, my job here is done.
You know, I have the perfect agreeable story to that. During the Fortnite days, I banned a kid that was kind of like had been a loyal my stream for a while, but he just kept saying stuff to other viewers that was very triggering, like just shitty things to other viewers, and it was just too much. He was constantly stirring shit. I said, bro, at this point, I just got to get rid of you, man. I'm sorry, but I've given you so many warnings. I said, I know you've been around for a long time, but I said, it doesn't excuse you like talking shit to people. I said, I think I then did say a choice word of like, you're an idiot and you got to shape up. Saying probably a bit harsh, I don't know. So I banned him. but I didn't realize he had like an army. Like he was like a younger kid, maybe 15 or so. But I didn't realize he had an army of friends, and they trolled me for the next month. Like different names, like they were stream sniping me, different names on Twitch. You know, follow me with that sort of shit. But then what was the thing? Wait, so you? Oh yeah. So there was a whole bunch of stuff. There was a big war thing going on. I was like really angry and annoyed about it because it was like bringing the mood down. It was really upsetting me on stream. Like it was working. They were getting to me. So I wanted to have a call with them, like a Discord call to try and sort it out. It was like, come on, let's just talk it out. Like I'm over it. Like I don't hate you guys. Like I'm fine. Like I have no problem with that. I just kind of want it to be over. So you went
like a step further. I'll be like, fuck you, kids. I'm out. Like
I couldn't avoid it. I couldn't.
Were they that bad?
Yeah. My mods would know. Yeah, Drawser knows all about. My mods would know. They had to hear me talk about it for a month straight because I couldn't escape it. They came in droves, just like in every way. They were trying to get my stream shut down. I had mod meetings, about it. Like they came into my Discord and they like stirred shit up, and then they went to I got someone just randomly from another Discord hit me up and go, hey, you might want to check this out, and they were spamming other Discords, making lies about me, saying I'd done stuff like being abusive to them with my link to my Twitch channel, trying to get people to go report me just on a whim. Craziest shit you've ever seen. Like they were malicious, dude.
Wow.
And then some of them asking if they could get unbanned, and I was like, are you kidding me right now? But yeah, so but that kind of died off eventually. They got bored. I stopped playing Fortnite. But for ages, I always had this one motherfucker on, because I was doing a YouTube video a day for a while there. I was making,
you kept unliking it and commenting on it.
Oh no, it was just literally I got all these likes on the YouTube video, I should say. But I always had that one fucking dislike. And at first I was like, who is this motherfucker disliking my videos? But eventually I was like, you know what? I've gotten to someone so good. They're so mad that they every single time have to try and get at me because they're trying to get me back because obviously I've really burnt them that hard.
The fact you've spent so much time on it is what they want.
Yeah.
So I've had the scenario where I've had people do the same thing to me, and early on I spent a lot of time dealing with it myself and complaining and whatever. If it happens now, I might mull on it for like an hour or so, and then I'm like, you know what?
Trust me, even back then, I was very much of the mindset of ignore trolls, just ban them and just be done with it. This was like ignorable at this point. Like it was that bad. I couldn't, like I was ignoring it for so long. I wouldn't if I got stream sniped, if someone made a fake account just to follow me, I'd pretty much just kind of just go yeah, okay, and I wouldn't even allude to that fact that I saw. I just kind of like in my head I'd just move on, just do my thing. But when they were starting to jump in my Discords and stuff, and they were going up, they really I think one of them was mad because he got banned, and then they all just, you know, the bandwagon mentality. They were bored, had too much time in their hands.
They literally just got so much time on their hands, and they were just trying to find the one thing that like pissed you off. And as soon as they get a bite, that's when they keep coming. They'll keep coming back in for it. Well, you know what I mean?
You know what's a little bit funny? I got view botted last week during
free views, mate.
Yeah, it was like 100 people or something like that.
Did you tell them the view bot you enough that you can get partnered at least? Like, come on.
Yeah, exactly. So I got viewbot, and it's funny because I've been talking. It was just after I put a post on Twitter about viewbotting, which now I'm kind of like, fuck it, because I was kind of getting a little bit dirty because I feel like I was seeing so many people that look like they're viewbotting, but now it's like you can't tell. I just thought just roll with it. Who cares? So I think someone heard me talking about the fact that I was so against viewbotting that they decided to obviously viewbot me. But that stream, I actually, you know how you can check your stats? You're a stat guy. Down the bottom of your stats, it shows you where a lot of your traffic comes from.
Where was it? Discord?
No. It was, but you know how sometimes it shows who's like the top streams that people have come
to? It came from one of the stream that was botting you.
The most traffic from streamers came from one of the kids that used to troll me. So
yeah, nice.
Yeah, so it was one of them. Yeah, so they still to this day have just I burnt them that fucking hard.
That's like viewbotting's really so popular. It's very common. More people viewbot than you realize.
Oh, bro,
it's
there's crazy. I mean,
and it's almost impossible to actually tell who's doing it unless they admit it, or unless you
show it on stream.
Well, you can go through their viewer listing, and if they've got a lot of like 0 views, 0 followers, but like in accounts,
made on the same day.
Like I reckon 50% of people, actually, I'm going to say 80% of people know they're doing it. 20% of people are like unintentionally getting botted, or like someone in their community is botting them. But Twitch are fucking smart. Twitch can tell, like, if you're not getting like the growth with those followers or the interaction, they can pick it up really quickly, and they call it like artificial viewers or something like that. Like they can tell.
It's funny because there was a guy that I was suspecting was view botting, and I looked into view botting because I was like curious how people are even doing it. I'm too scared to click on any of even the websites, more for the fact that I don't want it to be in like on a like pop up all of a sudden a tab. People are like, this guy must be going to those sites, because I was just curious. I was like, how the fuck, like, do people need a program or something? It's as easy as people go on this website from where I can gather, because I look,
you just subscribe, done,
and you can just put the name, the URL of the site you want to send them to, and bam, and I thought, holy shit, and it's just, you don't have to sign up or anything. It's just you hand the money over, give the name.
Yeah.
And
it's very easy, yes.
But there was a guy that I typed his name into. Oh my god! I'm a big doggo person, dude.
Sorry,
that's
he just
adorable.
literally walked in.
What's his name?
This is Hank. This is my Frenchie.
Oh, he looks like a Hank. What a good name. God, it's a shame because the camera's still like incrementally like phrases.
Yeah, I don't know why it's doing it, man.
My God.
Because it's fine. Like, I just watched myself on this side.
Yeah, because I had it happen on a podcast I was on someone else's, and apparently my camera was glitching up, but it wasn't for me. So super weird. I wish I could figure a way to like figure it out, but it seems good. But, oh my God, so
is the audio okay though? Like
audio's
the audio's coming through?
Yeah, audio.
That's all that matters anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not fussing too much on it. God, that's so cute. I have a little King Charles Cavalier.
Oh, I love King Charles.
So they're kind of the same kind. They've got that kind of. But my God, I love a little Frenchie, dude. Oh my God.
He's like the best dog ever. He's so good.
So fucking adorable. I reckon one day I gotta pray get a little Frenchie. Little dog, something about him, man. I know a lot of people love the big dogs.
People say he's little and they meet him, they go, fuck, he's because I'm so big, he looks little on me.
I guess so, yeah.
But people meet him, they go, holy shit, like he's huge.
Oh, he's so cute, dude.
He thinks I've got food in here. That's why he's hanging out.
Yeah,
he thinks I've got food. Yeah.
Oh, for the audio listeners, you missed the fuck out. Go check it out on YouTube, because that's adorable, dude. I love little doggos, man. My heart melts. Oh, that's why I got 2 of them, and they're part of the family. They sleep on the bed, and everything. Oh.
I'd love to get another one, but like, 2 Frenchies are like not good together. They right. Shit. So they're like a better solo dog.
Yeah, we have 2 separate ones. They had their troubles back in the early days, but they're little brothers. They love each other.
I end up compromising, got 2 rats instead because they're like little dogs.
Oh,
rats
yeah.
are cool.
Yes, rats seem to be on the rise of popularity of pets, by the way. I see a few people getting rats lately.
This sounds really bad, but the good thing about rats is they don't live that long. Like, they live like 1 or 2 years. So like, and they're so cheap, man.
Only 1 or 2 years.
Yeah, that's the general lifespan, 1 or 2 years. Yeah, they get a lot of like cancers and stuff pretty easily. Rats do.
Shit, that's unlucky.
Yeah, like respiratory troubles and stuff too. I got 1 rat, which was Fizzy, and she's like a big girl, and I just thought she was like really depressed, so I got another rat, which is Bubbles. Then they like fought each other like flat out for like the first like week, and then now they're like best mates. So,
really? Oh shit!
Yeah,
Man,
they're happy. They're happy rats.
That's like, what a bummer of a life. Only living a year. You'd really want to.
Rats are amazing, man. If you ever want like a little
list straight away,
yeah, like a little loving pet, rats are the best. When they lick you, they love you. Like, they try to groom you. They're cool animals, man.
I'll have to look into it. Little rats.
Yeah.
I can imagine.
And they're cheap too.
Fuck yeah.
Like $60-$70 set up.
Like I'd get attached even in a year, and then I'd just be like, oh, my rat's dead. Like, I don't know. I think it'd kill me.
It's life and death.
Circle of fun. I know.
At the end of the day, it's just a rat. It's all good. Like,
I get emotionally attached. I couldn't do it. I'd struggle. My little puppers, I can't imagine a life without them. Okay, so back to view botting though. So the thing I saw, I googled this guy, and I didn't realize you could check out all these stats on external sites.
Yeah, like Twitch Tracker, Social Blade. There's heaps of them.
Shit.
Yeah,
like I knew about Social Blade. I didn't realize there was so much detail on like graphs and shit. And this one guy, he had 10 to 20 viewers for a couple of months. He hasn't been streaming that long. Look, I'm not going to point the finger at him. I'm not going to even assume, because I actually do like his content. Oh my God, look at him! Nice, so bloody two-tone going.
That's Fizzy.
Fizzy. Oh,
wait, no, that's Bubbles. Sorry, that's Bubbles. So she'll just.
I reckon I could totally.
This one here will actually like she'll try and jump onto my like everything. She's a turd. The other one's more chill.
Fucking hype, dude. I would.
Yeah.
Bro, you're gonna make me feel like I want a rat now.
They try and like groom my mustache all the time. The turd. Oh, there you go. There's the other one. Yeah.
You know what? Why do people not? Why are rats like the animal that gets shit?
People don't like rats because of their tail and their feet. Oh, so this one here, this one's Fizzy. She's the bigger one. People don't like their tail or their feet, but they're cute animals. I like them. They're pretty cool. Yeah, this is the first one. She's bigger than this one. We got this one. There was a house of like 30 of them.
Wow.
Yeah. You can take it back. They're good. They're like they groom each other. They keep each other.
They're so fucking adorable, dude. I don't get why people like. It's funny, like they've got that stigma, but I reckon they're just big mice, really. What's the difference between rats and mice, really? The mice are small.
Mice probably aren't as. I know mice are okay. I don't know. Mice are like. There's a big difference. Like rats are like really. Rats are really social, where mice probably like to just keep to themselves a little bit more. But rats want to be around you. Like you can have rats out of the cage, and they'll like in toilet treatment. Like rats are very fucking smart, man. They are very smart.
Yeah,
like they are very switched on.
Life expectancy. That's just That's a bummer, man. That is a fucking...
like Fizzy, like I've got a cage outside my room where it's on a table. She'll stay there. Bubbles, she'll get out and escape and go down the pole and run. I've had to run into my room before. I'm like, why are you out of your cage?
Oh my God.
She just runs up to me because she wants to be next to me. Yeah, they're pretty cool.
Yeah, that's adorable, man. It's kind of crazy that they have so much personality. Such a small little critter. Are you seeing what Ash said? I think she's not too happy with the rats. You're trying to break the stigma, Ash, by the way. Trying to break the stigma of not liking
a lot of people don't like, they just don't like the look of them. But if you get them from when they're a baby, they're really loving animals.
Part of me wonders if it's just media, dude. Like, you know, like movies and shit, like around people are scared of rats.
Oh,
you know what I mean? Like,
domestic rats versus like fucking feral rats are different. Like feral rats are feral.
Oh, yeah, they're different.
Yeah, if domesticated rats are like bred to be domesticated, where feral rats are feral. Like they're feral. They'll like eat through your shit and stuff.
Oh shit. Okay.
No, rats don't bite. Like rats will only bite if they like feel like threatened. Because rats are prey. So rats try to, like if you've got a hat like this, right?
Yep.
The rat will always go under the hat to eat. If you give a rat food, the rat will always take the food off you and go hide somewhere and eat it. Because they've been they've been whole life. They're not aggressive at all.
Yeah, okay. A little rat
but like a feral rat that's never been around a person, that'll always try and run away from you. Same as mice. They're the same because they're scavengers.
That makes sense. I guess it's like almost any animal, I guess, at that point, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So view botting.
Sorry, we keep going off topic.
No, it's totally fine. I love it. I love it too.
There'll be a bearded dragon coming soon. That'll be the next animal.
Wait, you have a fucking zoo there? Holy shit!
Yeah, that's the oldest one. That's me. Momo is probably only about the size of my head. It's only a baby bearded dragon. It's only about a couple of months old.
Oh man, I love animals, dude. Like I don't get it when people are like, I'm not an animal person. I'm like, how the fuck? Like the most magical creatures on the planet. Okay.
Especially dogs. My soft spot's dogs, but view bots.
100%. So this guy, had about 10 to 20 viewers for a couple of months. They took like 2 weeks off. It's a steady 10 to 20. Took 2 weeks off. Came back, bam! 70 plus viewers. Like, just thought these stats just... I'm like, no one takes a break and comes back to like...
more viewers.
And it's like, you can just tell looking at the stats, he was bummed because he streamed for 3 months and felt like he deserved more. He was giving quality content. And then he took a break because he was kind of feeling like he wasn't going anywhere. Like, it tells a story. You can read the story on this graph. And he's gone away and he's thought, should I have view bot? Maybe it's the only way. And he's come back and it's instantly like, no one.
The best is when you see people that are like intentionally view botting and they try and justify them being botted. Like, I've been like, if you get botted in like maliciously, it happens like one stream, yeah.
Yeah, not Whereas really. There's been a few, but here we go.
Yeah, is he gonna run?
Man, I wish we could fix this camera. I almost feel like we should did you shut your Discord down? Because maybe we just need to reset Discord. Oh, that's so cute, dude.
That's Momo. So
Momo's
actually gotten pretty big last time I've seen him.
Does it ever try and like scurry away?
All the time. That's what. Last time I had him, there you go. Ooh. Last time I had him, he tried to jump off. So
no way.
I think he's a bit worried right now because
he's like, what's going on? That's so cute, dude. Have you got more animals or is that like?
No, that's it. Oh. Momo's not my pet. Momo's they're like my partner's daughter's pet. So
yeah, right.
Yeah,
Good
they're pretty
pet,
cute.
I like
That bearded dragon will get fucking huge. They get
really.
massive.
It will get really.
Yeah. It's only a couple of months old. Bearded dragons get massive.
Fuck, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Where are you gonna put it in the house when it gets like full on?
Oh no, they just chill in like a cage. We got like an actual cage with like lights and stuff. So
that's sick. I want to get a little turtle. Turtles are so cute.
Turtles are very expensive, and turtles get sick a lot, and they're really messy. You got to clean them like every 2 or 3 days.
That's the only thing, because my wife's little brother, he has a turtle back at his house, obviously, and it's so cute, dude. But I get to enjoy it when I go around, like. But I mean,
turtles live a long time as well. I think they live
do.
like 20, 30 years or something ridiculous like that, isn't it? Or is that not that long?
No, I thought it was even more. Perhaps I think some.
The one you don't want to get like a cockatoo. Those things live like 80, 90 years.
Yeah, like almost 100 years. Holy shit!
They outlive that. They outlive their owners. Then it's like, what do you do with them? Yeah,
that's insane. Unless you got it when you were like a baby, and then you pretty much got a pet for life. I mean, you don't have to worry about loss.
My bloodline's Croatian, and my dad's mum, she had a cockatoo that like swore at you in Croatian.
Really, bro?
Yeah, it's like spoke Croatian like the bird. It was crazy.
If you have a cockatoo and you don't teach it swear words in your natural tongue, are you really a cockatoo owner?
No,
like
cockatoos like destructive as fuck too. They break shit. Like they're really noisy, and they're like solo animals. They don't go good with any other animals.
Right.
And you've got to like give them space to just fucking break shit, because they just break stuff. They're angry animals, man.
Really? Yeah. Well, they've got a whole lot of life behind them, and they're just letting the rage out. That's it.
Yep.
Oh man.
You see a lot of guys or girls that are single. They'll get a cockatoo, then they'll get a partner, and they've got to get rid of the cockatoo because the cockatoo gets like full on jealous, aggressive, like bites the partner, and there's some stories out there, man.
Fuck.
Parrots are the same. Parrots are the same.
Really, birds, man. Birds are kind of scary though. Birds are a little bit scary. I don't know, something about them. Like, I wouldn't...
birds are okay. Yeah.
Like, you've never had, like, a magpie to sweep the shit out of you, or a plover or something? Birds are fucking aggressive.
Just punch a magpie if it comes at you. Fucking hell. What's a magpie going to do? Punch you in the beak? Just hit it.
Well, don't they... They're scared of eyes, apparently, which is weird. Apparently, if you look at it, but then you worry about getting your eyes gouged out. Apparently, that's a thing.
If I've hit a magpie trying to swim me, like, I'm just like backhand.
Really, just backhand the shit out of it. Holy fuck.
They're only trying to like show aggression. The ones you're going to do is plovers. Plovers are the worst. They're the ones, they've got like poison in their fucking wings.
Yeah.
They'll hurt. So.
Yeah, I mean, because I did landscape maintenance for about 10 years. And plovers everywhere. Like, I mean, constantly like, and they're so stupid though. They put their nests in the ground. So
they're dumbasses. They literally like put themselves in situations where they're around humans and they get pissed off when you're in your territory. Like,
exactly.
You're a bird, like come on, dude.
So we'll try and mow the lawn, and these plovers are bloody, trying to destroy us. And it's like, hey, will you put your nest in the dumbest place ever?
Go put it in a fucking tree, you idiot.
Exactly,
like, come on.
Every other bird, you idiot. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So weird, dude.
But yeah, the view botting's funny because like. The thing is, like, it's kind of like they're defrauding the system, because at the end of the day, Twitch is based on viewer numbers. So the higher numbers you are, the higher you are in a directory, the more successful you're perceived, right? Yeah. So people view bot. But the funny thing is, anyone that knows anything about Twitch knows someone's view botting. So if you do it, you're a fucking idiot, because people that know will know. And they won't tell you that you're view botting. They'll go tell 20 other people. Then that 20 other people go tell 20 other. Exactly. And before you know it, because you'll always be known as that person.
No one wants to call out a viewbotter because you don't want to look like you're salty about their success. Have you ever had someone you know or anything like that? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I've reported them and everything. Yeah.
Really?
Like, fucking what? Like, I've worked fucking hard to get where I am. How dare they try and just like bot?
Someone that you've like fucked with in the past and been like, oh, this person's nothing like that.
No, just like people I've come across that like people I follow. Like there's one person. It's actually been about 3 or 4 people now. Think about it, have like view botted where their numbers went through the roof.
Yeah, right.
And then like, it's just like noticeably through the roof. I'm like, holy shit, they've got high viewers. And you go in there and their chat's like not talking. You're like, what the hell? And then you go through the viewer listing. There's like 25 accounts there that are like bot views. You're like, come on, dude.
But that's the thing. Apparently Twitch can't ban them because there's no like definitive proof of them sending them to themselves.
Was it Lyric? There was one streamer like Lyric or something like that view botted. And they got really successful from it. I think it was him.
Not Lyric. No. He got successful off being he's been around since like the early days, and he was a mod for
I know there was like one like OG big streamer that did it.
Yeah,
I don't think it wasn't Lyric.
I don't think it would be Lyric. No, it wasn't Lyric. Lyric
dude that used to play WoW. best palette in the world. It's Athene, that's the one. Yes. Yeah, it's Athene. Yeah, it's Athene.
And they got caught out for it, did they? Did he bring it? Because I know some people have brought up like their bot on stream. Or something. I think that's how people usually at.
I think this is like before the days when it was really common knowledge, like people were doing it and it wasn't really known. So yeah.
I pray that those smartest motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, when you think about it though, like on a platform that's so based on numbers, it makes sense why people did it because everyone's trying to cheat the system somehow. So,
well, here's the thing. I mean, Twitch has now announced that they're finally implementing in the directories different. What would you call it? Like different, like instead of having always.
Oh, you can choose like between high and low viewer. Is that what you're talking about?
So you can bring it up to the lowest.
You can sort it. Yep.
Yeah, and there's also recommended for you in that directory. I don't know how that's going to work. And what's the other one?
It goes off of like the people you watch, and it like correlates those streamers to like all the other people. Yeah. And like if you've got friends that watch that stream, it will like go. So say you and I spend like tons of time in each other's channel. Yeah. But then you're watching like another person. It'll go, oh, MattyAP watches this. You should go check this person out. Yeah. Because it thinks that if you watch this person, you will like what that person watches. So
yeah, true. And then the other one is newly like started, like the people that have just started their stream up, like the most recent to get their stream started. So essentially, you could start your stream up and have a whole bunch of new people coming in straight off the bat.
I remember Twitch did a thing a while ago where, remember like when you first sign into Twitch and it gives you like a recommended and you choose like...
yeah, it was when the new mobile app came out and everyone was getting all these not fake, but all these hollow
They were getting follows. Like people were getting like, depending on what game you were playing at that stage.
I think got like 100 a night once or something. It was ridiculous.
There's streamers out there that got like 5,000 to 10,000 followers like in a matter of like 2 to 3 days because they were playing the game that was hot at that stage. So say someone was playing, I think Grand Theft Auto Roleplay was one of the games that was big at that stage. So people would join up to Twitch to watch it. They would click on GTA Roleplay and then it would automatically follow like 10 to 15 streamers in that thing.
Yeah.
So people were getting automatic follows from it.
Yeah. It's so funny people went from essentially like follow botting in a way at that point. It was...
And then if you go back to the sponsorship thing I was talking to about earlier, everything's been linked tonight. It's been fantastic. I've approached sponsors and sponsors have said to me, you don't have enough followers yet for us to consider. I'm like, well, I've got like 5,000 followers, but my concurrent viewership's higher than someone with some people. And they're like, yeah, we don't care about that. We care about your reach. So if someone's got like these 10 to 15,000 followers that they haven't really gotten and they've just been allocated, then they look bigger.
Well, someone just the other day that I was watching, not a big streamer. He's very casual, very fucking casual. I don't think he really does it for anything other than just hanging with friends. Someone follow botted him for 10,000 people. 10,000 follows. How the fuck is that even? That must, in terms of paying for bots, must cost a fuck ton. But he got...
they're free accounts. I think anyone can do it.
Really?
Anyone can do it. Yeah.
It doesn't cost money. I've
been follow botted once. It was like 249 followers or something like that.
How do you even have that many accounts that you can set? Like, that's crazy.
Twitch do like a sweep though. So if they're like inactive bot accounts, Twitch sweep them like every 3 to 4 months.
So he might all of a sudden lose like 10,000 people. That's crazy.
Factor this in, right? Imagine you're a small streamer, 3 to 4 viewers, and all of a sudden you look like you got 10,000 followers. Then people come into your channel and go, "This guy's got 10,000 followers. How come he's only got 3 to 4 viewers?" Because people think this. I've had people come into my channel like with 5,000 followers, go, "Oh, you must be botting," or they've said stuff like that to me, like, nice bot," or I'm like, "Are you fucking joking?" Like people don't. People haven't been there from the start, so that's like what people think. It's really
people definitely try and balance the numbers in their head, but it doesn't. Everyone's situation is different. I mean, like I said, I saw that guy has like 20,000 followers, and he dropped down to like 20 or so viewers a day, if that. Actually, I've seen people that are way bigger. There's a guy I've been watching recently. I like his work, and he's changed a lot of games and whatnot. He's like 50,000, I'm pretty sure, but at times he's only got like 5 viewers, and it's like, you just don't know. Like, you don't know what their circumstance is, if they've taken big breaks.
They could have gone away for like 12 months, 2 years. You just never know.
So it's one of those things. Everyone's situation is very different.
And like you were saying before, like, you've got what, 3,000? How many have you got? 3,400 followers, or whatever you've got. Oh yeah. You're like, that's taking me 3-4 years, whatever, to get there. Well, it's like, just goes to show that like, you're a testament of just how hard it is to grow on a platform. Yeah. Like legit, dude, I've streamed my fucking ass off since I've started, and I've like got 5,000 followers.
Yeah.
There's some people have been out there less than me, and they've got like triple me, and they get less views than that. It's just like the follower metric is such a shit metric to like to gauge like success in. It's really Yeah, it's one of those things. But people look at it, they go, "Oh, this guy's got 25,000 followers." Like, so, like, if they've only got 50 viewers, like,
exactly.
How much, like, yeah.
I think it comes down to this community that you hold on to. I think that's the biggest part that people forget. I think people are so stuck on numbers these days, and I have been in the past as well. But I think at the moment, as long as I've got like a moving chat, I'm happy. You know what I mean? I think as long as I've got people that are willing to talk, because the worst thing is when you don't have anyone to talk to. That's the part that I
have all my, for about. I reckon I'm about into like my 9th or 10th month. I've got all my viewership turned off. I can't see how many viewers I've got when I'm streaming at all.
It just fucks you over. Like it just changes your mood.
I check once my stream's done. I'll like go grab a drink, go for a walk around, come back 15 minutes later. I'll go through my stats and I'm all good, or I might do it the next day. But when I'm live, it used to fuck with me because I could always tell how good my stream was by how chat was going.
Yeah.
But as I've gotten bigger, the chat's probably got a little bit less consistent, but there's more people there. So it's like...
Yeah, it's tricky. Yeah, it's really hard to know. I think that's the thing. So many people are looking at that number, though, and it dips a little bit, and it freaks them out, especially newer streamers, you know what I mean? Because I remember I used to do it. Like, I would look at my numbers, and it dipped down just a couple of people.
Everyone's done it.
What did I say? Like, what did I do to, turn these people away?
Everyone's done it.
It's just a mood killer. Yeah. Just an absolute mood killer. Shaggy,
everyone's done it. Yeah.
I reckon let's wrap it. What do you reckon?
No worries, man. I'm fine with that, brother.
It's been an absolute pleasure. It's just such a shame that towards the end your camera was and now it seems good. Like I was kind of like, oh no, see, it's still doing it.
No, I was looking over. It's still doing it.
It keeps bloody doing it. It's so annoying. But we got through so much of it without it doing it. Imagine if it did it from the start.
I know.
That would have been a pain. But bro, thank you so much.
Man,
I hope you come on again sometime soon, man. Absolute pleasure, and I'd love to just shoot the shit again, you know, about whatever. It's just an absolute pleasure. It's good to have someone, you know, like all my guests have been amazing, but obviously good when you get someone that just is a real talker and you feel like it's a good bouncing conversation. So I feel like we've got that. I would love to do it again. Wrap it up before you tap it, Mustafa says. Jesus, what could that be alluding to? But
but it's good that like people. Again, like I talk a lot, but like there's so many things that I could talk about that just are never ending. Like, I'm sure there's content creators that watch and listen to this to just go, holy shit, they don't realize what people go through. Because a lot of people, they get in front of the camera and they just tell you what you want to hear. But like, if you just give people the time of day where like the growth side of things, like we didn't really go into like that for myself, but like I went from like doing pretty good to like getting bigger. Yeah. And to me, that's hard for me to gauge. So like having people, all different types of people come through and everyone streams for different reasons. So
that's true. There's multiple reasons. Some people feel like they just want a couple of friends. Some people want that sweet cheddar. Some people want the fame. So
good luck editing that up if you do that. Do you edit before you, or do you just stream it live?
Fuck no. Yeah, I just throw it straight up on everything. I like the raw experience. I actually always hated listening to podcasts, and if they cut anything out, I'd be like, what are you cutting out of that? What are you cutting out? Like, I love a raw experience. So I figure, and plus it's a lot of work to go through and like cut bits and pieces out of podcasts. So it's two reasons. One, because I'm lazy. One, because I like a raw experience. So
that's good. All right, man. Well, I appreciate it. Anytime you want me on, just hit me up, bro.
Yeah, 100%, dude. So where can people find you if anyone's like, who the hell is this guy? It's coming late. Where should they catch you? What kind of platforms you got going on?
So I'm mainly on Twitch. I don't have time for YouTube and stuff as of yet. I am actually like looking to do like some highlight videos for like GTA on YouTube eventually, but
wicked.
That's in the works right now. But on Twitch, so Shaggy_Steve, you can find me, and I'm on Instagram, Twitter, everything. So
same name as what's under you right now, Shaggy_Steve.
Yeah, and I stream 5 nights a week: Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Sunday from 6:30 till pretty much midnight or so lately. So
and definitely check him out because his content. If you like the show Cops, by the way, bonus points.
Bad boys.
Oh yeah. I mean, top notch content as is. But just if you like Cops on top of that, it's a winner. It's a fucking winner. I've been loving it. I'll definitely be tuning in more often and spamming those emotes as well now that I got them. But Shaggy,
thanks, man.
Seriously, thank you so fucking much, dude. Absolute fucking pleasure having you on.
I feel like I can come at any time and just shoot the shit with you, man.
So if anytime you want me to come talk, I fucking hope so. It's been an absolute. I've loved it. I fucking loved it, dude.
All right, man. I'm sure you're gonna go away and think about a million things we've spoken about.
Mate,
so
I'll always be jotting stuff down my phone for next time. More topics, more things to talk about. But brother, take care. Good luck with the streams in the future as well. I'm sure you're gonna be blowing up more and more by the day. And
thanks, brother.
And have a great night, dude. Yeah, you too. Take care.
See you, dude.
Shaggy Steve, everyone. Sergeant Strawberry. Steve-O Strawberry.
We didn't actually do it. It was leading senior constable Steve-O Strawberry.
We did, yeah. It was like
Yeah, it was the first thing.
Yeah, and I didn't even get around to asking it. It was like,
Sorry.
Okay, yeah. What's the report?
So it's leading senior constable Steve O'Strawberry of the Australis Police Department Highway Division. That's me.
Holy fuck. That's me, the mate. One. All right, everyone be good out there. Be safe. And don't get on his bad side.
Later, dude. Have a good one.
Dude. Take care. Bye.
Peace.